most iconic moment.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing? All right. Turn this down. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let's turn up this volume.
We can talk about it after you go to the next slide.
Okay. Oh my god, this is... Oh. Is IG...
Okay.
No.
Let me make sure everything is good to
I know
go.
you probably watched
Almost
them
all of them.
Yeah.
Over
This is
here.
after 2016?
This is, after 2016.
Dude, this is like... Oh, I feel like I know what this is.
Yeah, I feel like it's on the tip of your tongue.
Oh.
2017.
go.
2017 Worlds.
Who played in 2017 Worlds?
Someone you're playing against.
Core JJ.
Yeah, so this is game 5, SKT versus Misfits when Ignar was on that roster.
Oh, never mind.
And
Whoops.
Ignar was playing Fervor Leona, which I think a lot
Stream
of people
thing?
were like,
Nice.
That was
yeah, Fervor.
All right, let me get my water set up,
Yeah.
make sure
Yeah,
everything's
okay,
good to
okay,
go,
okay.
and
So
then
what
I'll tell
were
you
you
about
doing in
what we're doing
2017?
for this stream in particular.
2017
It's
was
going to
9
be a
years
little bit
ago.
more
I was 10 years old.
Okay.
Probably like eating boogers or something. I'm trying to think. What grade was I in? 3rd grade?
Okay.
4th grade?
What was the most important thing you learned in 3rd grade?
I mean, they were having us like practice multiplication tables.
Okay, pretty
times
good.
tables.
Both the
We
water's
have,
over
This
there.
lovely photo provided to us by FlyQuest. Does this ring a bell at all?
Yeah, that was me in 5th grade, I think, or 4th grade.
Is this a
Fourth
science
grade.
fair?
No, that was an award ceremony.
There we
Oh.
go.
I had like all A's or something.
Oh, okay.
All right,
We
let me
thought it was
tweet
a
this
science
out.
fair. We were starting to think if you were just like you were him when it came to science.
That's exactly what I expected.
That's amazing.
in
Yeah.
that clip.
That's perfect.
Now he's playing
Come
up
here.
against Ignar in the game today. Recognized Fervor.
Hi, Coco.
Wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
Couldn't nail it. That's such an
let me
iconic
tweet
moment
this out
because the
real
reason we
quick.
brought that up was that everyone was playing Enchanters back then, and Ignar's team Misfits put the Enchanter in the
Ignar
jungle so
said
he could play
no.
Fervor Leona.
Yeah.
This man won an award for something. I don't know what it was.
He didn't tell us. He
Yeah.
just said it was an award ceremony.
Speaking of awards, by the way, welcome
right,
one
let
game,
me-
man. Dignitas, look, they're
So,
building momentum.
let me tweet this
Surprise
out.
them with FBI Senna. It's any one game. They got one good game in them. They work out
Today
that one
is
punch.
what I
Anything
would
to get that
call
one
a-
game. But unfortunately, you got to play 2 other
Hang
games.
on.
And so
I
the
have to
reality
tweet
is
this
sometimes
out.
you may lose the series to Team Liquid or to Lion, and you're 0-3 in the standings. But just think about that one game. Think about the potential.
not
Maybe you can
just
punch
do
him
this,
one
like,
more
right
time if you
now.
have wind-up, like Bowser in Super Smash Bros. Or something. If you can get one more wind-up, unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet. Unfortunately.
Is it going to happen today,
Will
Raz?
it happen today,
Seconds
Raz?
ago. Are you
Predictions.
kidding?
Fortunes. Is Dignitas going to wind up for the second punch?
This is their first punch.
Jab
Ooh,
punch?
This is their second punch. Oh, God, it's weighing them down.
I need that
It's weighing
medication
them down.
I'm the only 2-0 because I'm a
Christ.
FlyQuest believer that they're going to be able to be more consistent on stage. Where's Dignitas?
So
Where's
Coco,
this-
by the
this
way,
Dignitas coming
update
from?
for you all.
I mean, I think
Coco
Dig can take
has
one game
officially
off of
chronic kidney
anyone,
disease.
right?
So
and I think
she has
FlyQuest
been.
are,
I'm not sure if you've
as we
seen
talked
like
about, a
on
team
stream a
that
few times.
has a
She's
lot
like
of
lost
really
control of
great
her bladder and
qualities,
literally like
also makes a
peed
lot
on
of
me.
mistakes. I see a very easy
That
window
is
for Dig to take.
genuinely because
when we
her,
talked about
her
parity,
kidneys
I
are
was just
gonna
talking
like
about a
slowly
single
shut down
game,
over
all
time.
right? Because you can take a game against anyone because I do feel like they have.
With that
good
in
talent
mind,
on
she's
this
going to be
team,
going on a new
especially in the ball
medication,
lane.
which should help out
Series-wise?
a lot
Hell
on
no.
this.
Yeah, none of us
Consistency
bet
is
on
But
the
for
series.
now,
There's a
it's
reason
kind of
why
a
they do
tough.
not have a mouth to speak of in this logo.
It kind of
They
just is
will
what
not
it is.
speak
So
of
she's like
consistency.
For
leaking
me, I'm
all
looking
the
at
time,
Griffin if he
all
falls
the
behind.
time.
If XU has position in the river, Griffin, don't fight him. Don't fight.
LCS,
Only fight for winning
LEC,
positions. Your team will
LCK.
create enough of them, and then I think FlyQuest can get the 2-0.
But I got
Carmine
one punch in
Corp.
me. You know what this one punch says?
What?
Start
Lol
the
Esports.
games. Go. Go.
All right, let me tweet this out about the stream real quick. Hold up. Today is what I would call a, and I have to swap over to this. Today is what I would call a trap day. Teams that series that should be 2-0 in one direction, but weirdly feel like they could go the other way. So I bought a slice of strawberry cheesecake.
Welcome to week 4
and
of the LCS.
get
The
to
battle for playoffs
eat it
is heating up, and we have two
at the
big
end
series
of
for
the
you today.
day,
Later on, we'll see
or
if Cloud9 can stay undefeated
when a
against the
single
team that knocked them
upset
out of World's contention
game
last year
happens.
in Shopify Rebellion. But first, Dignitas looks to convert their
LCS.
positive momentum
There we go.
here
Tweeted that out.
in a series
I'll show you guys. I'll
win
pull it on
against
screen
a
real quick.
FlyQuest team that seems to be getting stronger
Because I also have
and
to
stronger
share
week
the
over week. It's going to be a good one. I'm Azael
share
here,
the broadcast
joined by
behind it.
Kobe for the first series of the day. Dignitas has been looking better. You know, they got a win against both Lion and TL. They didn't get a series win. They didn't get a series win. They got a game win, though.
Yeah, they did. Honestly, I think it's a really good point because in those games, you can see what the Dignitas players are talking about
Okay.
when they're talking about
So,
the techniques of this team. They look really good.
This is what's on the line,
They're
folks.
comfortable champion
This is a
players.
slice of strawberry cheesecake from a place by us called Chicken Delight, which is very famous here in Jersey City. And their strawberry cheesecake is homemade.
And speaking to Ignar,
I
sounds like it's a
get
roll
to
of the dice.
eat
Some
said
of the
strawberry
players here
cheesecake at the
players
end of the day no matter
saying,
what.
you know,
But I
sometimes
understandably
we're really good.
want it right now.
Clowns.
So here's
I'm
the
like,
catch.
why is that? He's like,
If
I don't know.
Dignitas or
We'll try to figure it out.
Shopify take a single game at any point today, I get to have this cheesecake right away. If they don't, we have to wait until the end of the day. That's how it's gonna work.
His phrasing was biggest clown.
Yeah.
See, I wanted a caveat built in because I wanted to make sure I could eat the cheesecake. The point is it speeds up time. It allows us to get to it quicker. If an upset happens on what I'm going to call Trap Saturday. I think it's doable. I think it's entirely possible and feasible. Yes, I am praying for a dig win, to be very clear.
The FlyQuest bottom lane here want to play some sort of like hyper carry, or at the very least some sort of carry for Masu that does not have a dash and would get punished more. Of course, Ashe and Seraphine, when you have Karma Band, Bard Band, and Nautilus Band, that hits the Ezreal Karma, hits the Caitlyn.
So we are pulling today for all the underdogs. Buying tickets to LCS Finals in Arizona, or as an Arizona girl. There we go. There we go. We got another ticket.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're going,
We got another ticket being sold. That's what I'm talking about.
Try to split it up and take the Ashe away, but if you're gonna allow them to have Ashe
Good shit, Miss Merkin. Good shit.
Talking about this on the dive, the win rate for Ashe Seraphine into what is the most common pro answer of Corki Nami is horrible.
Saying
from
dig
Corki Nami.
2-1.
So they are gonna try to break up the duo. They grab the Jarvan as well as the Ashe.
That's a
So
ballsy
now
pick.
Becomes the question, you know, which is the better?
That's a
path?
very
So I
ballsy
always think
pick.
this is interesting in League. We had this when Zyra Khan was super.
Can't
popular
say
back
I
in the day.
agree.
Different teams would have different
And when I
opinions
can't
about
sleep, it is
which is
6
the more
a.m. for you.
important
Oh my
path.
god, 6 a.m., bro. Get some sleep. I know you can't, hence why like you're watching and just chilling, but
it is good versus Ashe and most Ashe combinations.
that's hella. I mean, hella early for Australia, man.
A lot more punishment. You've got a Jarvan
Jesus.
on your side, so you do have that ability to try and jump on the Seraphine.
Yeah.
Dave is a co-streamer rooting against FlyQuest. Coincidence? I think, yeah, coincidence. Definitely coincidence.
That's still in the meta, or if Ignar
For me,
would just
going to
go
Orlando
towards,
end of
you know,
that next week.
championship.
Ooh, have fun in
I feel
Orlando.
like, you know, Lulu to me is a weaker laner than Seraphine, so
I'll be honest with you, I don't like this. Okay, never mind. I'm not really a fan of either draft so far. None of them are all that cohesive for me.
If I'm the Ambessa, just
And now
from
the hospital,
Ambessa's
so my
view,
sleep
you know, we
pattern's
just
ruined.
saw the last
Oh, I'm
couple
sorry.
weeks in FlyQuest, they go,
Hope everything's
Ezreal
okay.
versus Ambessa,
It's not fun.
And then if you're locking in Ambessa,
That's the most
and then
important
you see
part.
Lulu
Hope everything's
immediately
okay.
On the other side, you're like, ah.
if you're the jungler, say, hey, top laner.
Surely we're getting 6 games today, right? I'm hoping, honestly, for a 2-0 Shopify over C9. I think it'd be funny. But at the same time, I do want C9 to like at least have some sort of momentum going their way. That would be nice. Going into later, but
Difficult.
All right, so Renekton Bang going to come through. We've already seen Rise taken off the
Ash
table.
Lulu wouldn't seem so odd if it wasn't for like the Jarvan, but at the same time, like Ash Arrow with Jarvan, I think is fine.
And, over on the other side, Quad has been playing a variety of different things. His 2 most played is still up and available in the
Ash Lulu is also a very old school combo. If you've been around in League long enough, you know the
There's a couple.
you know it was played a
take
good
away
bit.
As many blind picks as possible too for top side. You can sell for the Gakko side, and it is a point of contention because the top lane champion pool here. You know, Gakkos has had a lot more success on non-tanks, and Photon has.
Okay,
has brought
and I
up
got the
some
short
very fun
promoting
cards
this
with, like, the Silas
out
kind
right
of
now.
thing that he did into the R as well,
Awesome.
and so, you know, this top
There we
lane
go.
focus actually here. Ooh,
Trying to learn
interesting.
matchups. Okay.
Galio banned
Wasn't Ash
Lulu,
Lulu meta? And yeah, it was like 2019, but also Ardent Sensor meta.
Rumble looks there,
It was pretty
but
big.
It would need a little bit more CC to
Back
win.
in like, I mean, this was before my time, but like 2016.
Griffin played it in one of the EWC
Yeah,
qualifiers.
Ash Lulu is
So
very,
they
very
were
boomer
forced
tech,
to
which makes sense for the boomer
choose to
team.
flex and do decide to ban it out. Of course,
There's no
also
way.
played it, last
Okay,
year.
I was gonna say Urgot is definitely like a hover about Blippo.
Orin is still up and available. Cyan is still up and available. But as you said, Gakkos really has not had that much success on the tanks. Of course, you know it's not.
Okay, I kinda like
is winless with Gakkos
the
on
idea
tanks
of
so far.
Diggs draft. I still
And
don't
they
know
are
how I feel about the
actually
Lulu
100%
fitting into it, but
carries,
it's still
so,
fine.
Has not really been working out for them.
FlyQuest, yeah, you just need
Annie is that primary engage that is
Arden. No, I thought Ardent Sensor was 2016, wasn't it? Wasn't that Worlds 2016?
That is another wrinkle where they didn't kind of have that primary way to start the fight, and now they do with Quad on the Annie.
And
AC9
Quad,
for
you
negative
know,
blast.
Annie's
Yeah, but
one
we
of
already
the
blasted him,
primary
so like
champs that he
it
does.
kind of
He doesn't
took
play a
it kind of
whole
takes some of
bunch
the sparkle out of it.
engage mid, but
If that
definitely
makes sense.
is one. And Annie plus Ambessa plus Seraphine. Now they've got it covered.
I feel like you just need like one more bruiser. Like yeah,
for themselves.
Pantheon
And it
makes
looks
a
like they
lot
are
of
gonna do
sense.
the
Also,
swap
giving
before
Griffin
you guys
Pantheon.
into the top lane into the Rumble. And
That's
Griffin's
kinda crazy, no?
Pantheon,
Okay.
He's got a giant grin because if you saw
It was
Big
17?
Guard's tweet, it was
Really?
also smiling right now. I don't know what they're talking about. But Thinkard was like, I tried to get Griffin to play Pantheon for 3 months, and he's telling me, the champion's not that good. And then Forest Within or Forest Without on his other account tweeted at Griffin one time, and they had that kind of debate on Twitter. And then instantly Griffin's like, oh yeah, Pantheon's strong, and he has all these Pantheon games. And he has had quite a few very strong Pantheon games as well. For
Yeah, you're right.
So definitely
You're right.
a fun one here that
How Ardent
Sensor
Sensor shaped and shook. In 2017, the League community witnessed one of the most controversial and impact the Ardent Sensor meta. Yeah.
Works so well
You are right.
with all of these lanes, you know, point and click, great for Ambessa. You can guarantee Ambessa ults.
Yep.
Or you know, you can try and use that one to get the follow up there, anyways. With the Pantheon ult coming through, same thing for Annie. Lots of CC chains available.
Have I been following the Esports World Cup qual? I have. They've been really damn good. It's been like honestly been a fun tournament, and it was something that I was thinking about. Like, I'll talk about this more in my video. Well, actually, I don't quite know exactly what I'm gonna fully do conversation-wise for Monday. I think it's gonna be a lot more talking about like the road trips and beyond.
The 3 Aurora games all time and 2 Aurora games so far this year. So
what was I gonna say?
1 and 2 on the champion. Hasn't
What were we
played
talking
very
about?
much, but does decide to bring it out.
Oh, EWC qualifiers. There needs to be something happening during the weekdays in summer for us. Oh, dude, it's so nice. It's so nice to have weekday league. What I would love to do if I like ideal world, I would love to have like a King of the Hill matchup. I know Papa Smithy kind of put this out there on Twitter, but like it's something that I've been thinking about more now. Of like, I don't know if like TL we partner with it for whatever, you know. You put like you get somebody to sponsor like a prize pool. That's like, I don't know. If you do I mean, this would be a lot of money, but like $500 a week for like 7 weeks. Would that be right? $500 for 7, yeah. And you just do some sort of like hopscotch style like thing on like Wednesday nights, where it's like teams rotating King of the Hill style.
There was not, so now Palafox is going to get the early shot
And like get the chance to like move up in some capacity. I don't know how you make it work, but I'm just thinking like Wednesday night league, just like casual, but there's a little bit of money on the line. Kind of like how Call of Duty used to have money 8s. I think it'd be fun.
Not just experience, got the gold as well. So good job here for
Ooh.
Quad.
Tower shots, double tower shot taken by Palafox.
We got it.
Quad had his Q stun prepped, or maybe it was a W. I'm not sure. We didn't see what spell he actually left.
Palafox, what we doing, bro? I'm trying to eat cheesecake.
There, and now Palafox takes 2 tower shots, loses his flash, and he's going to be sent back to base.
This brother gotta do to see my boy Thresh get picked in meta again. Thresh has been picked every now and then. He was picked with Aphelios last split.
And immediately gets stunned as he's trying to hop backwards.
Isn't that just bounty system? I mean, it is, but bounty system, hopscotch, king of the hill, whatever you want to call it. Like, you're on until you lose type thing. I mean, it's just tough whenever, obviously, you can only play 2 teams, like 2 teams play at a time.
Puts him quite low, but Photon does trade back pretty nicely on the end of that.
Yeah, that Quad didn't even have to do anything special. It was just definitely a little bit of a blunder there on the early game, but no summoner spells at all now for Palafox after having to teleport back after the...
Palafox had to TP back, though, with no item and only a refillable. So Quad, when he finally gets his first back, will have item advantage, in theory. Ooh, Jarvan gets spotted out on that ward. Okay.
To affect the other lanes way earlier than you thought you previously could, especially in this matchup. So might have some ramifications for the rest of the members of Dignitas. Jungler's going to both finish their clears on the bottom side. Of course, we saw XU already kind of walking over on Vision, so they're very well aware of his presence. And because of the push bot and the extra ward, he's just going to give up that bot Scuttle Crab.
Yeah, it was nicely timed there on the ward from Cryogen. Had he been a couple seconds later, he would
lot of prio from Masu and Cryogen right now.
Bad. Hawkshot will spot Griffin, but he's going to be able to grab the first scuttle, and he's just running straight up towards that second scuttle because Quad has prio in mid, and Gakkos has prio in top. So
XU cannot fight this, by the way.
Well, it could be a fight for it, but I think this is probably going to go bad for XU if
he
doesn't commit to it.
And he could rotate over.
Quad would be faster to respond here, you would have to think, and
and he blew her stun, so kind of bad.
Looking to secure it, does secure it.
Bad spell timing from Quad.
First to arrive, Quad there trying to give some support, but Griffin going to have to flash out.
I don't know why.
And even if
I don't know why Quad didn't rotate over a little bit earlier.
I like XU's idea here. Griffin is going to do a Q plus smite on the Scuttle Crab.
When he has like full spell rotation up, like just.
So you're not going to have your damage spells.
I'm not saying sack the CS. Maybe if you're Griffin, you wait. I don't know. XU kind of forced to play.
And they earn the flash off of him, and if that allows
Gakkos needs to back up though.
Then that's a big dub.
Yeah.
So very
never mind. Griffin's there.
Play here for XU. Getting double scuttled is not even close to the
have Griffin and Gakkos on your fantasy. There you
go.
go.
Quite decent there.
I don't think any. I think most of my fantasy players play tomorrow. I actually have to check that.
Gank pressure that could go punish the Palafox without flash in mid otherwise.
Yeah, and I mean, XU knew he was going to be winning that fight, as you said. He used
oh no, I got
Thanatos. He had the double longsword buy, right? Whereas
otherwise, everybody else on my fantasy team plays tomorrow. So Thanatos is the one that I have to watch this week.
Draft, but they have had a lot of success with him on carries, you know, on these non-tank style champions versus him on the tanks. They're actually 0-4 with him on tanks on the Cassante, the Ornn, and the Sion. Haven't yet won a game. Of course, that's not just on him, but it is a pattern that I had been noticing where, you know, when Gakkos is weak-sided, when he is not on a carry that can kind of make the individual plays, he seems to have less impact on the game. And I think he has been struggling a bit on playing how to frontline, which is something you often see with a lot of young players that, you know, climb up in solo queue by playing carries. You know, how far you dive on a tank is more the difficulty of the tank, knowing your limits.
Gakkos?
Is down a level here. Photon just going to drop the equalizer. And
the equalizer was not great, but
did just teleport back, so maybe going to be forced to base. We'll see. If Gakkos can get 6, though, Photon could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, needs a bit more experience here to take over.
Oh, Palafox is dead.
Flashed on by Quad, and Quad last auto coming through.
Oh, he gets out. Okay, never mind.
Get in range. Palafox will survive, and on the top side, Gakkos will not be so lucky, or will he? The last Electro
not good.
Barely misses, and Gakkos.
That's 2 flashes down top side for that.
Of Photon and XU there, and surviving without even using.
I mean, at least Palafox doesn't die, but still.
As lucky, I guess. In fact,
now you got Prio bot side. Ugh, tough.
Meanwhile, Griffin here was just working away on Dragon, so XU shows top. XU uses the flash here in the attempted gank, and that just
real tough.
4 FlyQuests No blood on either side. Quad here really wanted to punish the flash advantage he had over Palafox, and he's got his level 6 advantage as well. So another Q stun was hit to set it up and drop the tippers as well. But as we know, it wasn't enough damage, and then wanted to go a little bit further.
Yeah, Palafox walked back in, which was the risky part there. He walked back in, then quad flashed on him, and that's where he got him down to about, I want to say, an auto of health. Probably did keep him alive, but at the end of the day, Palafox survives, and now he has his flash back, and Quad is going to be the one missing his, so could be dangerous.
No,
XQ just hit 6 now, so that is a pretty easy gank target, and you can see XQ was hanging around mid lane looking for the opportunity.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the stuff over here on TikTok because it kind of got off frame.
Pretty big W. Wait a second, we have a super deep ward
There we go.
behind Pantheon at the moment too. That
Camera got a little bit off over on TikTok. Had to fix it.
Wards, it's a very rarely checked brush, so as he walked from Krugs towards the red, it would see him. It's not going to see into like the health of the red or anything.
CS
like
check,
that,
7 CS lead in mid,
so we'll have the extra
8 CS lead in jungle. Top side's down a little bit for Gatkos, but he's also had pressure on him. Bot side's got lead by 3.
After that second scuttle was taken, and that
Ultimately
brush has
fine.
not yet been checked. That is one of the things sometimes you'll hear big complaints about from coaches, you know, when they're like, this ward was in that brush for like 10 minutes and we didn't check, and they're getting so much free info. And when you already have an Ashe on the other team, this is something you talk about a lot. It's already, you know, kind of this like map hack that's there for the Ashe team. So if you're going to get free vision on the top side from that control ward that's not getting checked, plus the hawk shot, it will be really difficult for Griffin to find an angle to get a gank.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that brush is in very few auto paths through jungle. And so
Smolder stack check?
Really
Yeah, okay.
Check it when you're like resetting from base over to a quick red buff or something to go there, unless you're intentionally looking around. But sometimes when you're retaking an area,
We gonna truck an arrow at any point in bot lane? I guess would be my question. Like item wise, it's boots versus. Ooh, that's a kill on the photon. Bye bye. Well coordinated.
By Griffin as Gakko set it up, and Griffin just knocked him down.
Clean.
Beautiful combo there. Ambessa Ultimate used to set up
dodged
the
it.
landing for Griffin. And Gakkos on carries. Gakkos on carries is quite good and successful for them. Does get the first blood.
Oh,
bonus,
good
goes to the
stun.
hands of
Good
Griffin.
poke.
And Boat's
Quad
quite well
absolutely
because
getting the better of these trades against Palafox
Melee
so
carries
far.
ahead on this FlyQuest comp. They're going to have so many weapons to use when we get to the mid-game fights.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I find it hard to see how FlyQuest comp loses in 5v5 team fights unless somebody like really gets picked. Which, to be fair, Diggs comp does a good job of getting picks. So.
And hawkshot and everything, but somehow he got up there and was able to find the gank. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He just walked down through lane, so he did
no
not
counterplay.
Didn't enter his own jungle at all.
Nothing you can do.
You get a Pantheon ult from Fog of War right on top of your head, and yeah, I mean, Ambessa ult, when the enemy doesn't have flash, you know, sometimes if you have really good responses and you have a move speed boost, you can dodge. Move speed boost like that. Nicely done, Quad. Dodges on the Ashe arrow, but
he misses the cannon, so it wasn't
Gakkos on
worth it.
playmakers carries. Don't like putting them on silent.
Rather get
I
the
agree.
cannon and get stunned and see what happens.
Exactly.
Afterwards.
You know, if you can't get the cannon, life's just not worth living. You know, got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, might as well give over a kill.
Well, Quad feeling a bit uncomfortable, and now with Griffin behind him, he knew that he is vulnerable. He still was missing his flash, so that's why he's not walking up. He was worried, you know, that Ignar would be there, XU would be there, someone could be looking to punish that missing flash. But now, with Cryogen and Griffin around, of course, he has the confidence to step forward here. FlyQuest could be looking for a pretty quick second dragon if they are so inclined.
Nice poke. I think FBI could have chucked out an arrow there, tried something. Oh, wait, no, his arrow's down. Never mind. I'm dumb. I'm blind.
Push early going to Masu and Cryogen, but it hasn't really amounted to anything.
Yeah, farming away nicely. Both of these supports scaling quite well. And the solo lanes have been where a lot of the action is, a lot of the fun trades and dangerous trades. We've had a pretty competitive opening here with just the single kill going over, but FlyQuest, you have to imagine feeling quite comfortable. Gakkos now with the early Hex Drinker as well.
Nice.
Going to feel very confident versus Photon. He already has
1K gold lead on the FlyQuest. The CS leads have caught, or the CS differential on top side is completely evaporated.
Push one more in. That is very
Mid lane's still even, bot lane's even. So everything's pretty much even, which is terrifying if you're FlyQuest, or terrifying if you're Dig, because now you just let FlyQuest go into these fights unless you can change up the tempo with advantage.
I was also going to mention, I think it's actually a really good Serpents game for Gakkos when you're thinking about Scrap Shield. You have
good arrow. There's the pick. Never mind. Wait, he lives? Oh my god.
And XU barely has the damage to finish.
Never mind. He dies.
Will be traded back, and now Palafox coming in. He goes across the veil. He's going to go.
This is a good play for Dig.
Looking to turn around on him is FlyQuest. They're trying to focus.
This is a really good play for Dig now.
Quite do it. Griffin has to flash out. FBI
oh, FBI, that's a dangerous flash.
Griffin is fighting. Palafox comes
but he lives. Wow. Okay. There it is.
FBI, but Gakkos on the top side. Flash back from Photon is not enough to keep him safe.
I cannot believe. I thought Ezreal was going to live there, which would have entirely flipped the play. Jarvan getting that kill before he died was everything. Good job from FBI.
So they do get the full all-in. At first you think, oh, maybe this Seraphine peel and the shield is going to be enough.
FBI kites this fight phenomenally well.
The counterplay here, Palafox comes in, hits them all with the ultimate, and even though they turn back around,
flashing over here is crazy.
Palafox says, I'll be right there once I have
and still works.
And
gets the ward in the bush, make sure he has vision.
As well, pops him up with the shield. But not to be outdone, Gakkos here on Ambessa, very confident again. He had the Hex Drinker as well too, so
wow.
He is chilling, goes for the full on. Another Ambessa ult, another kill.
Just like, I got mine. How are you guys doing on the other side?
I don't think, did he flash or did he phase shift?
Honestly,
no, Masu's flash is up. It was just a phase shift. But still, I get your point. Point remains.
Looking around for some hope. And then Gakkos is like, don't worry, guys.
We got you vision of Jarvan on the bot side.
Yeah,
that was us.
Jungle's down here,
that was us. That was us.
Honestly, though, when you know enemy jungle's down there for top laners, it's like, good.
There you go.
It's now a fair fight. I know I can all in and 1v1 this guy.
Yep, drawing pressure. But yeah, I mean, I think Serpents would actually go super hard here for Gakkos. We'll see if he wants to
quad.
By quad is just pushing Fox back because there's Scrap Shield, there's the Golden Aegis, there's all of the Lulu shields. There's a lot of shields here to actually break through. So we'll be interested to see if it is going to get grabbed by Gakkos this game. As Palafox trying to bait quad forward there, who again is missing his flash after that bot side play, and XU hanging around. They are
good dodge.
With the Enchanted Crystal Arrow will not connect. And meanwhile, FlyQuest will get this second dragon that they had started before that scrap, but of course
doing the split in general. I don't think he's been doing decent for like on a bad team. He's been decent.
But they are going to keep it.
I wouldn't say standout.
One of their big win
like
here. If you can get this team over early and you're stacking them, you draw the enemy to you. You have really,
so far this game it's been really rough. I mean, he had jungle attention topside to help him get ahead, and unfortunately it still didn't work. So being down 800k or 800 here really sucks.
In there with Ambessa and Pantheon ults in, and your Seraphine can just bounce.
But what can you do?
Top of your heads. It's a very dangerous turn off these objectives. So dragon stacking definitely going to be a very useful tool here for FlyQuest.
Yep. I want to talk about Dignitas a little bit, though, and the fact that they've actually been very competitive against some good teams these last couple weeks. Of course, you see that they're 0-3. They are at the bottom of the standings, but they got a good win against Liquid. They got a good win against Lion. They are putting together some pretty impressive individual games, and you have to give them the respect for that. So this is the power rankings in the middle, the initial power rankings from the LCS broadcast. So they're going to look for a pick here on Cryogen. He is going to get knocked out.
Yep, you're done.
That should be an easy kill.
You're done.
But this were their opponents. Power ranked aggregate first was Lion, and then third was TL, and they did go
put Val in the closet if they weren't going to sell tickets for LCS. So
in that top 4. And we'll see if they have an opportunity.
According to Mark Z,
are going to be able to actually get a series win, which would be huge.
Again, assuming you take Mark Z at his word, there's a little bit of ambiguity here. Mark Z specifically said that, quote, "We're not at full cost this week. There are saves made which help directly fund other initiatives like getting on the road more. This also helps our calendar, full year reduced show days." Doesn't lead to much. My counter to that would be how much cost, or like, I know he can't reveal it, so it's like at least we got confirmation that they are saving some cost. But if the rumor is that it was $40,000 a day for the LCS to be in the studio, how much of that are we actually saving by being no fans. Like, you save on security staff, you save on tailgate, you save and beyond, but like your major tech costs and labor costs are still there. So I don't know. I'd be curious to know how much money we're actually saving here and whether that's worth being here or being online. Because there's no, I'm sorry, there's no difference between playing in an arena with no fans and playing online to me.
Another swing.
There's not.
Quad knows. All right, yes, that's like the 7th arrow you sent at my head. Maybe I should.
Now, Valorant has
always.
much bigger roadshows and things going on that I know they're saving for. So I think that makes sense as to why they're in the side studio. But I still think you need to find a way to make online work.
Even when he moves to top lane, he's gotta nail this Annie. Honestly, though, look at the other champions. They're all pretty hard to hit as well. You know.
All right.
Yeah, I like my story more.
Yeah. The personal grudge.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just make up a grudge match.
Playing it up. I mean, the problem is who's buying tickets, Con? Yeah, as of right now, it costs them way more money because they don't have people showing up.
Yep, exactly. And now Tiber's going to get dropped again onto Photon, and this time Griffin is here. Photon
oh, good TP. This could be a problem for Fly.
To respond. The Ambessa is going to be TPing in the middle of the
Never mind.
And so is TP on the top side. Is Palfox getting chunked down. Cryogen arrives. Photon's going back to base.
They had tempo here. I can't believe that didn't.
Has to flash away from the Encore, but going to get stunned.
That's crazy, no?
Gat gets another, and he wants more. Griffin flashes forward. Palafox goes between worlds as Gat flashes
Palafox is between the towers right now. Jesus.
And FlyQuest are still chasing them.
FBI's here. Griffin has no way out.
On the scene here.
He's fine.
Masu and Griffin
has attendance been that bad? Yeah, it has.
Trying to stop Gakkos. He is able
Gakkos is gonna die here if he's not careful.
Because the teleport is coming back in here from Photon.
And he's out.
Doesn't have
Okay.
his equalizer, so I think that's going to be the end of things.
And they have an extra teleport on FlyQuest, so they send Quad down to bottom lane. So after this entire play,
it felt like Dig wanted to commit to the play here, but just didn't.
But here's a look at the start. They have the control ward, the walk over, Annie gets dropped, set up the play here.
Like, yes, Photon's low, but then you have the TP coming in.
People are
teleporting like,
in, and one of them is a top laner with their
role
quest.
Axu, oh, Axu was so early on that.
But
oh, no.
Huge shield. He also doesn't even get his timing on his first EQ on the teleport arrival.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Axu just
so he got punished
didn't play that great.
Immediately. Meanwhile, the Palafox teleport.
No, Valorant's been good. The only reason Valorant's in the side studio, they've made that very clear, is like to save costs because they're doing way more road shows, like way more big things like that.
And it seemed like a little bit of a panic moment for Palafox because I expected
it's literally a name of saving money. For us, it's a whole different animal.
But instead, he just spam flash as he arrived.
Live fans are intense. Oh, dude, the LEC is just on a whole different animal. Like they're
his flash very quickly. Going to be looking to crash this in mid lane. That is a healthy tower, but instead they're going to turn towards the dragon here as FlyQuest is trying to go for their 3rd dragon. XU going to be heading into the middle of the team. The Ash Arrow is going to go splitting the uprates, and on the side, Palafox.
Yeah, Palafox is just dead.
Palafox gets killed by Quad.
Oh, I thought XU got that. But wait, they can win the Ash is in a good position if she kites this out.
Gets Gakko slow.
Masu shifted in.
Not done yet.
Wait a minute.
Just forward. That was way too aggressive. Has to pop the barrier. Has to pop the flash. FlyQuest should just
Ash is doing work here.
Dragon, but Masu getting punished for a very aggressive shift in.
By the way, K-Corp lost, and it's going to game 3 right now.
They got their 3rd dragon.
I don't even want to know what our viewership is. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it.
Some extra summoner spells down afterwards. Take a little deep breath after that one. Set up for the Dragon Soul in 5 minutes. All good, FlyQuest. Yeah, I think they were just cooking a little bit too much there. You know, tried to go with the flank and then Rift Herald driving through all of them. But then they left themselves isolated.
For which they need to save. Did you not see their announcements for next year? I promise you they're trying to save every bit of money they can to funnel into that. They are doing a lot next year. Like a lot. And I'd imagine they're trying to like pinch some pennies now to roll it forward to budget next year.
It was a long Rift Herald drive down to
Masu face checking XU, but we'll shift back over
the wall. On the funnel, but I don't blame you for having the LEC on television. Oh, Masu caught. Bye-bye. I mean, I've got the LEC on my side. I want to see what's going on there too.
Yep. Quad's a little bit harder to pin down. Masu, wait, is he though?
Uh-oh. Quad looking to try to get out of here. Palafox goes.
Oh, good. Lulu.
Quad tries to run over the wall, but does get
well played by Ignar there.
Who now has the reset on the other side. Gakkos is just pushing down bot lane. Photon's got to get over there and try to respond because you don't want to be giving over that free plates. But mid lane is going to be knocked down by Ash.
Yeah, only on YouTube. If you count the co-streams, Roxanne, it's a whole different animal.
Now, make a big play on top side and get
the reality is the main broadcast is not where you get your viewership nowadays.
The lane assignments and just kind of taking some weird routes, setting up after the play. No vision and some risky movements from some.
Wizard of Out, and they're heavily overselling the roadshows a little bit, but apparently the scale of the roadshows is going to be a lot bigger.
Honestly, even though it is, the 3 dragons here, they've still got a very competitive shot at.
So it's not just a matter of like how many more; it's about size and scale, which all are important.
I mean, there's also a teleport for Annie, so they've got split push Annie going here, but they're just trying to create some extra time.
Yeah, it looks like they want to maybe try to start something. They were grouped very heavily trying to fight for a vision.
All right, FBI can keep kiting these fights. Oh, this could be a pick. This is a good block. Oh, clutch Seraphino. Oh, God.
But in the back line is XU knocking down
Cryogen. Oh, man.
Getting one back. Gakgos kills off one, and all of a sudden the wheels fall off for Dignitas. XU still alive, as is Palafox, but that is 3 kills for just the Seraphine.
Bro, that Seraphine ult was clutch.
Gonna stun him up. Masu coming in on the side, and Gakgos looking to flank in behind him. I don't know if XU has any way out of this. He will be knocked down by
Oh, that was such a good start to the fight for Dig, too.
Palafox around has his
just full sent it though, and it cost him.
And start this up. Palafox trying to chunk them down. Does get a bit of damage down on the Griffin, but I just can't see how we can approach and make this happen. Feels that he has to try for it though. Throws out the 2-fold Hex, looking to get some damage
that's
down,
a stun.
Stunned up there by Quad.
Oh no.
In comes the True Shot Barrage. Palafox put incredibly low, and that is going to be the end of any shot to contest. FlyQuest without Smite claim the Baron here, and now they are on Soul Point. Now they are fully in control.
Oh man, that ramp is just a dream fight for Seraphine. The ramp is like the exact width of a Seraphine ultimate. So right here, you're going to see them retreat over this ramp and get a huge turn. All right, stun used on Griffin, and he's going to flash back over. So really good kiting. And
just look at this. 1, 2, 3.
Gakgos, look at this.
It didn't even hit Palafox, but it just stopped it altogether.
They get annihilated.
Damn.
Gakgos and Bessa has been hitting all game long. XU in the back line, of course, does at least punish Cryogen and kill the Seraphine, but Seraphine's job was already done.
Yeah, I pressed R, buddy.
Yeah, well done, soldier. Worthy death.
Yeah, Seraphine taking center stage. Beautiful ult by Cryogen there. And it is now just about 15 seconds until that Ocean Soul is up and available. Not the best soul, honestly, with a squishy FlyQuest team, but Palafox looking on the side, trying to get some.
I mean, they can pair these together. They have to find a way to bait out the Seraphine ult, otherwise they're in trouble.
He pretty much absorbs the entire thing, and now Dignitas getting pushed in mid. FlyQuest will take control of the river.
Soul point for FlyQuest.
You cannot afford to group up again. And
no, you got to pinch him.
Small line like that. So
I like this angle from Palafox. Oh, Masu's stepping up a little bit, but you can't chuck an arrow at Ezreal. Okay.
The Ash arrow did connect there.
That.
On to Cryogen. Cryogen is just going to be able to walk it out, and that's the equalizer down as well.
Okay, that's Ezreal ult down.
Trade for Dig is most of that was just absorbed. Palafox had to flash away there from Gakgos, who's pushing him out, and now Gakgos can go for the flank. They could actually look for a fight here on the other side if they want, but for now, their eyes
they're
are
just
on the
retreating.
Dragon.
Wow,
like
they're giving it up.
Has made the tough call to just give up the soul.
FlyQuest.
I'll see it. I did. Yeah.
The attempts at the flanks on the bottom side here for Palafox getting rebuffed again. This time by Gakgos, so he can just go into his split push again too, and honestly, he's not under a tremendous amount of threat at all. Either solo laner, he can deal with very easily. He has his Hex Drinker still, but
all right, let's see what they got. Come on.
So Rich, he's going to take multiple members. So 4-1 split push, very easy for them. XU is looking for some sort of flank here, but even if they got that...
Oh, Gakgos has an angle. Oh, no.
Insta McHale's from Ignar is not
oh, no.
Gakgos in the back line looking for the Ash. The encore
this is over.
FBI has sang his final song, knocked down by FlyQuest as Palafox just kind of wandered through
Gakgos
the team there.
Bitch slapped the hell out of Dig this series, or this game.
Mispathing, but FlyQuest
tried to gank him twice, didn't get a kill.
Looking good. Gakgos leading the charge here for FlyQuest in game number 1.
FlyQuest marching on the
No
Nexus
cheesecake
here.
yet.
Both on
Yep.
the Nexus here trying to make something happen. The Cataclysm comes out, but just going to donate another kill to Gakos.
Wow.
5-0-4 on the Mbessa, looking so
Wow,
strong
wow.
on the carries. The Equalizer
Okay.
is going to get dropped just to pad the damage numbers a little bit, but FlyQuest will eventually knock this Nexus down and claim game 1 against Dignitas.
Look,
Really good stuff, especially.
it's looking like Gakos and Griffin can be just a duo that you absolutely play through, while bot lane just holds their own, which makes this FlyQuest squad very interesting.
If Dignitas is one game, man, that might have been their game to win.
Oh, man, it was close.
Might have been.
It was close.
Dang.
It did feel close, but FlyQuest had Drake control the whole time.
Yeah.
And blew the game open when Dignitas actually tried to fight on them, which is what I have on the screen right here. So this
I was gonna say, is this gonna be the top side play?
12 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah.
Show the general map state right now. 3 Drakes to 0.
Turkey just prints
and
top laners or what?
Powerfox gets a
BB,
good
Knack.
chunk
Oh,
onto
Turkey
Valorant
is sitting
and
on a
crucially
pool of
burns
talent.
His W. So the W's on a 15
We
second
still beat them
cooldown
in
now.
terms of US versus Turkey, though. I just want to be very clear. I will give them their props, but we still beat their ass.
But watch this. What I will say is when you're approaching a
Oh,
Seraphine
God.
team
Yeah,
in
no.
this choke point.
Oh,
right here,
God. This.
proceed with caution.
Oh,
No,
Not
don't
all
do
go
it.
at once. So Cryo
Don't
lands
do it.
onto 3.5 because he makes Palafox jump backwards, and that's when the flank arrives. Quad is here. 3 people are charmed up, so Gakos gets a guaranteed Mbessa ult on a very fed Mbessa.
All right, let me read through the notifications real quick because I owe you all that. Kaisla78, thank you for the follow. Garasi, thank you for the follow. Splatburger, thank you for the follow. And Dawn of Revan, thank you for the 3-month resub. Saying, what's up, David? I'm doing good.
4 minutes later, so it was a close game. and
Just a
that
barrage of
really
booze. I'm not allowed to pull up the
difference.
LEC on the stream.
Yeah.
Painful. That was painful.
Don't have
I
rights
mean,
there.
look at that goal jump.
I mean, we might be able to look at Twitter later, but
pointed out the choke point because I feel like on the one hand you see the angle.
Kiki Zelly said, I just want to say, I remember you calling into Hotline League while Mark was still a co-host, and you had to take on the need for road shows, and they sarcastically mocked the take. It was good fun, but Travis and Mark were so confident road shows would never be the future. Sometimes it's really goddamn good to be right, I will say. There's not many times where you want to be right at the sacrifice of many other things. But, oh, man, I mean, if you guys can... I don't have the capacity. I got too many things open right now. If somebody wants to find that Hotline League VOD, I will pull it up. And it's going to be, like... We can watch it together real quick. I just don't know which one, because I've appeared on Hotline League a few times, and I can't go digging through the VODs right now.
When we looked at FlyQuest as a team, as a triple threat, you have Quad, one of the best mid.
Try and find it. I appreciate it.
Based off of the last
I know it wasn't... So I appeared on Hotline League for both the New York City shows, or, well, 2 out of 3 of the New York City shows. They did one in Brooklyn that I was not at. But OS and the theater one I was.
We've seen Griffin play Mbessa jungle so often.
The theater one, I think, was my take on weekdays. OS was about 3 teams making it out of...
Well, a little bit more patience.
Oh, hell yeah, we're outside. We get a full snack review. Yes.
By going for double crab and contesting double crab when he didn't have double longsword, which Jarvan had, that scared the crap.
I need them to show the table.
Is this the most lopsided? Yeah.
I think it is.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's great to see Gakos come out and have a good game because even when things were
Also, that suit from Apollo with the green tie and FlyQuest pin, clean.
Gakos is suddenly just getting a solo kill up in top lane, so it was nice to see them be able to play around Gakos as a point of pressure.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cryogen has a nice scoreline just there too. But I just, speaking of support.
Do we still have a moment though?
Yeah, why not?
I need
Let's
to
talk
show.
about it.
I need to show this Griffin play. So I talked about before the series what I was scared about with Griffin, and I wonder if the coaches cared about this because I was so spooked at this stage in the game. I just need to show what happens in the jungle. So when you give away first crab, and the other jungler bases and gets 2 longswords.
Oh.
And you go to this. This is exactly the crab that I don't want Griffin to fight. Yeah. Because you can lose the whole game on this crab.
You could, but at the same time, Palafox also had push. This is where I think Palafox is in the wrong, because Palafox pushes up and gets damage whenever Palafox could just rotate over and they win this with ease.
He ends up doing fine. XU counters his Krugs, and then the game just continues. But that type of thing actually.
+5 for FlyQuest and also. You're not wrong.
Yes.
Not wrong.
He didn't have top prio. He didn't have clear mid prio. The other jungler's gonna have more items. That's just greedy.
You know what the worst part about that one is?
What?
It worked.
It did.
See all the KC players of the state. Oh no, bro, it's so. The K-Corp environment pisses me off so much because it's so good. It's so good.
Look, the thing about this game is FBI had a great game. On the Ashe specifically,
LCS has a history of.
So he might be willing to go to an enchanter again, but if we went on.
Let's engage the audience base. I disagree to a certain extent. I think like shit talk is good in the right settings, and the APA all chat, when done naturally, I think is good. I think it's fine. There's times whenever it's overboard, but I'm never gonna be against shit talking ever. Like I just enjoy it.
The lack of ignore,
but yeah,
might have been
yes, I am.
The thing where I think it goes too far is like whenever you're like if I was in a position here and I'm just overwhelmingly like dumping on the product, then yeah, that's a problem. Like that's too far. That's toxic. But like shit talking in game, no. Hell no. I love that.
I can flash out one time.
Look front. Ashe, no flash. Look Ashe. Is that look. Rumble.
I love how clean their comms are in this moment. Goes to show like they just know that each person like knows what to do in the individual moments without saying anything. Really cool.
I'm chasing too. Yeah, I think chase is good. I'm chasing. He would die. Yeah, I got him.
Like nobody called for the Seraphine ult. He just naturally did it. Casey did a good job of fan building. IDK how? Because they geolocated. Kometo did a really good job of just activating in person in France. And it's why I keep telling you, like, if we had capacity, not if we had, if I had capacity, like, the smart thing to do would be to build a New York City fan base and audience here.
You can buy one more item. What about vision? A map's fully lit. We're not missing anything. All right, let's get this show on the road.
Could be. I mean, it's a fact. Kometo's talked about it a billion times. It's like, you just have to embrace the local audiences. I mean, I don't know, like... I'm going to show the LEC for 2 seconds. They shouldn't... I don't think they're going to be pissed at me for like 2 seconds pulling this up. I'm not going to pull it up over the ad, to be very clear. Red Bull, it does give you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
When the countdown's on, I'll pull this up.
The Casio. Get fed. Scan the QR code.
I mean, this is just crazy. This is like legitimately crazy. All right, there it is. This is okay. This is the LEC right now. For context. Wait for it. That's nuts. That's so crazy. Like, and this is what I mean. This is only 3,000, like, only. It's 3,000 people. That's why whenever we sit here and say, like, oh, the LCS has to be in these stadiums that are, like, 10K, which, by the way, we're doing a great job now of, like, picking the right arena, of, like, making sure that we're going to, like, 2.5K, 3K. That's the size venue you need to be at. Because it's just perfect. When done right, it's perfect. Obviously, for Worlds, you can go bigger because you know it'll sell, but, like... Watching the T1. I mean, the T1 home ground is like a good example of like what top teams across the world can be. T1's a little bit different than most others, but... Oh, man. But you gotta get in person. You gotta get in front of people. Like, that is like the biggest thing that you have to do. Banner Day made it. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Hello and welcome.
Chivy. Oh god, that was my old apartment. Oh god, look at this video. Look at this. That's my old apartment. Back in Hell's Kitchen. That was our 1-bedroom apartment back then. Glasses, no facial hair at all. Good times. Good times. Alright, there we go. Ugh, nope, there we go. We need to go back to this. Off topic, how do you feel about the Vikings draft? As a Florida Gators fan, I'm ecstatic. I like having players that are that transition from Florida to Minnesota. It's great. It's awesome.
For most of it, but FlyQuest, it did take over after one big fight by the Baron.
Building a community online and all coming together is the beauty of esports. See, I get that perspective and 100% like understand and agree to a certain extent. To me though, there's a lot of beauty in like building an in-person community that then segues online and like do it the reverse way.
On the bottom half of the map, which in the early game can like break some teams, can be very demoralizing. If your jungler gets behind, if your bottom lane plus your
See the large ass. I did see the banner. The banner was sick. UFL had the same issue. Too big of a venue makes you look empty when you can sell out the rest. Exactly. Exactly. You have to understand what you're working with. That's like everybody's talking about like the Zara Larson thing right now, of her being at like college campuses that she could obviously sell out arenas right now, and it's like, okay, but it made sense to book her on college campuses whenever the tour was booked at the time. Like, she wasn't blowing up in the US like that. If you go to, like, look at Megan Trainor. She had to cancel her entire tour. There was a Chainsmokers event that I was going to go to. Freaking, they were doing, trying to do Forest Hill Stadium. And it got canceled because of low ticket sales.
It really does just feel like when you give him the ability to make
now they went to Under the K-Bridge later, and Under the K-Bridge is perfect size for them. Wasn't too big. Smash fandom was built IRL and activated online. Exactly. Exactly. Like that's my and last night I literally went out with 4 people in the like New York City Smash community.
You just fly into the back line and kill Ash by yourself.
One cast, 2 play, and then 1's a content creator.
They have actually been a resilient team rather than just crumbling at any signs of losses, because they have had those.
Like the Smash scene started local and then kind of grew from there. And that's kind of what you need to a certain extent with North America, but I don't know if it's too late. We'll see. Time will tell.
It's got to be a bit of a frustrating game for them, because at one point they were about 1.5k up. They had a pretty significant lead in the bot lane. I did think their draft strategy of taking the Ashe away, I thought that actually worked pretty well for them. I felt like they had, most of the priority on that bot side. This Ashe Lulu, I thought for the most part had a pretty good impact on the game. FBI was about 1,500 gold.
All-time Chainsmokers and John Sullivan is my favorite this year. It was good. It's hard for me to beat Echo though. Chainsmokers and Oaks. I just think that song is fantastic.
Most of the things went right. Most of the game was going well, and then just 1 or 2 bad plays.
Love the mix of house and D&B. I mean, you're not wrong. That song is great D&B. ShyKnock was built by being the only person at the time using social media to promote LCS. I very much was like the only person talking like LOL esports like that on TikTok consistently. Like now we have more, thankfully. Shox is very consistent on TikTok. I mean, she always kind of has been from the jump. But like obviously there weren't people that just like talked about it on a day-to-day basis.
They have been focusing on the support parts of those duos.
That's starting to change now. But I mean, that was like a good 2-3 years. Like I couldn't even convince Travis to upload his stuff to TikTok for the longest time.
So let's see if they do go for it, because the Varus is still a prime one. Still
It totally
prime
is. Yeah, I mean, Varus gets it almost always prime ban, but definitely does get through sometimes. It can be quite strong.
Varus ain't getting through.
Wants to set up for an early rise pick, so it'll be interesting. Dignitas has the option if FlyQuest doesn't ban the Varus to try to be like, okay, we're just going to trade with you, right? And that might be the situation we get now, where
I think you ban the Varus here.
Trade, and you just don't
ban the Varus, and it sounds stupid, but like, look, see what you can. I don't know, maybe like a. I don't know. Early pick your jungle here and then save like 2-3 for like Senna Alistar. Oh, they left it open.
Yeah.
See, they didn't ban it in game number 1 either, so.
Am I crazy? I could have sworn they did. Yeah, they banned it the first 3. Pretty sure. We could double check. Doesn't matter. But it is
okay. Varus.
I'm a little bit surprised, you know, with this ever ban.
Fuck it. Senna Alistar. Just do it. Pull the trigger on it right away.
I thought they would trade for the Rise.
It's really good for you. It's the one comp that's like really worked. And if you want to get a win, do it. Why not?
They take away some powerful picks, but they could have gotten a trade. And now I'm just kind of wondering
what do you have to lose? Xin Zhao, also fine.
Xin Zhao, pretty high priority. You know, is obviously a powerful pick. You know, you could go.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
Jhin and Xin as the first 2 here to answer the Varus.
I mean, Xin is.
But
still, it feels weird. Yeah, giving up quite a significant amount here, and Griffin.
Do it. Do it. No, go back. Do it.
Is very good versus Xin, but there's a lot of. Like, he could go the Nasus. He could go like Trundle or something if they wanted to also deny Dignitas possible tank pick.
Fine.
He could still do his Shen jungle. It's definitely plenty of options there for Griffin. So
yeah,
he's not going to have to rush into anything. And you get your Varus and Bard here.
The Shen low-key just absolutely cucks Jhin. Oh. Oh, it's so good. Force shot? No. Save the Shen W for it. Negates your entire damage. It's such a good pick.
And I think it probably would be pretty good here. I mean, it works both too into the enemy AD carry that's already showing with Jhin.
Yeah.
And being able to block Jhin shots is always super high value.
The comp for those not watching KC versus Shifters, by the way. For KC on blue side, Sion, Nocturne, Annie, Sivir, Lulu. Going against on Shifter side, Olaf, Sejuani, Cassiopeia, Varus, Nico.
I mean, when I think about Bard is a champion that answers Jhin pretty well. You know, if you pop the curtain call, he can just temper fate.
Very interesting.
You know, this is a heavily winning 2v2 with Varus Bard into Alistar that has no level 1 at all.
Okay.
And look to get down there and gang.
Alistar. I mean, could we flex the Jhin like mid lane and get Senna? Dude, we had the Alistar. We could have went with the Senna.
The Spirit's Refuge, that zone. As long as you are timing that on the 4th shot from Jhin
oh
so
man.
Much damage. It does feel like a difficult Jhin game, and people are already such Jhin haters that I feel like a lot of Dignitas fans are not going to be happy with the draft.
Yeah, okay, so I was wondering mostly about mid lane here as we're working through it in quad.
They need consistent AP damage too.
Hotbox definitely does like to do some of these, you know, LeBlanc in a certain scenario for counter pick.
Banning out Cass is kind of crazy. But I get it. FlyQuest has... Does Fly... No. Dig has first pick, because they first pick Varus.
That he does favor at the moment to just build a strong team fight for FlyQuest. You know, like a Victor-style champion or something.
He likes Sway a lot as well, so...
Yeah, either of those definitely do work.
Good. They got rid of the other AP hyper carry. Oh, I need water. I'm yawning a little bit.
Only the 3 games, 1 and 2
water in my system.
Not, you know,
everybody drink your water.
But just in general, a lot of Jhin
a bottle of water.
They lack consistent damage, so you do want to see consistent damage somewhere on the Dignitas side. I do like the Gwen ban, especially if you're considering putting Shen top. That is a horrendous matchup for Shen, and does give really high consistent damage. Azir, I think, fits the bill as a good pairing to me alongside the Jhin.
Oh no, I don't like it, Colin. No, go Azir. Yeah.
Jhin can work with that, but Azir fixes your consistent damage issues, obviously.
I still think you need more damage though.
Because you have a super high DPS mid laner.
You got the Alistar engage, so like Alistar Xin Zhao plus Jhin W is like enough CC. I think you still need more damage topside.
You are going to need your own dash, so it goes with the Azir.
Personally, especially with.
Is it going to be a tank game for Gakkos? They're already going over a couple of the options here.
Alright, Sion, Shen, Jesus.
1-1, we're going to game 3, alright.
But the control mage,
it's got to be like Hwei.
Control mage here for quad.
I think Hwei is the only one that... Yeah, okay. Yep.
Because you need some extra carry.
Shifter's first kill on the board.
Shen is good like base damage. And
Shifter's second kill on the board. 2-0 for the Cassiopeia in mid lane. Nuke is ahead.
As is, of course, the Sion here. So, all right,
you need consistent AP I think you need more AP damage. Or no, would yeah, because if you go more extreme one way or another. Just look out. Where did I'm a cutie? I have zero clue.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see. You know, obviously we just kind of default to assuming that it's Pokemon.
I don't even know what they're doing anymore.
The vast majority of the time, but around 20-30% of pro games are on hit Varus. So
Vayne might not be bad here either. Ugh, Gnar.
It's gonna be Gnar on the other side for Kenon. I actually kind of quite like this this matchup for Sion. I feel like it's pretty easy to stabilize in this matchup and then just kind of become that brick wall.
Yeah, if it was... I like Gnar as a champion. I don't think Gnar does...
The Shen jungle gonna be really fun.
I don't know.
In the LCS at all. Of course, you know, he did play it in an EWC qualifier, so it has been out there. You know, it's not necessarily the biggest shock, but it is a pick.
Number one Dig fan is here.
Has been kind of going under the radar for a while.
What's up, Mesa? How you feeling about picking Jhin?
I definitely agree. Like and it's been fun for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm sure that just makes you, you know, so happy. So happy.
Shen main, and then he was like, all right, I'm gonna do some jungle stuff for now. And he's famous for his like coachless website.
In terms of the KC matchup, by the way, 1 kill onto Kalist. Kalist on Sivir, if he gets ahead, is going to be terrifying. Does Jhin need a buff or a rework? They better never rework Jhin. I love Jhin. Hey, LaPudge, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I love Jhin. Like, I love his champion design. It's unique. It's cool. Centered around 4 is awesome. It's just one of those that, like, the only thing I don't like from him is whenever it feels like he's either super OP or not very useful, and one of the two.
The top 4 regions and major international.
Gonna be on Twitch today? Hey, I appreciate it. I will say the ad experience is always a little bit worse on Twitch than anywhere else, but
you know, in tier 2 regions and ERLs and things like that, has been getting some play. But you know, first time it is getting played this split in a major region. So yes, people know about the pick, but still had not really been getting that pro interest in those top regions. So it'll be fun to see how it actually performs.
Blue, get back.
Definitely will be. Again, early stages, probably just full clear down to the bottom side. Unless there's like some aggressive...
Had 4 ads to get into the stream. I think you need to read more at Twitch. I think you read. So fun fact, I actually don't. Just so you guys know, what you're seeing right here is what I see. Like, I see the combined chat between Twitch and YouTube. There's just not as many YouTube messages.
I actually love that coaches segment because we got so much insight since all the coaches on that episode worked with FBI, and as you can see here, a lot of their
I need to turn up the caster volume a little bit. I think we're a little low.
Basically, as a person and a player, you know, being very stable and growing emotionally, like leading some reviews and stuff as well, and they're gonna need that after a loss like the previous game in order to remain stable. A lot of these coaches were him for you know, like
I still like his uniqueness
and some success, you know, in team reviews.
Oh, Varus.
And really being able to grow over the years.
Oh, Varus.
A bit of trouble here. Has to flash, and they spent the
Varus, you better not be making me eat my goddamn words on this. I swear to God. Also, Nuke gets another kill for Shifters. And a dragon for Shifters.
Masu and Crygen just kind of unable to hit a lot of their skill shots, and now Griffin going to get jumped on here. Has to try to taunt out to safety. XU does push him out of his own jungle.
Ooh, if XU goes towards bot side, he can bully him off of it.
Now Griffin trying to see if he can stay around and at least get the Krugs here, but XU will finish off this red, and he's holding onto his smite because he wants to take the Krugs too. And
nice. Good job. Really I might be eating my cheesecake. Let's go.
They're going to dive. They're going to
call it good. Oh, nice.
Griffin has to cancel the base.
I mean, that was scrims, right? Oh, hold up.
But Masu has no flash. He's going to get burst down. It will be a trade kill back. Griffin going to get the Krugs, a little bit of a consolation prize, but FBI claims the first blood. Masu loses some of the CS there and dies. put way down already on this Varus, and his only buy is
As long as Jhin builds damage, I'm happy. I can in my mind like validate.
The nerfs after Shen got popular was 20 damage early off the level 1 Q.
Oh.
Slow down its jungle clear, and it allows XU to get there in time.
Poor K.
Push him off the red.
Poor K. Why are we going mosquito build Jhin? No.
Just dive Masu. Deny some of those minions as well, in addition to getting the first blood bonus money.
How does Jhin ever kill Sion? If he would have built Hex Optic, IE, and then
this is going to be a nice setup here. Cryogen going to pop the magical
LDR.
journey, try to get back, hits the double binding. He does have his flash, does have
Cryogen's dead.
He's going to be knocked up, and there's no way out now.
Oh, I thought Alistar might have. Never mind.
XU gets a kill, beautifully set up by Ignar. And just last week, he was playing the Alistar in this Alistar Senna lane and looking incredible on it. And again, here he is, just starting things off in a losing matchup, finding
Ain't no way
plays,
he's
setting
just
up
chilling in a
success.
bush right there.
I mean, Ignar is a melee support specialist for sure. He was playing Fervor Leona when a lot of these players were still in diapers, honestly. And, you know, taking it to T1.
Well, still in diapers is like.
Really fun to see him back on Alistar. Obviously, last week, like you're talking about.
Good poke from Palafox.
Over Team Liquid, who are looking very strong right now.
Yeah.
You know, with his Alistar and with FBI's Senna.
Nuke shut down,
Again,
by the
this
way, in the
bottom lane
KC
that we've been
matchup.
hyping up for Dignitas. They super showed up last week in that Team Liquid game, and they are definitely showing up here. In addition to XU, by the way, who gets flamed all the
I will
time.
say, the nice thing about Dig's comp is that Azir can sit behind a massive front line
And I mean, just
and
look at
just
the bias
shred,
off of
especially
that
as it
early
gets
play,
later.
Right? It's a tier versus a serrated Dirk, so that is rough. And Masu Cryogen, you know, have been a really good 2v2 in this league. We can see Gakkos still
Gakkos?
a lot of trouble. He is very far up. Photon's just going to flash over.
Gakkos is dead.
Block the charge. The flash is there, but Photon doesn't hit
Photon.
the boomerang. Barely misses on Gakkos.
No.
That slow might have been enough to get him a kill.
All right. Flash for flash plus ult trades here, though. And
Gakkos?
going to use the shield to try and get this.
Yeah, that was making me a little bit nervous there for
this is a kill.
Down towards that bot side, and there is the
good
setting him
play.
up. Cryogen in trouble here once again. Griffin in the area, but I don't think it matters. Another kill on the bot side. Ignar is on fire. He's just setting them up time and time again.
Yep, camp bottom lane. If you've got the Alistar playmaking, then you should use it. XU camping bottom side.
I have 1.5k gold lead at 6 minutes for Dig. A kill onto FBI, gold lead in every single lane.
At least one in a series. Starting out with a tremendous early game in this one.
They are really looking strong here. And we'll see if FlyQuest can find a way to battle back. The top side of the map still doing a-okay. But that bot side becoming a bit of a problem here. You know, FBI out to a 600 gold lead, XU as well, up to about a 600 gold lead for himself. And really just kind of outpacing the clear speed of Griffin. And that has led to a lot of these issues that led to the initial invade. That
From the damn ads. Bro, I told you, Twitch is bad with the ads.
And just moving around the map, once they had won that bot side 2v2, Ignar just gets out there and is making plays.
Dig game 2 buff.
When your team is getting
Which would you rather have, a game 2 buff or like okay? Would you rather win for Dignitas every single game 2 this year, but never have a guarantee that you're going to win a series, or guarantee yourself at least one series win this
It's okay,
split?
we're scaling, team. We've got this in the late game.
That's exactly what they type. Both of them are level 6, but bottom side. So I want to see what happens with this invade. Griffin leaves behind just the ward.
Yeah, Griffin going to be able to shadow dash over the wall. Photon
Game 2 puts you in a
moving,
position
won't be able
to
get in range, and now the bot side 2v2. Of course, the stand united, something you have to really watch out for. You don't want to overcommit on a dive, and then have Shen appear and turn around that fight. But you know, if you can play it right, and you can disengage, as that Spiraling Spear misses, on those early Shen ults, it is so punishing for the
the
Shen.
mystery box, even
Forever, as the chains of corruption going to get popped. Ignar is not 6, and he may have gone too far. Slowed down and killed by Masu.
And just like that, you let the
Really
bot
went
lane
deep there.
back
Had
in
the
it.
early Swifty boots, thought maybe with enough move speed he could just run out, and he popped the ignite for the Nimbus, but even
And just like that, by the way, a double kill onto Kalist. Kalist now 3-0.
Yeah, just as we're
Oh, is Kalist going to get out? Oh no, Kalist gets out.
Yeah, and Varus was already sick.
A quadra kill onto Kalist. Or a triple kill on the Kalist. 4-0-1 and up 3k gold. It's going to be the Kalist versus Nuke show in this game 3.
Also, sometimes supports will do this where, especially if they're already getting their jungler to camp their own lane, they're like, well, I'm just going to keep making some more plays and bluff that my jungler is here.
What is the reason for playing Jhin? Because you can lock people down for Azir. So Azir is going to be your like sustained damage in this fight. Oh, hold up.
Has Photon in some trouble.
Okay. Yeah, Azir is going to be your consistent damage, and Xu, Photon, so the Xin Zhao, Gnar, and Alistar get to act as like this really beefy front line that can also poke him down. And Jhin provides utility from the background, as well as some additional damage.
So far out of vision, all the way back to his own tower. He thought that he based, and it was just the Bard there, and he thought, oh,
come back, Yo. Hey, it's been Yoma's Jhin.
Then he's trolling his timing, and he like canceled, and it's going to be.
Wait, Gakkos is 1-6. So wait, why are we putting Gakkos on tanks then?
It wasn't the boredom.
Didn't work out for him, unfortunately. Gakkos 1-6 on the Scion. You know, they are winless with him on tanks.
Isn't Shifter's winless? Yeah, if Shifter, I think Shifter's extended their season now. It was if they went 0-2, they were eliminated from playoffs, but.
When numbers fight each other,
it's still not great.
The curse of the Gakkos tanks, or the blessing of the quad carries.
Okay, who catches out Nuke?
Not
good for Shifters.
Walk this one out.
Why not just play Ashe? Ashe is banned. Or Ashe was picked in game 1. Gone from Fearless.
Kind of a rarity. Usually you just get 1 or 2.
I was a big fan of the Senna personally. I would have loved to have seen Senna in this draft. I think it works really, really well.
Very good emotes based off these. Gakkos tank and quad bless. I feel these if we got chat to like spam the two like, combative
which is more powerful.
Yeah, which is more powerful. Just because I feel like Gakkos tank, just like his name, real like it evokes an image, right? Meanwhile, same thing for quad bless here. So I don't know. What do you think is stronger? Is it Gakkos tank tearing him down, or is it quad bless? I'm feeling a quad bless here.
I'm feeling the bless. Oh, nice. Tempered Fate there. Going to be able to lock up Palafox, and now he's going to get rooted. The Emperor's Glide comes down, doesn't live.
I don't know if you need to do that, but...
Have anywhere close to the damage to finish him off, though, so just going to be able to get the Emperor's Divide there out of Palafox. I don't think Gakkos is like so bad on tanks or anything. It's just something I noticed when looking at stats and thought it was kind of interesting. You know,
I think Senna eventually like chunks the shit out of Scion, more so than Jhin personally. Your sustained damage is higher than Jhin.
Incredibly strong. It's just more hit or miss. I always kind of put it more in the bracket of like Vel'Koz than Azir, where you know if you hit everything, it's super powerful.
Oh no!
But you can also kind of do nothing in a fight.
Shifters just absolutely chucked it against KC.
Ignar flanking around on Alistar, creating chaos.
That's why we got the Gakkos tank, buddy.
Exactly. Gakkos tank will mark them and keep them out. Dignitas, though, they might not leave it up to any of the FlyQuest members.
Okay, Griffin going for the steal.
Griffin wants to steal it.
Has no smite yet, and it didn't have that smite as it
he's
went
rooted.
Down. Just came up
but wait, I think Xu might die here.
Chase down Xu, though. On the side, Barra starting to poke away. Palafox getting some good damage down onto quad.
Good taunt, but I don't know if it matters. Yeah, I think you're dead.
Run for it. Will he be able to get out? Flashes over the wall. The curtain call not going to connect onto him.
Oh my God, Masu's in the backside though.
As Masu knocks him down and in the pit, Cryogen going to pay.
Wait a minute. Way's here. Uh-oh.
He's going to get hit down surely by Gakkos, but he can't catch up.
Masu's going to clean this shit up. Oh man.
He's going to go mega and gets the Gnar into the wall, knocks one down. Quad trying to trade it back. Great flash back, and is going to be able to get him with the crushing maw. Gakkos, Masu, the rest of the team chasing.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Knew
Masu
it.
Gets another and goes on a killing spree. And just like that, the FlyQuest bot lane are right back in business.
Ooh,
I mean, if you're Dig, you got the dragon in. That's fine. Like the nice thing now is you have 2 dragons. You can either keep stacking them or you can like really let the scale out. It's up to you. I think they're like if you have another fight that doesn't go your way, then you just like chill.
On some of the Dignitas lead that they had built up, but here's another look
After
at
seeing that game, I'm not
Let's
putting myself through.
Yeah, sometimes the observer icons here for Smite aren't super reliable, so yeah, maybe it was a couple more seconds on that one, and didn't quite have it either. So actually does get that, but then look at the chase. So they go in on him. Actually does get his ulti off. He actually is trying to W flash Cryogen. It looked like
Axio failed the flash. Oh no!
Hit the W flash on either of them, and then it's
God. There's nothing more satisfying than a Varus ult into Q pop with W.
after they got that kill meant that FlyQuest do, chase down a little bit of extra gold. Of course,
Palafox living there is crazy, by the way.
To get this extra smite onto FBI, but quite good for them at least. Photon,
If this goes late, though, I do favor Diggs comp a lot.
Almost enough space.
A lot.
For FBI to run away, but Flash was there.
Yep, just barely Photon is able to get that Mega off as Fireling's Bear going to get popped onto Palafox. Will shift back and shrugs off most of that trade. You can see XU and Ignar are
KC just lost a mid-game fight.
Scrap on the bot side, but I think the top side is where the action could actually be. Palafox, though, taking a lot of damage. He's tried to push in this wave from Quad. Cryogen there to defend him. So it's much ado about nothing on that top side as Quad will just clear out the wave. This is actually a play potentially on Palafox. Nice reaction timing from him, though. Shifts out of that Tempered Fate as he was recalling on a ward.
Okay, quick CS check. Top lane, pretty much even. Jungle, pretty much even. Mid, even. Bot, even. It is all square.
On Palafox, so that's just good money for Quad.
Is the audio bugged out? There is no crowd. There's no fans in the stadium. It's just like an empty stadium that they're playing in.
So honestly, if they're able to stabilize from here, FlyQuest have some pretty competitive chances. As far as the
Per Mark Z, it's to save some cost for the road shows.
The work that Dignitas have been doing,
Because when we're apparently in the studio without all the fans, there's a reduced cost element. So you're still in the studio, but it is nowhere near as expensive, apparently.
Masu going to get pinched on both sides. In comes Ignar.
Masu's dead. Yep, bye-bye.
He gets rooted up by FBI. He's got nowhere to go. The Stand United.
He lived a surprisingly long period of time.
That is the first one of the game, I believe, from Griffin. And not going to be enough to
Why?
keep him safe.
I mean, apparently it's to save money.
Nice, hex
It's not like they were selling many tickets to begin with, but
coming in, crashing into the wall though as XU is running for the hills. Gakko's taking a ton of damage from these here on the side. Quad and Cryogen going to try to keep him safe.
Okay, hold up though.
By the Emperor's Divide, they're turning around on a Palafox. He gets stunned into his own
wall.
Oh
no, Azir.
Trade kill. That one.
Azir can't die. That now you can't win a fight if you're Dig.
But in the meanwhile, Photon is getting paid on the bot side. Look how far ahead he is getting on this Gnar.
Yeah, that allows Gnar the split push. I definitely don't think that was worth as far as going into to ult back the sign. Maybe they could just keep hitting the sign and push him out. They already had advantage there.
Agreed.
With the extra one and some pretty good position if you just keep your range and
just
keep
do full. No, just go online. Why are we paying money to be in a closet or in a studio with no fans? Play online. It's cheaper. It's way cheaper, and then invest that in more road trips.
As you say, got to push the other lane as well, so that puts up the gold lead to 2K, but could even be better.
Exactly.
Like this right here proves my point. Like I do not need them to be in the freaking arena or a pit if there's no crowd. The crowd is the only thing that I care about in terms of the ambiance and the audience.
A lot, but a lot of times there's so many like Azir players looking for the
exactly
and make a play when you could just auto attack with soldiers.
Just right click them.
Sometimes just be a little more calm, just auto attack. Even if they don't finish off the full kill. I mean, I think they did have a lot of CC still for Sion. He was locked down for a while, but regardless, they're still in a very good spot.
Big fight for Dig. This is put them on soul point. They are 2K up, so you do have advantage with Gnar here. Your entire lead is pretty much Gnar XU though.
Gonna have that Gnar bar.
Oh, good stun.
Slowly charging back up, but it is on cooldown for a while. He can't get any rage. And this is
as long as Varus doesn't poke out, you're fine.
In that river. Doesn't look like they want to start it up just yet. I mean, Shen not great at actually soloing out those objectives, so they're just going to keep fighting in mid lane, and now Photon slowly charging up that bar, might be ready for the fight.
All right, they do have vision set up, but Ignar coming from... Ignar's got his teleport swap.
And look at those deep wards. There's all kinds of pings on those deep wards. He's potentially thinking about it, but instead we'll just TP the team.
This is a very extended fight.
Honestly, if they can get the front to back here, Sion ultimate from bottom side.
Oh, actually going in. That's a lot. Azir's not here.
He's taking a lot of damage on the side, but in comes Gakkos.
Oh my God, Gakkos
is straight into Dignitas, crashes into them.
Azir's untouched on the side, dealing damage. If this lasts a little bit longer.
He is getting knocked up, knocked down. Palafox forced to retreat on the side as the magical journey from Cryogen here, bringing Gakkos over to try to chase after him. They chunk out Palafox, and that should be the Dragon is this time.
Wow.
Gakkos has the
good job on FlyQuest. Gakkos earning player of the series so far.
All the way to the bank. And they're able to win that one. That was beautiful. Right down the river. Hits them both on the counter engage. And it is the attempt on Masu's life, but so Masu's going to flash to create the extra distance after XU goes in. XU went for a flash play to try and like Zinsec them a little bit, but it didn't really Zinsec anybody.
Bang.
Mark is on Masu.
Look at that. Double ult.
Quad went just lateral in the lane. So he moved quad, but it didn't move
so
in
well
any
done.
beneficial direction.
No, I mean, it almost.
And then you don't have flash for the Sion ult. So.
Yeah, like the way he flashed looked like he was trying to knock back Masu, but your mark is on him. Whoever you hit last.
He already W'd and charged him.
Yeah, so I don't really understand it. I mean, he didn't have the angle to get quad. The angle was right to knock back Masu, but you would have had to try to charge quad and then
Which
flash
all
behind
pro
Masu
do you
to
have
make that
Gakkos
happen,
on right now? I mean, that's a
he just
great
got way too
question.
hyphy,
I mean,
and
Gakkos is
Gakkos
performing
with a
well.
great punish.
I think
XU goes down in a hurry.
I'd have to look at it.
Gakkos
I'm
kinda
not
crashing the
sure
wall
where
on
I
that
would
earlier
put
play on
top lane.
Topside River, but this time
Thanatos, I
he
think,
does
still
nail him,
number
and
one
now
in terms of
Quad with a
LCS
pretty
games.
significant lead, but it is still Dignitas up over 1K, and with the Dragon advantage for now, as it is a 1K lead for both Photon
I don't
and
know. It's just
FBI,
too early to
so,
tell.
The side lanes for Dignitas still very strong.
Most underrated ADC in the LCS, right? FBI. FBI will forever be the most underrated ADC. Other than when he builds goddamn mosquito build Jin.
Zir and Gnar, those are going to be RP.
Other than that
either
freaking
way
point.
from FlyQuest. As the game goes on, your sides are just going to be constantly collapsing in on you, and you just have to collect basically with.
I'm not doing over. I don't want to spread hate.
At the moment.
I'm down to do underrated. I don't want to do overrated. I don't want to be spreading hate on anybody. Palfox, I don't know if he's going to be able to get out.
They actually set this up. I think it's just going to be a play for a chunk. The Spiraling Spear is thrown out. Palfox going to be put very low. Ignar up here to peel, but Palfox will be sent back to base. Has the teleport. And it is Ignar having to pop his
TL1
as well.
I've always been realistic on the individual player because I will flame my own players more than anybody else.
And that is huge value. So much
Why? Because I expect the most from us. If we're number one, I will tell you we're number one. Jose Dioto is the best jungler in the LCS right now. Okay, they dodged everything.
Masu using the Herald just to try to escape here. Does stay safe, but it means the Herald's not going to get a charge mid lane, so that is.
Oh my god, look at that Varus damage.
Just the escape there for Masu.
He is hurting.
Yeah, good moves from FlyQuest and Crouchin on the move with the Bard. All of that resulted in they get the extra teleport out of the Azir. They got the top tower fully into Quad's pockets as far as all that money and finishing off the turret plates and taking that one down. So
look,
continuing to
Palafox might be behind right now, but Palafox is going to be the single reason why Dig probably wins this game.
Is going to have to pull a lot of the damage. Flank from
that's not good. Oh no! No, Photon, you pushed him out.
Actually misses on
no.
The ult, doesn't get him into the wall. They do get out the ult from Griffin though, so the Stand United spent. Griffin clearly wants something from it. Not going to get it. These Shen ults have not been very effective, but now in comes Gakkos looking for FBI. Will force the
I know that feeling, FBI.
So, a couple trades, not able to actually commit.
I know that feeling
kill,
well.
Both teams forcing some big summoners and cooldowns.
We've all been there, you know. Sometimes some magical journeys will just end up a little short. Okay?
Not that magical.
The angle can be
KC,
tricky sometimes.
by the way, wins a clutch team fight late in the game to likely take the 2-1 win over Shitters.
But still looks fine for them.
Yeah, Photon has that Mega Nara bar.
Are they gonna push into end? I don't know. There's like little to no damage.
This game, it feels quite strong.
No, they can't end. Baron went Shifter's way.
Kind of like lower consistent damage teams, and you have some tanky members on both sides. You know, you have the Alistar, you have the Nara, you have the Xin on one side, and on the other you got this Shen Sion front line. I do think Gakkos needs some MR, though. He has not purchased any MR at all. The person who's going to be killing you in the 5v5s is Azir. You know, yes, Gnar is
Wait, no, he has something to spare now.
To itemize somewhat for, but
is that not
I don't think
MR?
Building not even a null magic mantle at this point in the game is going to be correct, because Palafox is going to be the one that is dealing with you in those 5v5s. Jin and Gnar.
Am I crazy?
It's probably not a team fight where they're focusing down the Sion.
Do I not know my items?
Yeah, I assume after steel caps.
Surely.
Next thing is surely going to be MR.
One null magic mantle. I beg of you. We'll see if he does grab it. How are you a fan of these rocket belt builds?
Honestly, I am because
Oh, look at the shuffle.
Back. Quad gonna have to flash
Nice.
He's tanking that tower up.
Palafox. Ooh, he's got to get him. No, he didn't get him. Oh, no.
Gak goes, makes him pay for it. Photon and Exy, though, chasing in. Quad has to be careful. The curtains are going to get called here. Quad is out of range, and Tempered Fate is going to interrupt
no, this is a disaster for Dig.
Up so much damage. There's no Azir to get the damage done. Exy knocked up. Gak goes walking forward. Not a care in the world as Wei comes back from the base. FlyQuest moving forward. Ignar trying to find a combo here.
Bro,
Does get chipped low.
Wei is
Gakko's
moving
still
so
in his
fast.
Going to pop the magical journey. Exy is low. Has to run for it. Dignitas pushed back. It looked
Dig,
like it was
just
going to be
back
a good play
off.
here from Palafox, but FlyQuest survive. And are
Wait,
gonna win the
Shifters
Dragon
want to
and
follow?
the tower
Okay,
off
no,
of that team
it
fight.
is
He
pushed
really
in.
wanted to finish off Quad there. He really wanted to finish off the way. Flashes forward.
Bro, Dig, you're fine. Like, Palafox is trying to, like, 1v9 the game right now. Like, just relax. Relax.
There's our no magic mantle. So he's got the Azir itemization secured.
For next time. Nicely done there for FlyQuest, and Quad does escape with his life just barely. Then he got time for his shield as well afterwards,
And they get the
now
scuttle.
2 Ocean Dragons, just the regular ones for themselves. Pretty nice control up here around
Ocean Soul kind of sucks on Fly. Not gonna lie. Well, okay, it sucks for Dig on Fly.
Yeah, it really is.
But
the Shen has been all right, just kind of quietly involved in some of these fights, not making too big of an impact, honestly. They haven't had an effective standing
20 followers away from 2K?
Yet,
Yeah.
Hey, Shen
Yeah,
is
we
still
are.
a tank. He's still creating space. The
We're
parry
close.
zone is very annoying for FBI when timed correctly. And always going to make side
Talk
lanes a
about
little
that
bit more
afterwards.
difficult. Because we talked about how Nara and Azir are obviously stronger in the side lanes, but you always have to worry about a potential stand united. You have to worry about
1980.
the Bard showing up out of nowhere.
Nice.
As we will see.
Wonder who's going to be
heavily playing for mid
1985.
right now around this Baron, but Dignitas
Springsteen,
trying to keep
Madonna,
some eyes in the area. So
way
I'm not
before
surprised.
Nirvana. There was U2 and Blondie.
Definitely
Music
don't
still
want
on
any sort of
MTV.
Surprise ults coming
The
through
new
to
kids
burn your
in high
flash.
school.
Crowdgen
They
is
tell her
kinda
that.
spying
But she's
around,
still
hanging on Fog of War, and,
preoccupied.
ooh, he's looking for them.
19.
Did tickle his toes
1985.
there with the tempered bait, but not
Tickled his
quite getting him.
toes.
Just a little tickle, you know?
Good old
Couldn't
bowling
quite
for
grab on.
soup.
And FBI was giggling.
Yeah.
Very close because FBI didn't have his flash, so
Yeah.
he had to wiggle those toes to get out there. Swing and a miss.
Yeah. Couldn't quite grab him, you know?
Oh, no,
Ignar.
Ignar.
That's
Oh.
Slide again. We've had a game of a lot of almost.
We have.
I feel like
that was
you
a
know.
well-timed ult there from Masu, and now Photon is walking.
So
down the
old.
side.
Bro, I was born in
Changing the
94.
corruption
Good try.
Completely stopped Ignar's ult.
I'm
in his
old.
tracks.
I ain't that old.
Execute.
Do I follow other
With Ignar,
sports?
but getting the worst of it,
Yes.
he's just
A
getting
lot.
poked down
Like a
by
lot
Quad
of
and
them.
Masu. This FlyQuest team is becoming
MTV was the
pretty
YouTube of the
annoying. They have a
90s. Well,
lot of
realistically, the
long-range
80s.
damage. And if you are not clean on your engages, it is tough to fight against the comp that they have built.
Definitely agree. And this mid tower still under siege. It's got crystals built up. They can't finish it though.
So unk that
FBI
everybody in the
able to beat
2000s
the
wishes
wave.
they were born in our generation
Nobody
because
able to
Gen
pop
Z
the
is so
crystals,
cringe that you
and
can't
stands
handle.
for now.
You're so
Long
anti-cringe that
range
you can't handle
artillery
cringe that
is
you don't know
constantly
how to have a good
dodging.
time.
It's like a
Suck
bullet
on that,
hell
Gen
against
Z.
Quad and Masu, you know, piercing arrows and these artillery fire shots coming down constantly. Again,
Oh, God.
connecting in onto FBI.
Ignar's
They finally knock
just,
down the tower
or
this
FBI's
time.
in trouble.
Palfox pushing up topside, but doesn't have the
Think
confidence
TL's gonna
to
win?
stay
Yeah, I
right
think it's
near
gonna be a
that tower
2-0.
and knows that they could actually look for a play up onto him.
I'm not
This
worried about it.
Dignitas team, it kind of
I think we look
revolves around
fantastic right now.
Which of our engagers have flash? Because you really need it to make the engage onto this range advantage that the Quay and the Varus have. So it's got to be, you know, a big Ignar flank or Fog of War play. Currently, he's on Hex Flash, which requires way more setup. Obviously, is not as
Follow your
useful,
lead,
but
boss. Hey, there we go.
Palafox can try and make a
Hardest
big
cup you've
move
ever heard,
have
and
his
you'll just have to deal with it
engagers,
then.
'cause you lose for a meantime, like one of your
Born
biggest
97, my
investors,
sister's 98,
and
so
of course, Photon is the other option.
Yep, going to be trying to.
trust
find
me, I'm
those
familiar
angles.
with
I
the
mean, Ignar did find
generation
some
or with the
really good
years and
engages
their
early on, but the
their
last, I don't know,
influence.
15 minutes or something, it feels like it's been a lot more difficult. For them.
And Casey wins, by the way.
On the last one,
It was really nice. Ooh, Exu could be in some trouble. Gonna
No,
get
Exu's
up.
fine.
Ignar over the wall here, looking to.
But they
threaten
do
it.
no
Not-
damage.
No damage is really around, so not much going to happen from this. Photon now coming in is the binding into the.
Okay,
taunt.
Gakkos is here. This is a
Exu
problem.
Is causing some problems. The Tempered Fate. gonna
Wait,
get
Tempered
sidestepped,
Fate
but he
missed.
is rooted up there by
Griffin
Masu.
pushed out. Okay.
Has to pop the Crescent Guard and the Flash to get out.
Still got a
that's
minute
gonna
until
be
Dragon.
problematic here. as they are just going to head straight on over to Baron, it looks like, and try to force the issue.
I can close out of the LEC.
Without his cooldowns.
Yeah, no Crescent Guard is very, very difficult for Xin to operate now. They do have the flash for Azir and for Gnar, though.
Look at that chunk onto Ignar. Loses about 30% of his health. XU is healthy. And this Baron
saw the KC win.
So slow. This is what Bear is trying to do.
Oh, wait a minute, though. Palafox is treading a little bit. Hold up, though.
Griffin was still tanking up the Baron, and FlyQuest will be pushed back. I mean, their Baron is pitifully slow with just that Varus and Shen damage. So that was.
I mean, Lepage,
really,
again, I'm a benefit that you are passively listening to the main cast. Imagine trying to listen to this without having the cast in the background and just having me. It would suck.
And they will be able to knock down the tower as Ignar just getting this damage raining down on him constantly from Quad, who probably has the death cap on this base. And I think Quad has just been having a great game.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Alright, Palafox, your 2 items, realistically he needs 3. Oh, if Dig can keep zoning them out to get this, that would be massive.
Right now, Dignitas are trying to burn down the Baron, though.
Ignar channeling the Hex Flash. Is he going to go for it? Photon on the side has the Mega Gnar charged up. Ignar is very low, and now Palafox.
They're going to 50-50 it.
Getting marked here by Gakkos as they're going to go in.
Oh, good fight.
Well.
So far.
Retreat back is on the side. Ignar and Photon are battling against Cryogen. Cryogen trying to get out of there.
Where the fuck is FBI? He was holding that 4 shot for so long.
Gakkos in some trouble on the side here. Pops his ultimate to try to.
They got the flash. Oh, they got Quad. They're on Quad.
The shields are massive on
He's
Quad,
dead.
But they won't quite be enough as FBI running from.
Oh, FBI gets out. Great headbutt by Ignar. Palafox lives.
Fights, but can't finish him off. Griffin, taunt, flash, gets the kill back. And on the
Jhin just deals no damage. I don't see how he's able to win this. Nah.
But he just has no damage. His 4-shot can't even break the shield from Gakkos, and he is getting chased. He's got the flash. He may have to use it. Cryogen gonna look. He flashes forward, gets bound up. It's gonna be a trade, but it's just a support for the life here of FBI, who eventually will get knocked down. Jhin can do nothing against the FlyQuest.
Maybe if you built Hex Optic and IE instead of Mosquito build Jhin.
What a fight. Let's take a look at our Pagoda moment here. This one gets crazy.
Man.
Quad is walking over. He's huge on the way. But look at the top side. Photon about to go Mega. Cryogen and Gakkos both go for him.
FBI held on to his 4 shots so long here.
Right in onto Masu and Quad. Pops his ultimate with the ult from the Jhin.
What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds that you were keeping yourself out of position to be able to deal damage.
So on the retreat, Gakkos is
That's
able to finish
crazy.
off with the help of Cryogen's binding. Then they get the re-engage here. Despite the Shen shield as well as his own shield going down, Quad does get shut down as FBI got to move up. And then Palafox goes in, finishes off Masu. Flash from Griffin, able to find that taunt at least on him at the very least. And then, you know, finally, they do have the numbers.
Damn, we're so close to having my cheesecake. I swear to God, I'm so close.
Just a bard there definitely doesn't seem like it was worth. I think Griffin actually didn't even have to flash, so kind of nice for.
And they go raw take. Zeal's best overall honor talent of any region. Smurf last worlds played by Blake. I mean, Jat's always been my guy. Like, I've just been a Jat fan since I started watching League of Legends.
If you can flash in, get a combo into an Emperor's Divide.
Everybody's going to have their own personal favorite in terms of on-air talent. I don't think there's, I'll be honest with you, like the crew that we have now, there's not a single bad person with the LCS. They are all fantastic. Jat has just always been my guy.
Because realistically, they're one good dragon fight away from potentially securing this game. Ocean Soul is going to be so hard for FlyQuest to deal with because they're so dependent upon their poke.
Yeah, and Dig started this game out performing so well.
Also, just massive shout out to Kangas. He came in, and since he's been in the LCS, has just been crushing
it.
Okay, wait, that's ult down. Wait a minute. Varus ult's going to come out here in a minute. Wait for it. There it is. That's the flash. But there's 2 bot. Dig should be able to win this fight easy. Look at that. Come on. Give me my cheesecake. Okay, Azir, just stay behind and deal damage. That's all you have to do. Don't go in too far. Alright, collapse on the Gakkos. Just collapse on the Gakkos. Kill him. Oh, no. No, Azir. Azir. No.
Fox tries to go for the big play, but he is terrified by Quad and taken down. The tempered fake just clipped FBI, and this could be the fight that breaks the back of Dignitas. What a beautiful play there from Quad as Gakkos wants even more. The Stand United to rise. Photon falls. XU set running. Gakkos going to be able to tank up the tower as FlyQuest has a massive play from their mid laner.
Quad reads them like a book, and FlyQuest stuffed the play completely. Even with the Baron buff, Dignitas are losing everything. Their base doesn't stand a chance.
They're just marching in here. They do have the Baron buff, but it's only their jungler and support to try to defend. FlyQuest looks like they're just going to take the inhibitor and back off. They want to try to play for this next dragon. Not confident that they could end before Palafox respawns, and I think they are correct here. So Dignitas will hang on, but that was a big-time play there from Quad.
That was not a big-time play from Quad. That was Palafox inting.
These two teams are built. It's not about the huge, very quick plays. It's about keeping your battle lines in. Let's take another look. So, really good Baron from Dignitas.
Why, Palafox?
Now, when they look for the
Why?
turn, let's take a look. They got a lot of
Please, just stay behind. Just like right here. You don't go in. Just kill. Look, kill Gakkos. Just kill Gakkos.
Looking for a little bit too quick. Quad, boom, nails Palafox just at the last second. And then you get Fear chained into taunts, and he's completely stuffed the play.
I mean, he just wants it too bad.
Wait,
right back to
hold up. Here we go.
Photon might get burst down. He's trying to get into the Mega. The bar is almost fully charged
Palafox,
up. Gakkos
hold
side,
your line.
Quad makes no mistake, knocks him down. The Tempered Fate won't find any as Gakkos charges in. It's a double knock on the front line, and they get crushing together as Griffin is delivered to the back line. FBI is in trouble. Dignitas
okay, Palafox got one.
It's Palafox trying to knock down Masu, but he doesn't have the juice to do it. XU is back with a GA. It's a taunt. It's a flash.
I mean, I don't on that one. It already fell apart, but like.
To survive, taunted up, knocked up. Cryogen running, trying to stay alive. They will eventually be able to knock him down, and it is an open mid lane here. FlyQuest will push. They don't have their carries though. The respawn timers are quite long. I don't know if they can end the game. Photon's up in 15.
Yeah, as is Ignar. I think they could just make time because only tanks are left up.
I'm sorry. I'm just, my brain is just like.
Of a team fight, and it's going to result in the third.
It's just like
I mean, we just jumped straight out of that replay into another fight, but I'm still kind of like focused on that replay where I feel like Gakkos was sectioned from the whole team.
Yeah, you have time.
Could just hit the Scion and you win the fight for free.
It's another instance of you have time. And again, you got to play these fights a little more slowly with how they're constructed here. But take a look at this one. Ignar popped the ultimate, try to walk forward. It was another good ult from Masu though. You saw the Verisol on the side on Photon. Completely denied that engage. And then Quad hits the snipe. So beautiful stuff from the FlyQuest carries there.
Yeah, Palafox is the MVP, or not Palafox, Jesus. Gakkos is the MVP.
Attempt through where it does get dicey because with Gakkos and Griffin so deep onto FBI,
I just want my cheesecake, man.
And flashes as well to at least take out.
I just want my cheesecake.
And he gets low enough Masu here, the XU can finish him off. So at the very least, they do take out the enemy two enemy carries, so they don't lose on it. But still losing more and more ground each one.
I thought Masu played that fight brilliantly. I mean, you called out the Chains of Corruption. He also, as they...
It's if any of the underdogs win a game. So if either Dig or Shopify wins a game today, I get it before the day is done.
And is able to flash the Emperor's Divide at the same time. So really playing these fights out well. Masu definitely a standout here.
The only one that can do damage to Scion is you, Christian.
Yeah, I will try to hit.
That's what we're talking about. I mean, it's
FBI calling him out.
Well, it's like FBI said,
oh,
no one can hurt
man.
Scion except the Azir, but if the Azir is always flying into the back line, he's not there to do the damage.
I also like that this comms, listening, updates our story that we're talking about FBI's growth, that we showed all of the quotes from his former coaches that were on that coaches podcast. FBI's a very calm, you know, just calling out the win cons here. Hey, just a friendly reminder.
Again, the comp is still winnable for Dig.
From the early game, so it's gonna be pretty hard for.
Prop the Crescent Guard defensively.
Hey, Roxanne, thank you for the prime, or thank you for the sub.
One fight away from losing this game. They've got to
3-month resub.
The series would end if they do fall in this second game. FlyQuest now 3 dragons apiece. Titanic Hydra has been completed for Gakkos, so now the Scion actually has some damage, so you can't just ignore him. If he runs past the Azir and onto this Jhin, he is going to be a problem. And this is Masu on his carry stats. has been very good.
Holy shit, Roxanne with the 5 community gifted.
But really
Thank you.
up in a big way in that last team.
Thank you, Roxanne. Holy shit.
Part of the success when FlyQuest is having it.
Yeah, that, his gameplay as well as his leadership. We keep getting interviews and
Roxanne continues to be the GOAT of the New York City League of Legends space. I swear to God.
Because he is one of the elder members on the team, despite being so young.
He's like 20.
He's a better.
It's hard to play fly tanks. Can't just run. I mean, you're not wrong, but like the thing is that Dig just has enough tank. If you can find a way to peel back, it's gonna be fine. Get the subs. Do you pick who? I think it's RNG if I'm not mistaken. You can gift individual people subs like one by one, but like if you batch gift, I think it's random.
About these epic objectives. Our next team fight could just break everything. We've got Dragon Soul coming.
I'm gonna focus on the fight, and I promise I will read out the notifications after this is done. But this is like really close, and we got
we're almost 40 minutes in. It's all about the big
a Baron starting up right now. FlyQuest is officially calling.
Gotta be the one to be able to work through the damage.
How many subs to call in Sick and Co-stream? Well, a day's worth of work is like, I don't know, $400 or $500.
The Titanic proc
so
off the ward did about 20% of Photon's health there. Gakko's very tanky, level 19. Actually took so much free
Plus, I was already off this
Masu,
past Monday, so I can't.
As he tried to get in, Griffin slowly working down this Baron, but that is going to take forever for him to kill.
Okay, wait. FlyQuest is slowly poking this down. Dig has to back out.
Look at Dignos, they're just constantly getting poked as they try to walk in. Ignar is incredibly low now.
Oh, this is a problem. They're not going to be able to get in.
That damage coming in.
But Xyu's got vision. He can go for the steal.
Now the Baron is in danger of just getting knocked down. Dignitas can't even find a way in. Griffin's
just
going to
back off.
Holy
shit.
Beautifully secured.
And that's just
well done.
Full tank
all right.
Shen and his pet. full tank Shen and his
I mean,
pet here. While the rest of the team is
slow and steady wins the race.
Shenq does what? Percentage damage, I think?
Gets the job done, and honestly, that was faster
Something like that?
steady than I thought it
All right,
was.
let me read some of these out.
Fast and steady wins the race too.
Lich Pellis, thank you for the follow. Dench, thank you for the follow. And
Maybe, at least for
Granddad, what is it? Granddad? Mirror Neckbeard?
Griffin and FlyQuest, because it allows the
to
do poke damage.
Grand Admiral Neckbeard. Thank you for the prime sub. That's what it was. Oh, FBI is getting chunked. Okay.
Takes one arrow there from
is Ignar going to be able to get out? If Ignar gets out, this is a winnable fight. Hold up. Hold up. Palafox on the side. Don't go for the big shuffle. Just deal damage.
Ignar is incredibly low, and Ignar has to flash back to safety, running away.
Okay. Okay, hold up. Masu's dead.
It's all up to Quad now.
Just keep doing this. Keep doing this.
He flashes in.
Oh, no. Palafox is a little bit out of place, but it's fine. The root's there.
Fight, but Quad on the side, trying to make it happen here. Quad and Griffin have got to get out of there.
Okay, wait a minute.
They are the only 2 members alive, but Ignar has found Griffin, and they're going to try to chase him down. The Deadly Flourish comes in. Palafox has arrived. Griffin is going to be killed off. Quad is going to get back to base, so it won't be a game ender. But it is
my
a
God,
big
he's
time
going to get out.
Can
somebody go to Dragon and take the soul, please?
They should eventually be able to get the Shen.
Yeah, and they should be able to get the Dragon Soul as well.
Stand United, stand United. He's
out.
He's out, but they lose the soul. You lose a huge objective. With how long these fights...
Wait, it's going down slow. Can he get there in time? Griffin's running straight
forward.
No.
Oh, no.
He has flash.
Oh, no.
Go for this here.
Oh,
he
no.
Have the vision. He's going to taunt in. He sees it getting low. They can pull off it. Quad is trying to help him finish, but he's forced to flash back defensively. Photon pushes him out. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Hold up.
Soul can do so much work.
Palafox, good job. You redeemed yourself on that one.
It's over if Dig are still breathing.
Was that just the 4th shot from the curtain call from FBI? Because Masu got exploded. Ignar going to get caught out here. They're going to look for a pick onto him. He's taunted up.
But again, he lives a long time though.
To survive here. Looking to just
this is. Wait a minute. Oh no, Palafox. Oh no. Oh no. 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 No.
Palafox still surviving on the side. It's a level 20 Gnar.
Wait a minute.
It's Xyu in the middle of the entire team. It's Masu standing and fighting with a double kill. It's a GA being popped. It's FlyQuest with blinking health bars. But everyone is still alive. Again, Dignitas go for the big play. FBI flashes in, gets hit by the crushing maw. He takes him out. FlyQuest, against all odds, win the fight against the Ocean Soul. Dignitas crumbles under the pressure. They tried to go for too much, and they are going to regret that one big time.
First of all, what are these Hui shields? These are massive Hui shields, and FlyQuest, they are going to stay strong despite the Ocean Soul to finish it 2-0.
I cannot believe it. FlyQuest, it looked like they were out of this game, but Dignitas tried to go too far, look for the big play, and FlyQuest outplay him in the fight once again.
I have never seen a player in that situation. And I'm trying, look, I love Palafox individually. I have never seen a player be called out by his teammate mid-game to not, like, to do the thing that you need to do. If you just stand there and deal damage and use your ult as a way to protect yourself, you win all of these fights. All of them. And time after time after time, he just kept going for the ult, and it kept killing him over and over again.
Looking for the Emperor's Divide, looking for a big engage, and FlyQuest outplay him when it matters most in this fight. It is a 2-0 win here for FlyQuest, and Dignitas.
Oh my god, dude.
Remains winless, can't take a series, and today can't even take a game after two very competitive ones and a second one where it felt like they were in the driver's seat at that point.
Whew. That one got me excited. I'm sure it got all the fans excited.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that.
All right, the casters told me the first thing I need to ask you is how excited are you after that win?
Feels pretty good, but we still make some mistakes, so I think we need to still practice a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, some of those late game team fights got very chaotic. So talk me through, especially after that initial team fight mistake where it did look like Dig were going to be able to come back. Talk me through how you guys kind of brought it back.
I just got confirmation golf lessons will be on as scheduled tomorrow.
This game, every team fights, they need to find a flank or engage on us. But I think some fight, they really engage on like flash into just one shot our muscle. That was really scary. I thought we could lose like that fight and then we just lose the game, but I think next fight we did really well, just going to mid and then keep poking, don't get flank, and then keep poking, and then protect me and muscle. So yeah, it was pretty good last fight.
Yeah, there was another earlier fight as Dig were trying to kind of split the map and do Baron that you landed like a really crucial fear onto Palafox to kind of win that, and that really turned the tide in your favor. So talk me through that fight and just this Hui pick overall.
I think we have Bard and then Sion, so I think I can be just scaling gem like Hui and then long range into Azure. So that's why I pick Hui.
I don't want to see this, bro.
I don't know why Master tried to look not on board when bottom side. honestly, I didn't say anything, so that's also a problem too. So we get bottom for free, but we kill.
I don't want to see this. Right? Look, he is isolated.
So
oh,
to be fair,
watch this.
Yeah.
What is it like? The last question I kind of want to ask is, obviously, you are like kind of the older veteran leadership on this team. This team still seems very chaotic. I was listening to you guys. You're very, very loud. What is it like kind of stepping into that leadership role?
I mean, we have a lot of kids, so I want to stay calm, and then I want to be a good leader, so I try to sleep well because every day is so tired. Because they talk a lot. Also, they call my name for no reason. I don't know why they might come like quad, and they say just random things, so too tired. Just I wanna take just good sleep.
All right, well, get out of here. Get some good sleep. Thank you so much for catching up. On the other side of the break, we will have Cloud9 taking on Shopify Rebellion.
Dude.
See you then.
I need the clip of that from my own thing. I'm gonna clip my own stream on that. I mean, how do I go back in my own VOD and see it? And I'm sorry. I need to go back and see this. Like this was just like I know my reaction was like very vitriolic last, but like it felt deserved.
The absolute legend who went from gaming on her phone to ruthless online streaming slayer with no mercy for any living thing is your mom?
Hey guys, apples with peanut butter?
How is this possible?
With AT&T wireless and home internet.
Hey, text me if you need anything.
Level up your connection with AT&T wireless and home internet, now available across the nation.
No, she's so nice in real life.
I need to find this. Okay, I found the play.
I will also take to the skies.
Me too.
You? No, you will always be a worm.
Just
All right.
wait and see.
After the ad, we'll clip this. How do I clip my own stream? Are you not able to? Really?
Keep looking, bro. We still have channeled. Dark start.
Twitch, but when I try to go on Twitch, like it doesn't show like the ongoing VOD that like I can. And like if I go to like content.
No flash away. No flash. I can win this. Just play. Wait slowly.
Yeah, only Bard can die.
I cannot believe it. FlyQuest, it looked
Maybe
like they
that's
were
it.
out of this game, but Dignitas try to go too far, look for the big play, and FlyQuest outplay them in the fight once again and will take the series 2-0.
2 days ago, nope. Should be able to just rewind. It's not letting me. And if I go to clips, it's not going to show the full thing, right? Yeah, it only has the last little bit. Unless you have to go to like here. You can rewind streams. I mean, either way. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it, but like, oh, bro, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I was so close to having the cheesecake, man. We were like 2 inches away. Oh, it's tragic. It's... Also, I just realized I closed out of my Twitch dashboard view. That I need to be able to read your notifications because I know a few came in. What was it? Okay, it was Grand Admiral Neckbeard subbed, and then that was free. Okay, so we caught up on everything during the game. But like... Oh, man. That cheesecake's gonna taste great at the end of the day. Found a bunch of classic Dave show. There are like 3 good Roadshow ones. Hey, there we go. I'm glad we still got the takes.
Welcome to our second series, Shopify Rebellion versus Cloud9. As we see Cloud9 arriving, they still refuse to do the clown car, which I know I bring this up every time, but
where's
like,
the rest of them?
One of these days, you know, they need to just pretend that they're like all cycling through.
I cannot believe
Where are the rest of Cloud9?
what I just watched.
Yeah, you got on
Every single one of those fights was...
Yeah, my bad.
Oh, I need to go back here. Every single one of those fights was winnable for Dig.
I have these glasses on instead of like the nice like sunglasses.
If Palafox
you
simply didn't go
Anyway,
for the shuffle.
Going into this matchup, I think we all can agree, very heavily C9 favored.
Just
Shopify Rebellion,
painful
they've been putting together some good early games.
stuff for...
Yeah, I mean, just like
the problem is.
Yeah, I was about to say.
As we can see, they're goal
I
difference at
am
15 of all teams in the LCS first.
Yeah.
And I would like to attribute a large portion of that.
Okay, well, okay, we're relying on Shopify. Never thought I'd say that, but here we are.
Contracts has had some really
Somehow,
really good
here we
pop-up
are.
games, and throughout his career, everyone's come to know when he has these extremely good snowball ones.
Okay, I want to
Energy
find
had
the
some really
clip on
famous
my own
ones,
thing.
especially against G2. But he's done that throughout his career over a long period. Some of them, obviously, then he also has ones that are not that good or snowbally. But look at these stats so far, Emily.
Yeah, I mean, he is really like feeling himself right now, and he has been this engine for their early game, right? I was actually really pleasantly surprised by a lot of the stats for contracts when I was like looking them up. I didn't think they'd be this good, especially since they have struggled to get wins. Being third in KDA still of all junglers.
Getting the clip, so I have it for later.
I have a lot of faith in this team only because of, basically the stats that we're seeing. A lot of it is driven by contracts looking mid early, quite a few times. And at least in the last couple series that we've been seeing, that's really unlocked Zinni to play a lot better. I felt like their 2v2 has been a lot stronger. And so even when the games are getting really hectic and back and forth, especially in the Lion series, you're like, ooh, they have angles. I just need to see more from the side lanes, top lane and bot lane in particular. So like that's one point of, I think, growth of the team. The second one is
you have a draft for us, yeah.
So I want to talk about the draft.
Bro, watching this clip back is so hard. Oh my god. Like it hurts.
This is them going
It hurts to watch this again.
Now, in a situation where you're playing Vex,
I
want you to be able to
can't.
high burst damage, single target.
There's
something
no-
that you can focus on. Maybe if they had the Vi, maybe they had something that's like you can fight front to back a lot easier.
Like, it's
I
just-
like that.
it's
Also,
crazy.
Really don't like it when you're going up against a Lulu. I think it's really tough for you to get basically, you know, if you're playing Viego, you can get a position.
And I'm watching the last fight
I really
again.
like Vex in this position, and so you really saw it struggle. In this game, in this position, probably a Galio. I think Galio works well, so then if a Kali and a Vi is trying to dive in, then it's easier for you to play around your Jarvan. So it's like,
Oh
even
man,
though
dude,
someone
that's it.
like Zinni has a lot
It's
of
so
creative
bad.
picks that you can play around. Not in this specific game, it didn't work.
Not this pick.
He is now, what, 0-4 on Vex in particular. But let's pray that if you're getting another Vex out there and you get that one dub, that it happens with a better draft.
Dude, I want to see people use some creative random picks.
I like it. Let's draft around it a little bit better. That's my whole.
Oh, dude, I can't. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Explain the cheesecake thing. If any underdog today wins a single game, I get the cheesecake that I bought for myself. If they don't, then I just have it at the end of the day. So basically, they can speed up the timeline of which I get to enjoy my cake. I can enjoy it on stream with all of you, or I could be forced to wait until later. So that's pretty much it.
50 shy of a full year. It sounds like C9 has to be ready to take these boys down.
You think they haven't played as much as you would think.
Details.
It was a 3-2 in
Okay, easy 2-0 for Shopify. Shopify 2-0 incoming. I appreciate that you all have faith. I do not. Man, that was a tough game to win. Papa, we both know if Palafox just didn't like cash out on that game, like that should have been like. I'm sorry, there's no world. The fact that they got to the point where they scaled is already problematic enough, but like, oh man, quad crazy 1v9, Lucker, we were out of it. Yeah. Yeah, they somehow got to the point where they scaled like that. Your guys' call was a little weird. Not sure how I felt about it, but Palafox,
we can see Orianna and Karma banned out.
Quad kind of does that to Palafox, you say. Palafox trash talked him on Shopify Rebellion into that result a few times it happened. Check Palafox.
On the other side, we're gonna focus solo lanes a little bit more.
He also took 2 turret shots level 1. He did. A whole just a slice of cheesecake, not a whole cheesecake.
I would not be surprised. Yep, there you go. Varus locked in.
Missed that, came in through halfway too. Yep. In one dig, technically, we're in a good game position, you know, throw it. I mean, dude, it's shifters and it's Dignitas. Like, whenever you think that they're going to win it and they're like this close, it's like, just chuck it. Chuck it. Oh, man.
a shift. In
Gakko's player of that series, though. Gakko's leveling up a lot very quickly.
Last week when we saw Yunara Lulu get drafted in one of the games.
I'm so
has not been successful in North
I'm so sad. I want my cheesecake so fucking bad.
Not been a winning combination so far.
And I'm entirely reliant on Shopify to now win over C9. Who's going to be pissed off because they got eliminated from Esports World Cup qualifiers.
Taking that as his number 1 AD jungle, likely to just be traded back for another AD jungle with Blabber Jarvan, which is a little scary in the past, but something we didn't mention with the 3 bans that Shopify had, what is not included in the Orianna, Karma, Seraphine bans that is normally a ban against C9? I think we're seeing it in Hubbard right now.
Yep, this is always exciting when we get it. It's the signature champion for APA.
Psych,
it always works out well, and now it's getting replaced by Annie.
Alright, nope, we're starting fights on Twitter. Fuck it, we're starting fights on Twitter. Fuck it, we ball.
Probably just pick Ziggs whenever.
That's my problem with pivoting over to Annie, which is another champion that I have just been very whelmed by in North America.
Fuck it, we ball. Where's the quote? I saw it. Nope.
On the stage, and it's just
who is it? It was King.
It's supposed to have, whereas APA Ziggs,
not King Wolves. Yeah. No, it wasn't King Slayer LEC. It was King something.
Are almost always standout.
Yeah.
So I'm
of course it's like one of those LCK LCK accounts that fucking.
Will be the response in the mid lane.
Oh, hang on, I have it on my phone.
I think the Zigzag.
Oh, that's who it was. It's
LOL
Val.
Comes into my mind. And it was against Shopify.
Leaker? Yeah, this person.
Picked LeBlanc into Ziggs and just ruined his life and completely ran the game. Zinni would probably have a counter pick ready for Ziggs. Like if you're thinking as APA, game 1 they leave
there
Ziggs
is so much.
And they already have 2 champions that are good against it. Okay, maybe it's a trap, and he's gonna hold off. That's
but
where I'm
there's also the reality that many don't want to
and if they lose, it's
accept,
going to be because they didn't pick Ziggs. Totally agree.
and that so few people
Okay, we'll see how it works. We'll see if they
outside of
wrong on
staffs
that
are going to games in the Riot
the Nautilus and the Alistar
arena.
Both taken off the table. They don't want something else that can start fights off because honestly, C9 already has some really good go.
I agree. Tickets should be free at this point,
C9 is going to have to
but
ban the Bard based off of the double melee supports that Shopify
I
banned,
don't
and
believe
Bard good pair with Ezreal. Bard's good with both supports,
that
but since
changes much.
C9 picked first pick,
My whole thing
first pick after second phase of bans,
is just to move it online so we can get double round robin and road shows from the money we save by not being in studio.
They choose to play something similar. They're sitting on this Rel hover for quite a while.
Talent,
Plenty of different
labor,
here, but gonna have
and
to pick
tech
something. Leona, the choice.
costs
Okay, first Leona of split
are
2.
It's been a while, but we're
likely
so deep already into
the
the support
majority
bans,
of the
herself is a strong champion
hit on studio.
Extremely durable, especially if you decide to go with an early protoplasm harness. It synergizes
Studio
so well
days.
with the Leona W. So I actually like the pick. It's always been a good pair with Ezreal, and we're so deep into the support pool bans that it makes sense.
And it also reminds me a little bit of the one of those pro player champion mechanical insight shorts that we had, talking about how Ezreal is actually deceptively strong early on in
chunk
lane.
of
You
that
stack lethal tempo, you stack his passive, and then you just all in because people assume his job is to sit back and pelt you with Qs.
If not,
he can really pose a lot of threats.
Happy to be
which Leona also
proven wrong with
C9 in the numbers,
but
was Rakan.
as I've been saying,
I remember years back meta where Xayah and Rakan was dominant. And
give me more road trips / road shows and online games.
Jumping in and out of the fights.
Yeah, absolutely.
The majority of us truly
were
never going to be in LA for games in the first place.
Got some classic support picks coming in here. I wonder if the meta is
I didn't proofread that. There's probably a shit ton wrong with it. Who's Sten? Didn't Sten? I was gonna say, yeah, Sten's a pro player.
This series, it's because they're just
wait, isn't Sten the dude that got blocked by somebody getting support?
I mean, I was actually thinking this morning that
alright, anyways, said my shit. Alright, looking at draft real quick. Ooh, hang on. I really like this draft from Shopify.
first series.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Effort to disrupt it. There was a first pick Seraphine followed by an Ashe takeaway, so you couldn't land the pair. And then here, Shopify just said, no, we're not playing that game.
All right, there's someone on Reddit saying that the dog gained an avid watcher.
Versus Gnar in the top lane. So we
That-
did have the Gnar pick up there for C9 because they
Do what Overwatch League does. Everything is online, and they have in-person majors. I think it's great. That's what Call of Duty does as well. It's the same exact format, and I personally prefer that. 2-0 Shopify. It's finals right now. People don't have time to go.
Your team had better be ready to play the
When I've seen the LCS arena split, it's like 70% plus full. If it's 100% full, they lose a lot of money. If
Yorick has any say in the matter, he wants to be split pushing.
If it's 0% full and they don't open it to fans, they lose less money. Unfortunately, it's a budget-saving exercise when you have the LA studio. My whole thing, Papa, is then just get rid of the fucking studio. If that logic is true, that when everybody shows up, they lose money, and then when there's no fans, they lose less money, get rid of the studio. Like, how are we at the point where we're rationalizing that logic? I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, like, how are we at a point where that makes sense? In any capacity. It does not.
Just so you guys know, with this Pagoda pause, it's a Vulcan
For regular
roster, so
season
you
to
get
road shows
ready
is
to
what
actually
makes the
go
best
back and
of all worlds of 2026. But IDK, what they sold sponsors. Agreed. Okay, so okay, me and Papa are on the same page here. Stem was in Team Heretics, I think. Yep. Heretics support that got benched for Way. Got it. Do it or Watch League. Yep.
That is pretty crazy. The series they win,
I think you and I agree on moving away from the in-person studio, but business deals are the multi-layer being interpreted. I mean, I'll tell you right now. Like here's the. As somebody that works in traditional media, that worked in ad sales, okay, I did ad sales for those of you that need context. I used to do CBS's ad sales finance for James Corden, Stephen Colbert, as well as some primetime, and then ABC News, or not ABC, CBS News. Sorry. So what happens when you are unable to deliver on a promise? So what happens in this situation is that the sponsors sign on for a specific amount of eyeballs. Okay, State Farm signs on an agreement that I would assume that you're probably going to get a certain amount of, well, State Farm's Pagoda. We'll use Pagoda since they're on screen. They're guaranteed a certain amount of traffic that the LCS is going to deliver because that's the whole price, like, that's the whole negotiation that's made. I'd be shocked if they didn't, but what likely happens is if you are under-delivering on the audience that you need to give them, you create what's known as an audience deficiency. So basically, Pagoda would get additional ad time and additional time on screen in front of eyeballs to make up for the fact that they haven't delivered in what they were promised in the current existing structure of time. Now, if you can't deliver by the end of the contract, then sometimes the LCS or like the organization might have to pay back money. Like you have to give money back to the sponsor for not delivering the full thing of what you promised. And if you over deliver, then sometimes like there's conditions in place to protect against that. In this case, because viewership is so much lower than what it was in winter, I'd imagine we're operating at a audience deficiency right now to sponsors. Like we owe them impressions, we owe them eyeballs, and beyond. So to Papa Smithy's point, there could be restrictions in place that like maybe it does prevent that from going fully online. Personally, I don't see like maybe part of that is tied to like in-person activations because technically if you went online, you'd have more time to deliver those promises. So that should be able to cancel that out. But if there's in-person activation stuff tied to this, I could see where that's potentially a problem. But I would think that Pagoda, sensing the problems in the business, would also want to come to the table and renegotiate it because it would be in their best interest for whatever's also in the league's best interest, so long as they're given their fair share.
So I feel like if you can get ahead with Shopify, if you can have this Leona and Pantheon in a spot where they feel confident.
Guaranteed business deals define LCS as a certain kind of in-person stage thing, including analyst tests and beyond. So making it into things that make more sense for a budget without vacating money are hard. Yes. The biggest, we don't know the nature of these negotiations and like, again, what they promise in return, but I would imagine it's a certain amount of eyeballs. Is like what Pagoda gives in return for the money that they provide to the league. And we obviously use the money to pay the bills and pay everything else here. Pagoda then hopes that it will eventually sell their product. If enough people will see it, eventually enough people will buy the product and it's worth it for them.
So I feel like under the surface, the team is progressing a little bit. And on my side, we did just hop out of the game, so it seems like our issue.
Genuinely, it's cool to have a coach with high-level relevant knowledge to the actual league To be clear, I don't know about like LCS day-to-day operations. Obviously, I'm not in on that, but I can speak on traditional media because of my time previously at CBS and obviously working for Disney now. So like I have a. I'm not saying that I like. Don't take what I say as like, hey, I know what's best for the future of the LCS. Like that is a prediction at its core. That is a prediction. It is forecasting. You're taking a educated guess based on strategy. So me pointing out like how some of this stuff can work, assuming that's how they have it set up, shouldn't be taken as like I know what's best. But
now your opponent here in week 4 is Cloud9. Which is one of the teams that most people
that was your business offer of the week? Oh, bro, we could talk so much more.
It's just like the
so much more.
Brutal because you're most likely going to start off at like a 1-3, and that momentum just feels that much harder. You're that much further behind.
Most time, the contradicted. Jesus Christ! Thank God I was not an English major. Obviously, the thing I would say to folks is that understand like even though.
The pause is too long.
Again, even though we all might have like a base level understanding, like I got into an argument yesterday with somebody in my Discord that was an accountant because they were basically saying like, they were saying, oh, Riot Games has the money to fund all of this. And it's like, well, that's not how this works. It's different lines of business. LoL Esports is a completely different LOB line of business than like League the Game and beyond. And it broke out into like a 15-minute argument because they were arguing or they were like trying to debate the point of, well, you know, ultimately this is all just marketing and Riot could shell out the money if they want to. And it's like, but they're not. Like that's not practical. Riot has been given the order by Tencent to make all of this break even. Therefore, you have to treat each individual LOB as their own standalone property. You don't get to rely on the piggy bank that is the general skins in the game, regardless of whether we see that as like something that's owed to us or not, whether like there should be creator codes and esport team codes that like whenever I go into the game, if FlyQuest encourages me or Team Liquid encourages me or Dig or Shopify, like if I'm watching the games and they encourage me to want to buy a skin, I should be able to enter a code and a portion of that skin sale goes to the esports side. Then we're able to value the true amount that we are raising for esports within actual in-game skin sales beyond the esports skin sales that they give us, like the one-offs for each international event. But Riot's not incentivized to do that because it's completely different LOBs, and you deal with cross-company transactions that they clearly don't want to deal with because it affects the bottom line of other departments. They're not going to want to give that up. They're going to want to fight for that pretty heavily. And that's not just a Riot thing. That's every company's thing. Like each individual segment will fight to protect the margins that they're trying to grow with. It's a push and pull. And LoL Esports, unfortunately, because it was set up as marketing from the beginning, but then forced to transition into this break-even state later, you're not dealing with the same underlying conditions that would have helped us get there from the jump. So that was a lot of information I just spewed at you all, and I'm sorry. Like I know this is a lot of business talk, but like it's one of the few times that I get the chance to like actually speak on this and still
we're picking up what we can. Standard stuff, liking it.
Have in-depth discussions on this. Esports only works with fans at the venue. Esports works with fans at the venue, assuming you fill it out. But if you're only filling it up part way, I don't think it works all that well, personally. Also, I don't think we've done a good job of esports in the United States in terms of embracing the East Coast. I will keep saying that. 75% of our population is.
That is actually the strangest chrono break. It's logical, but it's the strangest chrono break ever.
I can find the picture because there's like a.
Although technically you could chrono it, but like, what's the point?
Yeah, like this.
Redeploy from your base and
literally nothing has happened.
Yeah, no one's seen each other. Although I could definitely see if one.
Yeah, so this is our population map in the United States, and 75% of the population lives to the east of this line here of Texas. And where we host LCS is here. Where finals is going to be is right here, so not too far. We do not activate the primary part of the United States that we need to be concerned about. Like we do a terrible job of activating it. It is horrendous. And that's why whenever I tell you, like New York, like I try and do events here, is because we have such a big hub in this area that everybody can accept, or that's accessible to everybody, and you go from there.
Now, let's see that ward. We've got to make sure that once he sprints down to the bottom lane, the middle brush right by the alcove.
What if I did? I mean, LePudge, they're just not incentivized to do the creator codes because it would lose revenue for other departments.
So he's completely changed the game. The butterfly effect. Sven is the one
instead, he's like, don't worry.
Chicago studios over LA studios? Yeah, agreed. Anything east of that line would be better. To reach young people and make it cool to go see live. Exactly, but you need to have live events in order to make it fun for kids to go to them and play games and have fun and do everything else. Esports, Papa Smithy said, esports works when you entice. Let me turn up the volume.
Issue or whatever at the very beginning of the game.
There we go.
Do you try to do
when you entice people to go to a venue because of strong narrative teams, if you expect them to go to a weekly thing just because it's scheduled, it doesn't work unless the game is super hot and no esports is right now. Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Top to bot. He started on red buff. When we paused and remade the first time, he was over here with minions about to spawn. So both teams have actually slightly changed their level 1.
Okay.
Not that it matters, but I think it's just to mix things up so that some in theory plan doesn't punish them.
All right, let's focus on the game. We can talk more business between the games. I want to focus. I want to do my good co-streaming job and duties here by making sure that we are focusing on the product in front of us and saving the other discussion for between games.
About how we were hoping to see like the zigs, but the
all right, comp-wise, I do like what Shopify's got going here. I'm a little bit worried about their like sustained damage. It feels way more burst, but Fudge should be able to be a front line and kind of go from there.
And passed over in exchange for this more meta pick.
Absolutely.
On Dig's side, you got Annie, you have Varus, Rakan, Gnar, and then Xin Zhao. Honestly, I like Shopify's comp a lot better. A lot better. But we will see. It is also on execution, and we know Thanatos can get a lead topside.
And then last place. But Shopify,
all the games
in spring,
understood.
In particular, the 6 games they played, very solid wins in week 1 against Dignitas, actually, not against DSG. And then Team Liquid, still very close gold for a lot of that first game. And against Lion as well, very close gold until like the 20-25 minute mark. So the early games have actually been very effective for this Shopify team, and they just haven't been able to close out as much as you would want.
And I feel like that's the tragedy of what you were talking about during the pause, the fact that they've never seen a Game 3 so far this year when these games are staying pretty well locked close for that first 20 or 25 minutes. But this could be the game-changing week. We'll have to wait and see here. But APA getting the better of Zinni. They're in that first
I found a tweet that said, my controversial opinion of the day from a German fan of note is that I absolutely hate watching the LEC road shows because I find that booing is totally cringe and unsportsmanlike. I'm sorry, but events with primarily KC fans are just not watchable for me. Congrats, don't watch then. If you don't like getting booed, that's a you problem.
They played a lot of really close games in which they win late. Blabber sticks around extra to get a Fudge kill.
Fudge. Nope.
Is ready to go, and the first blood is even handed over to Thanatos, feeling good about it.
Man, Fudge, come on.
Yeah, immediately Seos is ready to try to make something happen here in the bottom lane as Ven.
Fudge, we cannot be falling behind here. If we fall behind, you are like you are going to be such an integral part of this comp.
Blabber hurts his jungle tempo by only about 10 seconds, so the gank ends up being extremely valuable, and we know that if you
think I'm not booing C9, you're fucking crazy.
And a couple minions down for the Yorick early on can be devastating. Big pickup for Thanatos if you talk to him.
How do you think they would handle if like what happened in Philadelphia this past week? I don't know if any of you guys saw, but there was a video of the Philadelphia mascot. He beat up a penguin and then took a penguin suit and chucked it from like the 3rd story down to the 1st, and fans started beating up the penguin in the stands. The penguin costume, not an actual penguin, to be very clear. But like, I love that shit. That's good sports.
Yeah, Sven wants to see the flash timers that Vulcan types, and he doesn't want to hear APA's mental warfare.
He doesn't want the rest of that nonsense in there. Okay, Still just that 1 kill so far on the board. First Drake is about to spawn here in 5 seconds or so. I do always like to keep track of how much early priority is placed on the Drakes.
Flyers Nation. I cannot remember the name of their mascot right now.
When we have things like these engaged supports that can set up a play that then rotates over into a Drake afterwards. But right now it's Sven and Vulcan with control over the bottom.
But there's a
lane.
video of him like running at Penguins fans down the hallway. Gritty. That's yep.
Ward up top lane. That's where we have contracts laying in wait.
Yep.
A lot of
There's 2 videos now that have gone viral of Gritty literally chasing Penguins fans down a hallway to scare the shit out of them. It's so funny.
Yeah, but Blabber going for these Krugs now, though. If he gets the Krugs, he should.
If we're talking mascot Hall of Fame, it's Gritty #1. Ooh, wait a minute. Does he have the jump? He does. You got to get the kill. No, come on.
His potion keeps him alive. Thanatos lives with what had to be 20 HP.
And there are no flashes on Shopify to try and finish that
But no,
kill.
my top two mascots, top 3 mascots, the Oregon Duck, Gritty, and the Indianapolis Colts mascot Blue, who also again TL could be taking a page from that one. At Blue, they do a mascot versus children football game, and Blue just goes around and decks 8-year-olds, like pummels them to the ground. It's so funny. It's so good.
Blabber is now waiting down here in the bottom side.
The Oregon Duck shaved the kid's head on college game day. It was wild. And then Gritty's just Gritty. Like, what do you say?
Attempts on that Drake here just yet, like I was talking about earlier, but there's a lot.
The Oregon Duck also does 7 push-ups for every touchdown that's scored in a game on a platform.
Now an additional ward in the Pixel Brush and a control ward in the Dragon Pit. They really want to know if
I would also add the BYU Cougar is probably up there in terms of top 4 mascots because of the dances that the Cougar does with the dance team.
Okay, I was thinking originally it's 20 or 30, something like that. I'm like, yeah, that probably factored in. 3 is okay for sure.
A little close. That's like the second that you pressed your first refillable potion is the difference between living and dying, as well as all the plated steel caps and all of his rune choices. So very close, but that's sometimes how League of Legends games are decided. And now that they've set up around bottom lane, the ganks have failed. Thanatos is back to trying to farm plates in the top lane, and Blabber is probably just going to move in here. Seos, that's vision you don't control.
Yeah, he managed to sidestep the initial Jarvan combo, but then the Cataclysm still locks him up. He tries to use Zenith Blade to
he gets out.
APA, and the escape will be successful. Manages to put himself in a spot where he can flash back over the wall to escape any more follow-up from C9. So Seos is going to
it's a slow early game. It's a slow early game, Rev.
So low-key, that was a really bad place to be, but the result is really good. I'm always going to trade like a heal.
Also, it's LCS tangent related because we can activate Blue in the LCS. That is LCS related.
And then also all the tempo they've gained where they're trying to chase down this Leona who's going to reset anyway. Bot lane wasn't.
But you're right, it's not game related. Anyways.
Shopify actually gets a lot of tempo off of that. Now Contracts are trying to use it to steal red.
Is he going to get it? Does he have smite?
Out
no.
Flag,
oh, Contracts.
Not there.
No, he has smite.
Into the brush, but he doesn't want to try to overcommit to this. You could see that Fudge was walking down towards that jungle as well in case there was
CS check, even in mid, top side a little bit favored towards Thanatos. Contracts pretty much, Contracts a little bit up actually, that's good. And then bot side even.
They don't really want to fight that, so C9 just going to walk away from it. Seos.
Oh, just missed.
For the Zenith Blade there, he needed the one more kill on a minion for the Solar Flare. Does finally have it now. The entire time, Blabber is looking to take the first Drake. Just about 8.5 minutes.
I think 3 Void Grubs, especially when you have a Yorick on your team, hella worth.
If they want to. Very greedy goes after Blabber. Not quite gonna find
never mind.
Follow up and immediately Contracts and Zinni guarantee that Blabber's out of there. Nice collapse from Shopify.
That was so sweet. Essentially, it looks like a trade from Shopify.
Come on.
They send Yorick
Give me my
grubs.
cheesecake.
So C9 think they're taking grubs, which makes sense because they're a Yorick team and want to be able to split push. But then instead of killing all 3 grubs, they only kill 2. It doesn't give the global contract call out. Contracts move down.
Can they go back and get the 3rd grub? Like, does it stay up?
Likely the Drake, but this fight's not over.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
B-Boy's doing some damage. I'm just saying.
C9 distracted, but now it's time to exfiltrate. Seos.
Oh, this is a.
Ooh. Vulcan's already got the kill. Seos into the picture. Chains of corruption fly out. Zinni's got to be careful. Blabber jumps
This is
in
not good. Nope, this ain't good. But wait, Blabber dead. B-Boy's doing damage. Hold up. Come on, B-Boy.
Double kill for the Ezreal, and he might not be done just yet. Another Mystic shot finds Sven. Tibbers won't be able to do anything about it, Jad. It's a bloodbath in bot side.
B-Boy's Ezreal comes out of that with 2 kills, and Shopify get the Drake. Watching it one more time, we know there's no Pantheon ult, no Leona ult, no Ezreal ult, so Shopify is low in terms of starting this fight, regardless of if the TP comes in.
Come on.
And it's a good fight start for C9 as they're able to burst down a couple, but it's the continuation that gets them in trouble, mainly because they miss everything. So Blabber doesn't land his EQ knockup, and Sven misses his flash Q on the Varus. If they get that kill on Zinni, then they probably have numbers, and B-Boy's not confident enough to chase, but because they missed everything.
No flash. Nice. Nice, B-Boy. Well played. Yeah, good.
Here we go. All right, come on.
I agree. That was well played by B-Boy.
Come on.
Good. Shopify will be happy with that.
Are we rooting against C9?
Like you mentioned,
Always.
they already had the 2 out of the 3 grubs from
Always passively, but in this particular case, I just need them to lose game 1 so I can eat my cheesecake.
Either side can go collect him if they really want to. MasterCard Power Spike completed, as Zinni is going to have his Proto Belt unlocked now on that Aurora.
All right, B-Boy, 2 kills. Massive. He's going to be able to poke out a lot in these fights.
Ready to cast here again. Does have a very sizable health advantage over
Zinni.
right now too, but won't hit him with that last 2
he's out.
Hex. And Vulcan's just going to make sure that his mid lane...
No dragon for 3 minutes.
A lot of support roams in the mid lane here in this Annie versus Aurora matchup. Really common matchup. They both kind of want to do the same thing.
Isn't Proto Belt like one of the components that goes into Rocket Belt? Or am I mistaken?
So that you can get the TP back now, matching with Malignance. Good stuff from APA. But I like the position Shopify's in this game right now. They have good bot push. Item power spikes and Contract's ult is up soon. They're going to be looking for a play bot here.
B-Boy is so strong. He's got red buff alongside the Trinity Force. The tier is halfway stacked, so
Shopify wins this Pudge. Get some cheesecake? No, it is my cheesecake and my cheesecake only. But I appreciate the faith from Pudge if this does end up happening. To lose specifically game 1 or just one game. So I get to eat my cheesecake after today's games no matter what. Or if a upset at all happens and what we're calling Trap Saturday, then I will get to eat it. Okay. This is kind of a disjointed play. B-Boy missed quite a few things though. Oh no.
Piercing arrows, then staying alive for now. Its Contract also misses the spear. Zinni has to show up to finish the job, and C9 are looking for a little bit more.
Wait a minute. APA used the stun on the right person. Damn.
But it's disaster for Shopify Rebellion. That play, a couple of skill shots that should have been just a little closer, a little more accurate, end up costing dearly.
Oh, this has got to be so frustrating for Shopify.
Why did you go so deep?
I loved the idea of this play. It just falls short in the execution. They had perma mid push. They had bot push. They want to set up a numbers advantage dive with a no cleanse Varus. You can see no summoner spells there down on the bottom.
And Rakan just like stops them.
They land the full stun. Zenith's blade doesn't connect. And then Ezreal also misses because he was expecting a CC follow-up from Leona, so they missed everything. Now they're caught under the turret, and Blabber can execute.
And then Contracts misses the spear. Yeah. That's a melee range Pantheon spear, and that's a 200 HP target. That would have killed.
They're all skill shots. They can be dodged or missed. However, if you're stunned, you miss it.
Yes.
Because there's no dodging when you're stunned.
The guy can't move.
Yes, Seos did miss that E. But I'd say Sven dodged the Pantheon.
Okay, that's fair.
You know, we'll give him some credit.
That's fair. I'll accept that. It is now a 6-4 game for C9. They are only up 500 gold, so it's not like Shopify have just completely lost all control of the game or anything like that. Like, we still have a very competitive game thus far.
Fudge is also down a lot.
30 seconds left.
This is a 40 CS lead topside.
Until the Herald shows up on the
I'm terrified for what happens when Thanatos comes to join this fight.
Secure the final grub that was started by Fudge
earlier,
like,
so scared.
You mentioned already how grubs are more important for Yorick comps than they are for most other comps, just because he has to be that dedicated split pusher. So now the question will be how much value does
Shopify definitely scales better. Not denying that. I'm just like,
he got the first blood.
Yeah, geez.
C9 when they win has a tendency to not let it get there.
Force completed. While he has this power spike, he's just going to keep dominating. Thanatos Gnar is just different.
Yeah, he's really good at the champion, and he's 40 farm and a kill ahead. Like, this is not going to be an enjoyable split pushing game for Fudge unless something drastically changes.
Looking at the top laners with no TP, they're going to keep doing their thing. But with this Drake being up,
Ooh,
C9
that's
is going to
stepping
want to
up.
retake this vision. We definitely could see a fight in a moment's notice.
Dragon's up. Here we go.
Controlling the area for now. 2 control wards already put down by Shopify Rebellion. Blabber level 10 here on the Jarvan. Contract's only level 9 on his Pantheon.
This is a crazy 15-minute lead by Thanatos, by the way.
For neither top laner.
Zinni keeps getting the mid push, so that's giving Shopify these windows to move back into River. But then once APA clears the wave, he'll be allowed to enter. So this is perfectly setting up for a fight.
Drake's still about half HP. Piercing arrow only hits
Ooh,
Solar
nice.
Flare finds a target in Blabber.
That didn't hit as many as you would think. I think, yeah, just sacrifice sales. Just get out.
As the Infernal Drake is claimed by Shopify.
I don't know if you needed to sacrifice your body for that,
Yeah,
but
Drake for support, but APA quickly ran top lane. He might be looking to execute Fudge here and break open the top turret. Contract is going to fall.
this is going to be bad for Shopify.
2v2 potential up here underneath the top lane tier 1 turret. Fudge getting bursted down very quickly. The Mega Gnar into the wall takes him out before Contracts arrives. And C9 with APA's rotation into the top lane finds another kill.
Really well executed there by C9, and that's completely an APA play. He sees that the dragon fight is done, and he just rushes up top lane.
Not
you can tell
good.
They also knew it needed to be a fast play, so they were aware
2K
of
lead
the
on the
ultimate
Thanatos now.
possibility, and they just pull it off. This is now
And a 50 CS lead.
gold lead for this Thanatos blind pick Gnar. He is making Shopify pay.
And now that Fudge is dead for the next 5 seconds, it means less control over the top side of the map for Shopify by default, which means it's
hey, at least Shopify got all 3 grubs, right? And 2 dragons. Like, they have the ability to stall this out. So it's still not, like, 3K gold lead sucks, yes. But it's not in, like, a down horrendous state to the point where you can't win it.
For C9, Zinni is going to rotate into top lane, though, to make sure he's catching these waves because Fudge has now moved bottom after
Still
respawning.
doable.
APA is the one answering him down there. Both of those champions have their teleports ready. APA does get caught in the dark procession, but immediately
Wait,
just
you're
turns
kidding.
around
Does
the
Fudge
Givers,
die here?
Forcing Fudge to walk back a little
You're
bit.
kidding.
It's a battle of minions between these two, and Fudge ends up flashing away.
Usually the Yorick is going to be really confident if you can get into melee range with your Maiden. Not with Noah Mar against that Annie.
Nope, but the Rip Turret has already been claimed by C9.
Okay, good pick.
Blabber, the sacrificial Jarvan for that one. And the eyeball is still on the floor. Shopify is trying to protect it and prevent C9 from being able to get anything out of this objective.
Okay.
Thanatos in Mini-Gnar form, trying to step up, create a little bit of space. But the eye is starting to sparkle with that purple energy. It's about to go back to the void, and yes, it does. Nice move from Shopify there. They get the kill, they get the punish on the enemy jungler, and they stop them from being able to take what they earned that cost them that sacrifice.
It ends up being really good getting the kill onto Blabber.
Yep.
And now, though, the pressure is still back in the side of C9. Thanatos is going to continue to scale with him staying on the map and being able to get that first turret. 2.7K.
Thanatos is up almost
Thanatos,
60K. Yeah, 60 CS now.
C9 Shopify game, right? C9 plays these messy games that they win in the end. Shopify plays these messy games that they lose in the end. But now Thanatos is just the difference maker with 2.6K.
I mean, it's almost exactly the overall lead for C9 as a team, right? Like, you look at the other roles.
No, it
Vulcan and
literally
Blabber
is.
are up about a little bit under
It's the
1,000
entire
gold between
lead
them.
for C9.
Zinni's ahead, just barely anything. It might as well be written off. And then B-Boy's up about 1,000 gold himself. So this
Giving up
trade
mid tower
here
though
evenly,
is not
but Thanatos is
not
just
good
the X factor
for
in
C9.
this game. And you already mentioned how his Gnar is built different. We know that he knows how to pilot this in a way that can just win you games. And contrary to the story of Yorick, where he doesn't want to be able to join team fights unless he absolutely has to, where the side lane is his only true home, his real calling, Gnar is happy to participate in team fights as long as
C9's going to be able to
all of Gnar's
collapse towards
Gnar
bot.
management and everybody being able to play around it. And I feel like
Minute 35 until drag, so don't do anything stupid. If you can get a pick,
you
fine.
as a team need to be able to play around that.
But, like,
and
beyond that.
that's what I'm expecting C9 to do.
We'll see if they can. They were trying to set up a play on the bottom lane there, but
Oh,
got a really
Thanatos
good trade
missed
on
that.
APA,
Otherwise,
and
would have been
C9
a.
had to call off the dive that they were thinking to break that turret. They can still take the crab on the way out and reset.
So,
Wait, when you
I'm looking
TP,
at
does
here
Maiden come with
is
you on a
we've got
TP?
a little over a minute until our next dragon fight happens. Now, if Shopify secures this dragon, they've already got the first two. They didn't get them
Shopify getting another
super
tower is
quick,
interesting.
but it's
No?
still a good
Okay,
pace
see, that's
for
going to be a problem.
being able to stack towards a soul. But the problem is, Thanatos has TP. And yes, Fudge also has TP.
I'll be honest with you, I think you give this
Thanatos
dragon
has
up,
TP.
personally.
and that's just not going to be an
Well,
even
actually, no.
battle,
The
considering he's an
4v4 is
entire
in
black
favor
cleaver
of
ahead his opponent.
Shopify right now.
Yeah,
That's a lot of like.
As long
strong
as
item.
Fudge
I would
has
also say,
eyes
though,
on
like, Shopify's in an okay spot.
on
with Leona.
Thanatos,
Leona's
they're fine.
Incredibly hard to kill now with Protoplasm Harness.
I
and
don't
then B-Boy's Ezreal
I don't
is
like the
also
idea of him
way far
backing.
ahead of Sven's
I'd rather
Varus.
Fudge
So there
just
is a
okay. No,
window
he's backing to
for
grab
them
item.
to get
Never
a
mind.
good fight. If Thanatos is going to keep splitting,
It is notably
they
2
wanna
items
start, but
onto
he also has TP, and he's going to
Thanatos'
with
Gnar.
that giant TP shield. This is all on Thanatos. If Shopify can get the Gnar TP out before the Drake starts and then run away, that's kind of their best
Okay,
chance.
this is not bad. If as long as you're Fudge, like even if you die, I mean you don't want to die, but like if you can keep Gnar in the top side and prevent him from TPing, you're fine.
C9 controlling the bottom side Ripper for now, controlling the top side push for now.
Shopify wins
gotta
the fight
respond
otherwise.
somewhere because they're losing ground in both locations.
Yeah, Shopify's going to want to fight. So if like Seos can engage, it'll take them a long time to push him away from the
This
fight.
is good.
Thanatos
Oh, they're going in now. Oh, good combo.
finds 2 targets. APA is going to get bursted low, but he finds
Good
the kill
combo.
to Contracts
Okay.
first. Vulcan's staying
Uh-oh.
alive for now as Zinni does finish off the kill onto the Annie. Tries to get over the wall and escape, but he can't quite do it. Blabber down to 50.
Oh, B-Boy.
Vulcan saying the
Oh,
same
no,
song, but it's Sven
B-Boy.
finds the kill into B-Boy instead.
He had-
C9 is doing a beautiful job
Ugh.
winning, and the raid boss has arrived. Shopify don't have the gear, and C9 get a 4
Well,
for
Yorick
1.
W didn't cancel his
Thanatos
TP.
is taking over this game. As soon as
Who TP'd
Shopify
first?
was thinking about an engage, he ulted in. It basically synced up with the Pantheon ultimate. You can see how strong Shopify is, right? Seos manages to kill Annie. They push
Watch
off
B-Boy
that fight,
here.
but then a full
Okay, he
shield,
eased over the wall,
perfectly
and
managed
that's the
Gnar
problem.
bar. Thanatos flies in,
Ugh.
doesn't need his ultimate that is on cooldown earlier, and there's no way Shopify can fight once he arrived.
And then the ultimate
My
comes
goodness.
back right here so that
Of
he can
course.
slam Fudge into the wall and guarantee that
Ah.
he gets yet another kill on his enemy top laner. And
You have to stop that TP. I don't think you try and match the TP. I think you try and stop it.
That is now a 3,500 gold lead Gnar. I don't know what the
And
answer
then,
is for
like,
Thanatos.
Shopify
He killed
can win the
turret
fight
while we were in
otherwise,
the
but you
replay,
have
so
to
that's
keep
how he got the extra 500
Thanatos
gold.
out of these
He
fights.
doesn't have TP for another 4 minutes.
But now he's just gonna.
Okay,
You would think
that's good.
Gnar
You
is gonna
gotta
stay in
somewhat
range.
big with these next 4. But the problem is also 4 minutes from now no longer means you potentially get a Dragon Soul because you just lost the Dragon fight. So now
But that's
still
fine.
just a 2-1
Shopify
Dragon
scales.
fight.
Like them losing
Yeah.
one dragon
So
doesn't bother me.
that 4 minutes that we're looking forward to doesn't really feel that great.
This could be a
But it
problem.
probably feels better than
this a
this.
solo
This
kill?
is he's just kind of running at him.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, so close.
My
That
God.
was so
damage.
close. At first, I thought we were just going to see Thanatos right-click him, and that's just it.
He would have given up his entire bounty if he does that. His contract.
My word. By the way,
Vulcan is also having
Seos
a
is level
sneaky
8,
solid
Thanatos
game.
is level
The
16.
McHale's is really crucial for getting people
For what
out
that's
of
worth.
Leona or Pantheon CC in terms of avoiding one-shots. They have to exit the base.
Zinni versus APA up here in the top side. The Tibbers, again, just dropped pretty much off cooldown. So, yeah, Thanatos, obviously the story of the game. Blabber, pretty significantly far ahead of Contracts now here, too. Has his Sundered Sky.
Paul
plus
angry right
Black
now.
Cleaver
Why is he in
already
Discord?
completed BF
Is
sword,
he like?
building
Is
towards
he
that
piss
third item.
typing?
Vulcan, you already mentioned him doing
I
really
know,
well.
he's
Has
not
the
saying the
Mikhail's
word.
Crucible to clear off the status.
I thought he
Not
might
like
have been
anybody
typing.
on his team that might get caught by that Solar Flare. Because every time we're seeing these fights start around the Dragons, Seos fires Solar Flare,
Yeah.
and we're not really ever seeing him hit multiple stuns. C9's not staying close enough where 2 people
Oh,
can both be in the
100%.
center of the flare.
Yeah.
So as long as you just have Mikhail's, you hit the guy who
Again,
got hit with the center of the
4.9k
flare,
gold
other guy
lead,
flashed out 'cause he's only
3.3k of
They're
that
starting
on
the Baron
Gnar.
up right away now.
Yeah,
Thanatos
Shopify
does
can't
help
contest.
Kill this pretty quickly, and Fudge is bought with no TP, so they're gonna have a numbers advantage here.
Yeah,
You're
Shopify
at
on
a,
the approach, but Thanatos
you're at a
has the
numbers
Gnar bar
disadvantage and you're
charge.
going to try and fight this?
Shopify's going to pull him off of the objective at least. Honestly, this is about
All
best
right,
case scenario
fine.
for Shop.
Got him off.
And this is a little bit similar to last week for C9, where Vulcan and Thanatos are both playing well. It's similar in the sense that Vulcan still hasn't died. So last week, game 1 and 2, deathless.
Uh-oh.
This game, in a fairly bloody game,
Oh,
also deathless.
Seos.
But Thanatos is just creating action, guys.
Yeah, Thanatos jumps in
And
for
Vulcan.
Seos and Contracts in a 1v2, but those odds feel pretty good.
Oh my, wait,
for a
what?
Gnar that's this fed.
How did B-Boy
falls
die?
to Sven on the side, and now
Oh
this team
my
this
God.
is a funeral teleport. This is just no way home out of that one. Fudge arrives, Fudge dies. The Fudge factor remains at 0. 0-4 in this one. It is not the effective Yorick in the side lanes that you were hoping for. And now with a 6,000 gold lead, with a 5 versus 3 advantage on the rep, it's C9 just going straight back to that bear and they start.
Yeah, Fudge 0-4
Well,
factor. I don't know. It's been a rough one for him. They took Thanatos to 3 health with that first gank, and Thanatos has never looked back.
Well, 3 health makes all the difference.
It makes all the difference.
Well, if there's
Now
one
he's off to
good
the
thing
races.
that's going to come
Thanatos
from
makes
all
that
this,
whole
by
play.
the way,
Vulcan follows up on it, but he is
I get cheesecake
throwing that
after
gold lead
next
around.
game, no matter what.
And now
He's had good NAR games in the past, but this one feels pretty special.
And he's moving towards Wits End
I
now
do.
with the itemization.
It's a win-win.
The only fed
Like,
player on the enemy team is an Aurora. And if
I get it
if
no matter
Aurora's
what.
going to spend her entire burst
So-
on a Gnar who has a Negatron cloak that will eventually be a Wits End, your team's feeling great.
You are. He might hit 3 items before Fudge hits 2. He's sitting on 1,400 gold with the items he has
I
currently.
don't have an angle
so
for
he just doesn't
Shopify
want
here.
to reset yet for the tempo, but when he does, he'll be able to.
Should get the cheesecake.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's-
I mean, no matter
that
what,
is some
it's my
daunting
cheesecake.
stuff.
I
50
bought it with
seconds
my weekly
till our next
budget. It's
dragon
my money.
spawns, and C9 know it. They are taking control over the enemy jungle. Control ward at the enemy red buff side brush, just to make sure that you've got absolute control over the area. And with the Baron, they're going to put some pressure onto the tier 2. While there's still 30 seconds to go on that objective. It's just Sven firing onto the thing. Yeah, you've got the Baron up minions helping a little bit. Blabber and APA
Yeah,
waiting up
you don't
below,
have the
just
wave
hoping
clears this
Shopify
comp
tries
to be able
engage
to
on the
hold
Varus 'cause
here.
They're ready for the counter.
Unfortunately.
And Fudge is
Hey,
helpless at home.
Colmer, how
He's
you
running
doing?
up bot just in case. He's going to run back top even though he can't do anything.
How you
to
doing?
Thanatos. Thanatos is holding TP this whole time while he's solo pushing his own wave. I think Contracts might try
Dave, oh
to
Jesus.
2v1, but I feel like Thanatos wins those.
Yeah, you might just lose. Like if
Am I going to get the Haley
Bernard
Bieber
into the wall,
treatment?
I'm pretty sure you still just
Is that what's happening?
I guess he'll just hit minions in the mid lane. When you're stuck
One
between
collegiate
2 bad
match done
decisions,
with
what
any
do
seal
you do?
screens.
30
Nice.
seconds.
You know,
You go mid.
Get to
Years
enjoy
ago,
some
my wife and I
C9 blasting
told our
for the
dog to
next
stay and ran in different directions,
minute
and
and a
then we both
half.
called him. And this is a similar output to what happened. He kind of just, his mind kind of broke. He didn't know where to go.
Oh, wait.
So that's what it feels like's happening with Pantheon right now.
Well, it's a lot harder to
If
go
that
on now
landed,
that Solar Flare
maybe
is
something could have
shot up
happened.
And did absolutely nothing. Seo's chunked down to 1/3 HP. Contract still looking, trying to find an angle to potentially
Close.
make the play, but they're just
Can
not
they
doing
kill
it.
raid boss
Thanatos.
Thanatos?
Thanatos is already level
He's 2
18
levels up on
the
anybody
Gnar.
else in the game.
Don't feel rushed here, guys. Don't. They're gonna run it down at some point.
Sometimes that's all you got to do. You just wait
you
for
know-
your opponents to make a mistake.
At the same time, they're going to have
Not
to engage
wrong,
at some point because they're losing
But at the same
slow
time,
lead
I
like
don't
crazy.
like that mentality.
I agree.
At
the
all.
patience from C9 paying off.
All right.
Do
8,000 gold lead. Don't need to
not
rush it. You've got your
like
second
that,
dragon already.
personally.
Extra armor and magic resistance. Gonna
Like,
feel
you're
good, considering, hey, we just
7.7k
completed our
in the
Wits End
lead.
on the
Why are
Fed
you
Gnar.
waiting
We
on
just
them
completed
to run
Guardian
it down?
Angel
Show
on
me some
Blabber's
balls and
Jarvan.
actually, like,
This is just
end the
getting to a
game.
point, you know, that edge of night
Their
also
wave clear
counts
is
for Sven.
dog crap.
It's
Like,
hard
just
to
like,
see, okay, what is that miracle angle? What does that look like for Shopify to find one of these fights?
Yeah, Locket being completed on the Rakan also super clutch. So Vulcan really just stacking the items that could possibly lead.
balls
to
is
a
how
lost team
teams
fight.
throw.
Somebody
Yeah,
gets
but
caught,
you're in a.
Mikhail's
I'm sorry,
gets
like
some AoE, Locket just absorb.
that's
the
how
initial
you
engage
throw,
and
but
then
at
go
the
their
same
own
time, that's also how you have the
All right,
confidence to
Shopify,
win
you've gotta
games.
find some kind of
Because
an
you
angle,
need
but
that
it
confidence
feels
against
nearly
better teams to be able to
impossible.
do it.
Fudge
It's just
continues
phrasing,
trying to
yeah.
answer whatever Thanatos does,
Likely
but
is,
that
but we've
matchup
also
is
seen
always going to
C9
be
do
Thanatos'
exactly
priority.
that throughout
He
the
is
course of the
85
split. That
farm
even if it's
ahead. He is
phrasing,
2-0
their
and 4.
actions
Fudge has not been able to
also
find an
indicate that
effective
yeah,
role
they've
to
been
play
scared
in
to
this game
kind of
thus
push some
far.
leads, especially
Thanatos is
over
just
the
going to
last week.
keep
As
that
we
pressure
well, not
on,
push
keep
leads.
that building. Level 19
They
now
wait for
on
their
the
opponents to
Gnar.
make mistakes,
There's just
and when they don't
He's
make
kinda
mistakes,
grooving
then
on
it's a
Slurp
problem.
games. He's kind of dancing back and forth.
I
like-
mean, if there's any game to just groove, I feel like this is a good groove game.
This is the best feeling. You're on your signature pick. You're having a good one. Your team is
Oh,
winning.
Your
wait,
team is
he
just about
lived?
to kill the fed enemy mid laner who is forced to flash away defensively and still barely lives.
Hey, he lived, though.
You're just gonna barrel down topside, take that tier 2 anyway.
In the words
And the whole
of
time you're just getting to push.
Yeah, just hitting minions.
was it Professor Hulk or whatever his
Going back to base with 16
whatever
gold.
Hulk was in Infinity
What you
Ward.
gonna buy?
I see that as nothing but success.
Tunneler.
Okay,
Tunneler.
yeah, little tunneler action. Doesn't do anything super special, but
There's no rush. His jungler already told him, don't worry about it. No need to take any risks.
yeah, just get your little ball of stats, health and damage item. Everybody loves health and damage.
When you're this fed, you kind of don't like
Seos?
Yeah, you just want to keep playing.
Let's not die
you
here,
want to
please.
Experience this a little bit longer. Seos doesn't, though. He has to flash away.
Okay.
Still only level 10 on this Leona. Will Thanatos hit level 20 before Seos hits level 11?
Yes.
Literally double his level.
Nope.
Seos just hits a little.
Never mind.
So
Seos just hit a little.
It was close.
I know. I was really hoping we get to see it.
I mean, he's 19. He's
Thanatos is halfway to 20 at
Seos
29
going to
minutes.
step over a C9 ward. APA trying to get away. Contracts arrive for the Grand Starfall. Flash for the stun. Really?
Do they have the
wants this
damage
kill
in time to kill
APA.
this?
Tibbers used to try to protect himself by a little bit more time. Thanatos jumps in. Contracts dies first, but APA is finished off by
they
Fudge,
don't.
who gets his first kill of the game. But now Fudge has no way out of this when Zinni is trying to make sure that the rest of C9 can't get in here in time. But I don't think it really matters to him, man. Zinni's your target. The wallop from Thanatos, not quite enough range, but it's still a 2-for-1 favoring C9. I like the fact that Shopify looked for something, but when you're this far behind, it's every play is a 5% play.
You know what? Fine.
And even though that play lost 2-1,
The old
won in the
fuck it
fact
we
that at
ball
least it's
mentality.
Flasher off the Gnar.
Uh-oh.
It's going to lose more now that Gnar's also hitting your Aurora.
Yeah, this is the Aurora that doesn't have Flash, remember?
Uh-oh.
Because she almost died in the Tier 2 play earlier.
Wait a minute.
Still staying alive. Aurora, very slippery champ. Vulcan also having enough HP to escape the scrap.
Alright, well.
Thanatos isn't going to chase any further forward because the rest of the team
Don't have the best answer here.
Baron. They want to make sure that they can just
Fudge
keep
is
this
down for
on
10
one
seconds.
spawn. Blabber and Sven
This is going to be started. You have the wall of Thanatos to get through, who is now level 20.
APA after his respawn also going to teleport.
You kind of just have to
make
give
sure that there
and
is
go
no
for
prayer
Elder.
For Shopify to try and challenge at this
The beauty of having those
Baron
first two
number
dragons.
2
Like now,
for
like
C9.
the good thing is Thanatos has officially capped. Yes, he could still get more items, but like in terms of experience, he is officially capped. So now every minute is technically getting closer to even.
For Shopify to make a comeback, that's what C9's trying to do here. Is they're just trying to play in a very disciplined way. Steric's completed for Thanatos. Objective bounties are on. Thank goodness. It's felt like they should have been on for a while, but the Drakes were
just let it go.
keeping Shopify's
Wave clear, get that gold up.
I'd imagine. Now they're just clearing out.
Get your bread
and
up.
looking to set up the Drake.
Come on.
And if you're Shopify, what do you even do here? Because it feels like
What you do is you
walking
wait 10
blind in
minutes.
this
You
jungle
go
with
to
your
Elder,
C9
and you
any
wait for the
barrage.
top lane gap to be
There's just
shrunk
no
a
way
little
getting
bit.
third Drake is worth that.
I know.
No, it's not.
It's one
Just
of
let it
those
go.
things where if I'm playing this game, I'm definitely feeling really demoralized. But you have to just hope that Blabber hits. That's actually it.
Which
think
is doable.
when if you're ever trying to find like a strategic way back in the game with the current tools they have, I don't think they exist. So you're just hoping that C9 sees an angle that isn't good and goes for it, and you're able to capitalize. There's no way to win a straight-up 5v5 fight.
That's even tougher because we heard from Blabber. Guys, they'll just int, play it safe, play it cool.
Blabber's good.
If he's already aware, then what is even,
Okay.
what is even the hope?
You just gotta hope.
Edge of Night off of
Hope
Sven.
against hope. That's all Shopify's got. As C9, yes, the dragon is up, but they're more concerned.
Just keep wave
pushing
clear.
towards the
Use
enemy
what you
base.
gotta
They've
do to
got
wave
90
clear.
seconds left
Come on.
On this Red Bull Baron power play, they've got the Baron up, cannon minion, slowly plinking away.
Oh,
At
that's
the
a
enemy turret health
that was a
bar.
good Xena
Cross
or
off
a
of it,
good
now on the third plate.
solar flare. Yeah, solar
Cannon
flare.
minion continues doing its job, finally taken out of the picture there.
Ezreal ult
I'm a little
incoming.
surprised that C9 didn't clear out the Drake before this play, because if something goes wrong, then they're going to be on support.
Agreed.
They could have just cleared that off the map, but they're probably just trying to maximize their Baron uptime, and they're going to take the Dragon after. But like, there's playing with no rush, then there's playing a little bit too slow.
C9 is playing
They're
way
going to win
too
either
slow.
way,
I
likely.
agree.
Yeah, I mean, you're 5 digits ahead now. It is a 10,000 gold lead. You are at the point in the game where you should just be able to brute force.
Yeah, because now it's a 38-minute, 30-second Dragon Soul instead of a 37-minute Dragon Soul. We're really splitting hairs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this game has felt like it ended 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right? But it hasn't against C9.
Right.
I'm not going to fault them for playing safe.
The
and
nice thing is you can keep
minimizing
B-Voy in bot side and let him get a
chances,
full
minimizing the
item just
opportunity for
purely
Shopify
based
to come
off
back.
of the
But eventually,
super
I
minions
do
that are
need
going
to
to come
see
in.
you push the Nexus.
Yeah. There's no Skarner in this game, so Sven is safe.
Do we?
there's-
Yes,
there's
we
very few
need
ways
more
they
than
can
6
throw.
teams in this goddamn league.
If this game was faster, I wouldn't have taken the cheap shot. C9 is playing great, but
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Lack of Skarner, very important. All right, C9.
All right.
Total control still. They've
Yep.
got the Baron for
10K
exactly
gold
3 more
lead, but
seconds,
weirdly
so
still
that's about to go
doable
out the
for
window.
Shopify.
But they've got their
Call me
3-round
crazy,
dragon.
call me
They've
coping,
got their
that's
super
fine.
fed front line. Jarvan's got the Spirit Visage now.
Oh,
there for Blabber.
not
And
good.
here we go. Vulcan jumps in after B-Boy, but immediately the cleanse.
Don't
and
like
the flash
that.
To escape that Rakan engage means Shopify's 80 carry is going to stay safe for now. 5v5 here in the mid lane. APA actually not here quite yet. As Seos is gonna be caught. Throws the solar flare.
Oh,
Blast all
fudge.
getting away for now. Chains of Corruption flies out, and it's a great shot from Ben to keep the fight going. Blabber's in the middle of everybody, but he's still got the
Here
Guardian
comes
Angel.
APA.
Remember that. APA finally joins the fray, and now Zinni can't find anything over the wall. APA escaping for now, kiting and fighting against the ghouls from Fudge, but Thanatos is already on a rampage. Vulcan diving into the back line. B-Boy might have lived earlier,
Yeah, no.
but he's buried now. Fudge finally tries to get away.
I don't understand that fight angle. If you're Shopify, like, just hold out.
Everybody on Shopify is
Like, I don't think
dead
that's a
or
good-
licking their wounds as C9. They'll lose APA. All 4
I mean, I
other
get it.
players
You're
still
probably
here.
going to lose
Trent
anyway,
Guerrero
so, like,
down
I'm
the
not
mid lane now.
denying that.
Contract
But, like,
defending as well as he can. Blabber still staying alive. Still has himself that Guardian Angel. There's just no stopping him. Sven is godlike. It's only Zinni alive. This should be your game-ending push. Thanatos. Yep, he's got the Mega Gnar. He's got the Wallop. He's got it.
and ooh, nice knockup, and it's gone.
Line yet again. Zinni goes golden, and Sven's just trying to DPS the turrets. Zinni should finally fall here. Not quite yet, and there it is. Thanatos unstoppable at the very end. 35 minutes into the game, 21-8. It's a Thanatos
right,
boss Gnar game. It's GG game 1 for C9.
C9 take it slow and win by
Tragic.
15,000 gold. Sven lands the
I mean, if you're Shopify, I still think there was, like, angles for that. You shouldn't have been that far behind, but it's ultimately just on Fudge. You can't go down that far to blind pick Gnar. You get counter pick into the Gnar, and you went down 4K gold. Like, what else are you supposed to do? Like, it just is what it is.
You got a key moment? I got a key moment. And it's not one of those like jumbled keys, like a janitor's keys that has like a million.
Don't need to have new again.
Key.
Okay, I'm kind of lost on what you got. I haven't read chat all that much, other than like the one thing there.
Focusing specifically on
Top
because two dragons already there for Shopify Rebellion, whereas one is still there, and C9 is ready to fight for this one. And not
First and foremost, if Blabber wants to wear the hat, let Blabber wear the hat. Like, I don't know why we're peeved about that. Like, just let it be. There's only ever max 3 good teams, though. I do not care. There's only like 5 good teams in the NFL, and yet I still watch all 32 teams play, including the worst teams. Like, the thing you got to realize is that when you reduce the amount of teams, like, it gets so freaking boring watching the same 6 teams play each other over and over again for an entire year. That shit sucks. And I care, like, I know you guys are going to care about the competitiveness of all this, whatever. I care about the entertainment. That's always been my angle. So, like, in terms of entertainment, having 6 teams in there is going to suck. Like, dead ass, like, I will keep saying this. We said it on the podcast earlier this week, and we keep repeating it in general. If you are going to reduce teams any further in the LCS, just collapse it into the LEC at this point. Send 4 teams over to the LEC, and, like, that's...
I feel like we can win this game.
That's your
Saying
angle.
the Gnar.
If that's going to be the argument. Otherwise, if you're going to keep the LCS a standalone product, you minimum need 8. David, you can't tell me that top teams beating the shit out of veteran teams is good content. I'm not... That's on GMs to structure their rosters better. I'm not saying that, like, people are doing the best jobs of building bottom teams. Also, orgs have a terrible reputation. Players don't want to go to certain teams for reasons, for very obvious reasons. Like, needs to make the trip because there's no perfect answer to what you want here, other than like just taking the global league approach. But if you're gonna keep the LCS as it is, no, 6 teams is not sustainable for a standalone product. It's not. Period.
Everyone is running out. Fudge is like, maybe I can take out one of these members. No, you're getting completely targeted. So I think the main point was C9 were able to get first vision
And what the worst part is, like, oh, you reduce the amount of teams, you make it more competitive. Then what? To have similar results on the international stage?
Thank you. A little bit more.
And when you have similar results on the international stage and people just flame North America and say, oh, what's the point of watching it? Is this worth it? Anything else? It's the same shit. You're not going to solve this problem by reducing the amount of teams. You're just not. Simple as that.
More impactful in that fight in comparison to the team fight yours.
Raz, you are on an island with your Pog vote.
Doing Inval, no more LCS. That I agree with. I mean, that I've agreed with, like, since the Call of Duty days. That's what I've agreed with. Where, like, you should have a select amount of teams that are good enough to start further in a tournament or start in, like, pool play. And then you do a full open bracket, and you can play your way in. Which I know, obviously, it's completely different than League, which the game takes way longer versus, like, a full best-of-3 or best-of-5 series. In Call of Duty, it takes, like, an hour at max, so you can... I understand there's differences, but, like...
The answer was just Annie.
I'm just like, that is my ideal format in esports. It just is.
Boom! Before it doesn't matter if you die after. All good.
A team like DSG will never get to keep the talent they're forced to operate. Oh, I agree. Yeah. No, like the current system as it exists, DSG is screwed. They'll never be able to like keep talent beyond a year if they have anybody good. They'll just get bought out by other people. And you're not incentivized to take a deal with DSG unless it is a one-year deal because you could get relegated. Less games played, now below LCS. Oh, I know, which is tragic. And every other esport is more because they understand that like you want to have more games played in Tier 2 than Tier 1 because it's all just about...
Champions Arena. Players from Cloud9 and Sentinels will face off in a game. This time of ARAM Mayhem. We didn't have ARAM Mayhem last time. It was just a regular ARAM game with the addition of IRL augments as well in the form of unique challenges.
All right, roll that bad boy. Let's hope that you don't get to wear the finger puppets. That might be worse. 10 minutes, jumping jacks every death.
Flower screen takeover? What is...
I don't even know what that means.
Alright, fuck it. That's good. Yeah, I remember that. Flower well,
what is a flower screen takeover?
We'll find out.
I don't know what this is, but it kind of looks entertaining.
My screen is going to be poros. I'm not going to be able to see my game, I guess. That sounds fun.
We're shitter shades.
I have no idea.
How do you guys get? I don't even know what this means. Cast for 1 minute. Oh, so after 9 minutes, you have to leave and you have to join the casters. Oh.
What in the world?
I'm gonna check in as the game goes on.
What is this keyboard? Holy shit.
It's so loud. Can it even fit your fingers?
Not really. Okay, well, I don't know how I'm gonna play.
APA, what you got going for you this time round?
Puppet fingers.
That's excellent. And they look cute as hell. Show the camera.
Where's it? Which camera am I looking at?
Oh, that one right there. Actually, there's a lot of cameras. That one actually.
Yeah, I'm looking at like 4 cameras right now.
There's a bunch of cameras on you.
How is
All right, sorry. I'll get back to chat here in a minute, but I just want to...
But I'm enjoying it.
Hey, shout out to C9 David.
It's good. Yeah.
They don't have a single light around them?
Yeah, it's great. We're having a blast here.
Are you stressed at all?
Nope, because I got the power of the Poro by my side.
We're missing our support here. Support? Our top laner, we're missing our top laner player.
Our top laner has goggles on.
Our top laner's got
Oh, it's the Kanye shades. Nice.
Boo? Oh, sorry. I'm ready.
We're screwed, bro.
I feel like you go Jin, you'll be our carry, Hui. You carry us.
Really?
Okay.
Well, do my best, but I'm bold.
It's fine. Age is just a number, bro.
Oh, it's available on the C9 YouTube. Oh, this is the thing that they played after last week. Yeah, I remember this now. All right, going back on chat. Let me check in on this. Tier 3 used to have 6 tournaments that you played all at the same time. Yep. Benefit when they find someone good. They're stuck on 1-year deals. Players can play. Yep. I think a circuit would be great, especially if like the domestic leagues for the first 3 months. I mean, I'm always going to be a bigger fan of the circuits than anything else. That's just my style. My question is, if Mark Z and Riot have the blueprint with LCK and LPL and LCK, why are they forcing the LCS to be run like this? There's this magical thing called money. It's money. In order to do the LCK and LPL format, you need more money than we have right now if you're going to do it in studio. Or you cut a bunch of cost, which is like cutting out the studio entirely and having everything online. Then you can replicate the format. But people aren't showing up for road trips in the locations that they're having them. They're not able to make them profitable because the costs are so high for whatever reason. And then on top of that, like, viewership's just going down.
Yeah, they're gonna fight, okay? Think about Pantheon playing.
Like, a part that people might be uncomfortable with talking about is, like, again, when you have 50,000 average viewers right now, there's going to be a conversation. Like, the talent on the broadcast is going to take a massive hit this offseason. Not in terms of losing people, but, like, the rates that the league can afford to pay them are going to drop. It's going to be a problem. Like, that's the downside with, like, viewership dropping is, like, you have, like, finances become a bigger and bigger problem as time goes on. And it affects the ecosystem as you know it. Like, you already saw it with Dash. Like, they couldn't afford him. And yes, I mean, we don't know if, like, there was, like, the whole conversation around, like, should he have taken a reduced rate, whatever. From the sounds of it, we don't even know whether, like, he was given it. It doesn't sound like he was given an offer, nor negotiations were had, which means that they were just trying to cut out the entire cost of his labor. That's it. Okay, let me catch up on our chat. NA doesn't put as much money in as our... Well, we don't have the money to put in. Like, okay, we have to be careful with our words here. I saw Sir Pauly, I'm using yours on Twitch chat. When we say NA doesn't put money in, again, the order came from Tencent that this league needs to be standalone profitable. There's no money to be put in. You are only going to be spending the money that you are given from sponsors and beyond. So there's no, like, hey, they can just introduce cash into this. It's not how it works. That's, like, you don't just get to introduce money into the equation. You are dealing with exactly what you got, and that's it. All right, let's get back, turn this up a little bit. Runtime Dash Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, hey, kudos to Freak. He saw the writing on the wall and swapped. And I mean, I know he's pursuing passion as well, but, like, good on him.
Are still on sale. You can head to Ticketmaster.com or scan the QR code to purchase.
No other region is getting by Riot itself. You're not wrong.
I love the fact that we're getting another road show.
You're not wrong.
I always love these. They're one of my favorite
yes,
parts.
Go get tickets. Actually, let's see.
Split. It's always fun to just go to a different location, have a bunch of fans there, and enjoy some League of Legends.
For me, it's just the best way to feel the community of Valve Esports. I feel like it's what really drew me into feeling that this was legit way back in 2011, 2012 when I was attending my first LANs, about how real the gaming passion can be. So every time that gets refreshed, I always get a little bit happy.
That's how I always felt like when I was first
tickets really, since I made my post the other day, it has not really sold all that much. So how much is a ticket? 170.
Esports actually isn't
it's 170 on the floor. God, that's a lot. Not gonna lie.
That there are a lot of people in other places who enjoy it. So
knowing our audience at the moment, 170 is a lot.
A more enjoyable game in round number 2, as we do have Orianna, Karma, and Zendao
get rid of
out
that.
by C9.
What if we
Shopify
take
banning out the Renekton, the Bard, and there's the Ziggs ban
129.
that they left out in game number 1. And it looks like Shopify is going to take the first pick.
I mean,
Rumble, but the response
it's 2-day
from C9
tickets, so I get it. It's like $60 a day. But I think you're, yeah, there's a reason why these back seats are going way more, because it's like $100, and you can rationalize 100. But, like,
I feel like it's the best because it has lane prio and then it also outscales.
There's going to be a lot of people that can't afford to buy, like, floor seats. Like, 271 for front row is crazy.
It's with the MF Nautilus, because if you are able to force 2v2s on the right timings, more like
when demand is like this right now, that's tough.
Well, in my opinion, then you can win. But I think it's a fairly low percentage strategy with how much I've seen it. The other answer would be
now, granted, the majority of your audience is, like, older, but clearly people are telling you that their price intolerance or that their price tolerance for this is not very high.
Understandable.
By how much these have sold, like, people are just blankly telling you that they will not pay $271 for this. Period. They just won't.
Okay, we've got the Cassante picked as the answer into the Rumble. I feel like this is one of the very common answers into Rumble. You take Cassante, you take Ornn or something. Yeah, he's going to go up a little bit of
I mean, put it this way. I hate to cost compare, but I think it's like it's worth noting. For 2 days for this, granted you get access for FanFest and everything else, I paid
I think if you're playing the Galio
$450
or
to
the
go to
Ornn
Miami
as an
Ultra
answer
next
into
year.
Rumble, you can
And that's
absorb
3
it
years.
and get pushed in, but I
Or
feel like
3 days
Thanatos,
with
once
like
he gets his
12-hour
ammo stack,
days.
can actually start threatening kills on Touch. I think he's really good at this matchup.
Based on last game, I believe you 200%. I feel like from
And like the value
lane,
that
even
like the
before that
value
initial
add
ban,
that you're
like,
getting
Touch
there is
was the
kind
one
of
who had the early
crazy.
push in the lane. He had control. He gets the first blood assistance thanks to the gank from Blabber. He survives the potential revenge gank from Contract.
270 for one weekend of games in LCS is going to be a very tough ask for a lot of people.
And then from then on, he just
Now, granted, that could be minimums that are set by the venue.
champions, he knows how to pilot them
450
so
for
very
Ultra?
well.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
I'm
God,
with you.
yeah.
I feel like there could be some Cassante
Let me see.
moments
Miami.
in this one. But heading into the second half of our draft, let's see what else gets banned away as Anivia is removed by Shopify. And then the Vi and the Nocturne are the targets for C9. So trying to limit Contracts' playmaking.
And I also just think trying to avoid Contracts having a strong ganking jungler with the Nautilus MF. So from game 1, the 2 most popular Sundered Sky junglers.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even buy tickets anymore right now, but the new GA is like 419 with fees will be a little bit higher.
C9 likely would have taken that away on 4 right here. Yep. Which means Contracts has to pull something a little bit different. I personally love Mundo with
Tax and shipping will be added later. Yeah, so I mean, it'll be a little bit more expensive afterwards. But
and Bessa works as well.
Yeah, and Bessa's also just another one of those like popular skirmishy AD bruiser junglers.
They have such good
not so crazy. It'd be slightly better. Agreed.
Things for the
Agreed.
Seraphine Ultimate to go through.
Yeah.
There's definitely a
Last
better
year pretty
word than
expensive as
things,
well. I think it
but
was,
that's the idea
if I'm
with
not
these two
mistaken.
diving
Yeah.
in. Facilitate.
And for
I don't have the
context,
word.
you're
Like,
I
if
mean,
you're possessing something.
your average Broadway ticket's about $100 a day, $100 per show, but the demand is so high that it's different.
I can't
And
get
even
it.
then, like it's also the
Pylons. They have locked in the
the
Skarner.
$100, $109 a day for Disney Park.
Contract Skarner,
Yeah.
so that's going to be your front line alongside the Nautilus. No, I know
Vessel.
that
Vessel's the word.
A vessel, yeah.
They're vessels
okay,
for the
yeah, they're
Seraphine
vessels for the ulti to channel itself.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know how Shopify wins this game.
Drafted. I know that Nautilus is.
I have zero clue
And I don't know if this stat is right. I know you. This is a
how
gut stat for me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that
how
Nautilus
you
is the dyingest
do
champion
this.
in League of Legends. Like if you look at all of the games ever played in Pro, I'm pretty sure Nautilus has the highest amount of deaths per game. He has to die to do his job, right?
Yeah.
Like this guy's always.
I mean, you got to get ahead.
So I always want.
I guess if you get ahead, it's fine.
Alongside him, because he's going to be dead.
But
It's hard to think of a champion who would die more. Liam's going to look.
even
into
then,
this.
it's still going to be really
I'm
tough.
really curious if I'm right on this. Cause
Even
my
if
gut
he
says
just
it's not.
does LCS, because he's gonna crash our servers if he tries to pull every
literally
League of Legends game of all time.
I mean, I get cheesecake after this game no matter what,
Game
so
is
like it's a
one stat,
win-win
total's
for
another
me.
stat, but I feel like he might have both. Would be
It does not
contention for
bother
everyone.
me.
Yeah, it's definitely if he's not number 1 on those stats, you know he's near the top.
Yeah, he's top
because he has to die a lot.
Check
Like I
on
said,
Twitter,
to
make
do
sure
his
nothing's
job.
blown
but
up.
the pressure is going to be on for Shopify to find a better game 2 than what we had in game number 1. They were still playing an engaged support in that first game. We saw Seos try to start off a lot of different fights in those bottom side rivers. Shopify actually had decent start down there in that bottom side early on, but then as the game kept going, it just didn't work out. Once Thanatos was able to get involved after having that early lead for himself, everything just kind of fell off the rails.
It really did, and Shopify, they need to have a series go 3 games. They really do. Because
I mean,
I just want to see more Shopify Rebellion games, but we have a
Oh,
fight
no,
early
Zinni.
potentially.
Ooh, flash
And
from
there's the
Zinni
flash.
over the wall to get away, but Sven's ready for the
Whoa.
flash
Sven?
follow. They're going to keep chasing this. I don't know about the flash follow. Maybe I'm going to get proved wrong
Oh,
here.
what a
Okay.
roots.
I might just get proved wrong. They do a lot of damage to Zinni. They force out the ghost from him as well.
And minions are now here, so
Still escape.
Cass
Sven
gets vision
flash,
and
traded for
prio.
the heal of Seos, the ghost and the flash of Zinni. And my big thing about this, chat, is now I feel
Oh,
like
it's
there's
contracts.
a prime target
Oh,
on Zinni's head as a
no.
completely immobile champ like Ryze.
Oh
No
no.
summoners at all. This early
Yeah.
lane is going to be scary.
And as we just see, Blabber took Raptors right in front of Contracts.
What are the games tomorrow? Games tomorrow should be fun.
And now
it's TL versus Sentinels for the final game of the day.
There is a long history
and then
between these two.
it's
Contracts, Blabber, both starting their careers.
why am I forgetting?
Their LCS careers
DSG
on Cloud9. Contracts going
versus
2017 roster. Blabber sharing time with Svenskeren in 2018. Blabber
Lion.
4
Lion, that's who it is. Yeah, DSG versus Lion.
But it's always fun watching these two go up against each other because Contracts can definitely get the upper hand. He's generally always on a worse team, but can find windows to create winning situations. So, going to be tough in this game.
Look, it's a very lopsided week of games if everything goes to expectations. And there's not much you can do about that.
And you just saw the emote personification of having to play against Ashe as a jungler. We're talking about seeing these two go head-to-head. Can Contracts make this record better? Everything just becomes so much more difficult when you're playing against Ashe. If the guy knows the timings that he should be hawk-shotting on to check the different camps, and it's just so obnoxious.
Okay, Thanatos already up a good bit on Fudge and proxying the wave.
Where he is, they have a deep ward that just expired, so they won't
Not
know
great.
exactly that he's on the spot, but they can generally guess it.
B-Boy is 10 CS behind.
Since he did Raptors
Mid lane
to
is
Raptors
like
to Krugs
6
to Red.
CS
Now he's working
behind.
his way up his blue side, so not necessarily like a double
DSG
crab
aren't-
angle. So
yeah,
Contractors
DSG
still
didn't
level
look bad in
4 off his
qualifiers.
6th camp, with the 6th camp being
I mean, the way they went out kind of sucked, but ultimately DSG again is still like a squad of like still fairly fresh talent. They get a lot of leniency.
Has to go grab his red buff instead. That
35 minutes of ads, Jesus Christ.
Should not be in this quadrant of the map at all. There's nothing for him here, and so Cassante is able.
The worst part is like I have the ad meter on just normal.
I feel like that's a pretty good sign for C9.
It is.
No, actually, I think I have it slightly below normal, which then gives you higher like preset ads instead. But like,
which is looking like a very solid early game plan. And Blabber actually skips Top Crab to cycle Raptors, so he's just going to continue to do this. And Contracts kind of needs a play to work for this. I believe they would have spotted him with that Hawk. I'm not sure if they did, though.
And you could see the way that Contracts drove his Ishtal's impact. He pathed it right through this top lane tree trunky thing.
Okay, here we go. We got a gank on bot.
To steal, and there weren't.
Can we make a play
When
worth?
it comes off cooldown, they're going to go for a play here. He spent so much time on this.
Oh no, if Vulcan checks this, it's a problem.
Maybe a recall here. Vulcan will check the brush. Sees Contracts, who tried to juke around the corner of the
And Bessa's coming down.
Still spotted. And now, yeah, the Ishtal's impact just has to be used to get back away, so the time.
Alright, really not fun for Contracts.
Oh, Blabber is so happy right now. He's killed 4 Raptor camps before Contracts' first reset.
That's like the jungler dream.
Yeah. 4 Raptors for Blabber? He's not even leaving. He's going to do Krugs now. Who needs items?
This is exactly what he wants, because it's also making it impossible for Contracts to get anything back.
It is. Yeah, he's going to have 40 CS here. Also, you were right about your Nautilus.
Oh, I was?
Yeah, look.
Does
Nautilus
Thanatos
tier
win
1
this?
all-time, #1 in deaths, 31,000. 7,000 deaths ahead of Alistair, but he's only 11th in deaths per game.
Thanatos is about to try to give Fudge another death, chasing after him here in the
Oh
just claps him.
my
For Thanatos,
God.
just removes Fudge from the rift. Contracts shows up to try to protect his top laner. Thanatos doesn't even have to spend a flash walking away from him. That was the most get the hell out of my lane play Thanatos could have
Fudge,
made.
brother.
Now he's going to have all out. He can probably finish.
Fudge.
Yeah, he can finish shoving in this wave before the TP completes, so he's not going to lose any minions. And I think he's off to the races. Not to mention, he found Skarner, so everyone else gets to keep playing their lane in the same way.
So what lane do you play through? Like, where's?
Such a nightmare for Shopify and for Fudge specifically.
I mean, he didn't even flash. He didn't do anything. He just like died. He just gave up the solo kill and just died.
He is supposed to be a champion that enables you to play around topside objectives or jungle invades. But when Thanatos does this, he can't do any of it.
Like literally just walks into him.
Thanatos probably just has to land everything. Gets the first grass proc from Tofu Strike, gets Q1, hits the knockback. He's literally missed 0 skill shots so far. Not getting hit by the Flame Spitter because Fudge needs to run away.
Got that one.
Has still landed literally everything and then finishes it off. Perfect.
Yeah, he never missed.
That's crazy.
There's the Cassante clips that you see where Cassante just
That's
somebody
just
misses all his stuff and still kills
crazy.
them because he's Cassante.
Yeah.
That was not one of them.
Yeah. Footwork goes in the wrong direction. Pathmaker's like kind of sideways. It's like, got you anyway, because my cooldowns are low.
But no, that was actually very good from Thanatos, recognizing that he had the
600
ability,
goal
like
lead
Fudge
for
was poised to
C9
be
at
the
6
beginning of that.
minutes.
It's not like Fudge is doing a greedy
16
stay
differential
or
in
really
jungle.
overexerting himself.
Kill
Thanatos just
kill
recognizes,
advantage
"No,
in
you're dead
top.
from here, man."
But now,
Nearly 10
look at
in
this.
mid.
He has 105 MR. He's got
Red Sox just
Megatron
fired
and
5
No Magic
coaches? You're kidding me.
against Skarner, Rumble,
Yeah, 5
Rise,
coaches,
Topside.
including manager.
What's
Alex.
gonna kill him?
Oh my god.
I'm going to give you a spoiler right now.
The
and say
fountain?
probably
Oh
nobody.
my god.
Because, I mean, yeah, Skarner's damage is mostly physical with the rocks and the Ishtal's impact.
Yeah.
But it's just like he doesn't do a lot of damage.
Exactly. It's
right?
physical, but it's not there.
Yeah, it's just like, I guess the number that shows up will be orange instead
Huh.
of blue, but it's a small number. Zinni gets a really good trade on APA there, at least. And I guess one little bit of light shining in the darkness for
Okay.
Shopify is
Well,
it was really scary at level 1 when your Rise has no flash, no ghost.
here's the
but he
question.
never
How do
ended up
you
getting punished for it. He's got his summoner spells back.
how do you find a fight
He
to
did.
take
I
here?
was so obsessed with
I mean,
Thanatos
what angle
that
do
I
you
forgot to see if
do you
Blabber has
take?
let Skarner get Raptors yet. I don't think he has. I need to
Blabber's
go
plus
back and
20
double check.
farm.
I
Yeah,
guess
he's definitely cycling that
you
Raptor
try and
camp.
oh
And a
no.
headshot.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zinni. I immediately talk about how they don't punish the Rise, and then it's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow into public execution, into Cassiopeia.
Ay caramba.
Oh.
Oh.
From APA, just to add a little bit more insult to injury.
Just-
C9 get killed too.
This is a try not to tilt special. My top laner is dead. We lost. My jungler keeps losing his Raptors.
I don't know what you
Let's
say.
just-
There's
let's
not
just
much
make a play.
context to
We-
add here.
we
They're
know
just getting
MBS
their
just ulted
ass
and ran topside.
beat.
We can take Drake. This is a good play by Shopify.
Okay. And you can see C9 not really in any kind of a position to challenge for it.
All right. Dragon.
Hey, we've got a Raptor camp replay here in the picture-in-picture. I believe this is.
He did get his Raptors.
The first. Okay, that's the first Raptor camp contracts was.
I mean,
acquiring.
he got a Raptors. They can win. At
Okay.
least the game's not completely over. A lot of times Blabber would say, I would
Blabber's
imagine
gonna
when
get
Blabber
3
got
of
the
these.
first 4
Oh
Raptor
god.
camps, he probably said the game is over if I play well. That was probably his mindset.
And because
He's
they're
one
ahead,
champion
it's
that
just
can
going to
really
enable
carry
them
from
to
the
just
jungle
snowball
with
this
the
game
FS
out of
as well.
control.
So we'll see how well he can translate and
Do they
make
pick up? I
good
mean, Sniper's the
on
first
those
person you
early
look at.
advantages as we move forward in the game.
Just
Only
in
9
terms of
minutes on the
immediate
clock.
availability. If
Dragon's
Colmer is
Shopify,
still around,
like
he'd
you
be able to
said,
give
but
you
C9
probably
is
the
gonna
best
take the
answers.
opportunity to
For
give
now,
themselves
Ayla is like
all 3
number
grubs.
1. Like,
It's
hey,
not like we
Ayla's
have
up
the
and not
turbo
playing for
split
anybody
push
right now.
champions in this game like we did in
Yeah.
game number 1, so grubs are going to be kind of back to their usual, I guess it's there so we'll take it status.
Yeah.
But
Breezy.
you got something.
Yeah.
I'd say based on the flow of the games so far today, C9 has been in no rush, so they're not panicking over contesting an early Drake. They're willing to give a few things
tough.
up, which I think is just helping them seem a lot more stable because they are still able
It's
to win
tough.
these lanes individually. We know they make good late game decisions. Let's see if
Psycho
Rise can do
Sport has
something,
been
though.
Maryville's
Another
for a
realm
while.
warp
Yep.
brings Zinni in. Thanatos not going to find a target here with his Pathmaker. Goes all out, wants to try to get the
Okay.
kill onto Fudge, but no. There's
There we
enough
go.
damage from Shopify.
It's a roam
and
kill.
That's the kind of plays they need.
And getting it on
Really
the rise.
well done there
That's
by
nice.
Zinni, finding the winner to roam. Contracts gets to catch the mid wave as well. Thanatos did miss a spell once there. He missed an Atofo strike during his all out.
The
I don't
first
think it would've mattered
Pathmaker,
that
too.
much. And the first Pathmaker. Maybe he does trade one back if he lands him.
PA just trying to make sure that this wave stays
All
crashed.
right.
Trying to get as much
Zinni's
poke damage
doing
on this as he might
fine.
be able to. But APA is running rather low on mana.
20
here. You
CS
can
lead,
look
though,
at
for
tiers
APA.
Stacked up to about the same amount thus far, so nobody getting a major advantage in that department. But it is
Contracts
plus
at the top
20
for
farm
Ooh, that's
APA,
a-
and I feel like a lot of that. Yes, of course, some of it.
He's
comes
not
from
ahead of
the kill,
Blabber.
but a lot of it is
He's
also
not ahead
because he
of
just had to play
Jose
a lot more
Dioto,
safely, a lot
and he's
more
not
respectfully
ahead
early on,
of-
considering he had the double loss summons.
And they've had no
I would
jungle
still
pressure.
put
The
Inspired
power
up there,
spike
even though
comes
Inspired
through
looked
after the
really
death
bad
for
in
Thanatos
EWC
and
qualifiers.
Rohan.
I think outside of that, he's
So
looked
he will
mostly
continue to
fine.
be immovable.
So that
as
would
they've
put
actually
contracts in
swapped
4.
down a little bit before
No, Hanbok's above him as
role
well.
quest completion, which is surprising because I think
Hanbok's
that
been
Thanatos
having
would
a
wanna
good
stay
split.
in the
Uh,
damage lane. There's
he's
a chance that
above
they were
Kryra.
expecting Fudge to swap early because the lane was going so poorly and just guessed wrong. That's probably my guess.
I wouldn't put him above Griffin,
Aren't going to get a lot more
personally.
comfortable for the Rumble now
No,
dealing
no,
with
I
Dash
wouldn't.
and
No,
Seraphine.
I wouldn't say
This is
top
true.
4.
1v2, so Fudge's
Disagree.
life is going to remain difficult here today as Thanatos' Koenig Rook are
Uh-oh,
at least not
here we
giving
go.
a lot of value against B-Boy, but now Blabber joins
That's
up here
a
in the
lot
top
of
side.
CC.
The vessel for the encore.
That was a flash
He does
from
his job
Zinni for
exactly
nothing.
as he needs to. Fudge just gets bursted down before he can do anything about it, before Zinni can rotate up and do anything about it, and that's another kill for C9.
Quality vesseling. And the bigger thing here is that
Okay.
Shopify actually invested more people on the map to that spot. The timing was just
And now
off.
APA
Because
just
three were
gets
there when
further
only
and
Fudge was
further
on the
ahead
turret.
mid.
Contracts was kind of
Yep.
close. Zinni was on his way. Zinni lost his summoner spells in that gank defense. So Cloud9 actually kind of gets more than they bargained for with that kill. APA gets to free push mid lane.
I mean,
and
Lepudge, we can't use,
Twice
unfortunately,
now
the
in
bad
11-minute
team argument
game
because
that C9 have made a move.
we've been
that has
using
cost
that. Like,
Zinni
if
both
we're
his
using
summer
that,
spells,
Castle gets the same
then
defense,
just
and
like,
it's like it's
what?
been how many?
What am I supposed to do? I'm
I don't
Rise,
know.
right?
Yeah.
Like, you
Granted,
need to
at
be
least
able to have
Contracts
some
won
kind of
LCS back in
mobility, some kind
2023,
of
so like there is an
insurance
argument to be
to
had
play
there,
aggressively
but
and get things done.
oh
Nice
no,
moves from APA,
oh no.
sidesteps the dredge line, immediately puts the miasma down, takes Seos down to 200 HP. Zinni and B-Boy trying to make sure the Nautilus can escape from this one. He won't contribute to the death counter just yet.
And the pressure can just stay up for C9
Okay.
now. Every time there's a play like this, all the map pressure and tempo disappears.
Dragon's
from
not up for a
Shopify.
minute,
Ash
so still a
Seraphine
ton
can
of time.
completely move into river, get plates, and Blabber can completely take control of all the control.
Won't have
that
flash
Shopify
on
was hoping
Zinni,
to
which is
put
a bit of a
down.
problem, but
They might
otherwise
be able to
still
dive
kind
B-Boy.
of fine.
That's what Blabber's hoping to accomplish here.
No public execution, though.
Yeah.
That ultimate cooldown for Blabber still has a while yet to go. He does have his Spear of Shojin fully completed, though, so this makes that champion much scarier. And that ultimate cooldown is going to be ready to go at a really nice timing because it's 30 seconds until the second Drake spawns. So Blabber can go ahead and take his recall. He purchases his upgrade from the free boots into the Mercury treads, and now he can path back out towards this bottom side. He'll have public execution when he needs it. The only thing I can think of that could be better is if he was one, maybe two camps further ahead, so he would hit level 11
but
in time for the dragon fight. But that's a lot to ask, considering the
oh no. Oh,
that's
Seos.
a blunder. But the bullet time over the top still might make it work. Blabber into the back line, providing a distraction as APA's made his way into the play, and Seos. Now that Nautilus ain't getting away. Blabber wants to look for a little bit more as Contracts tries to get the distance, but it's just not there. A bot engage from Shopify
Did you see
Rebellion
Demonte's face?
has dire consequences. Thanatos gets kill number 3 in the fight. It's a 4,000 gold lead at 13 minutes for C9.
Just one of those games where everything goes wrong for Shopify. From level
One of those games, brother. It's been one of
guessing
those
wrong,
years.
burning the Rise Summoners to here, face planting your Nautilus hook straight into the wall. The hook is just too damn wide.
Yup.
Sven emotes on him, and then the fight becomes a disaster. The Cassante TP isn't really necessary, just cleans up the kill at the end, because they're going to win this 4v4 with how sloppy the Shopify engage ended up being. But
brutal.
they finish off Contracts, and then if Thanatos
That's
all
just
comes
brutal.
all his way, he can get the kill.
Nice.
Sometimes you don't need words. Sometimes it's just the...
It wasn't going to hit the wall, but that hook
that
was
says it
also
all.
never hitting Ash.
My guess
is the other thing.
Thanatos probably teleported because he's thinking the only way that this goes bad is if Fudge teleports in and equalizes my team as they chase.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's just kind of an
oh
insurance
man, if you're
teleport.
Shopify, this is
Fudge
just
obviously
tough.
doesn't end up teleporting
I mean, who
down
do
there,
they
so I
got
guess
upcoming
now the,
schedule-wise? Like, I hate to
assignment
already
that I would
be at that
have
point, but
for
like,
Shopify and for
who do they
Fudge
got
is
next?
You're
Okay.
4,000 gold behind. It's 15 minutes into the game. This is a train wreck. The only way to get
Next
back on the
week they have
tracks is you've
FlyQuest,
got
which
to
is
find
like
some sort of use, some sort of play to make
semi-winnable, kinda.
While they don't have one to answer.
Yeah, Magic are just
They've got FlyQuest, and then afterwards they've got Sentinels.
7-3.
FlyQuest, Sentinels, DSG. So they've got technically an easier part of the schedule upcoming. But like,
hey, could be worse for Shopify.
Right to the upright.
That arrow could have landed.
hey, Warden Grail.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for the resub, by the way.
linings.
6-month resubs at
All right.
Evening Gamers.
So where's our next silver lining? Let's well, we've got Rumble in the bottom lane versus the
Shopify,
Cassante.
I mean,
This
they
could
have
be
to
the next
win
silver lining.
out the
You
rest
make
of the
a play for
split.
the Rift Herald, you teleport Rumble
Pretty
in,
much.
you win a 5v4, you take the Herald, you take a turret after.
Because if they like their upcoming series of games, if they lose them, it's to all the teams that are close to them in
Harness is a
playoffs.
massive spike
So
for
it's
Skarner jungle.
it's
I feel
do or
like
die
any of
time.
these junglers who don't need to build a damaging item to clear the jungle hit this really big spike when they get protoplasm.
All right, Blabber starting up the Herald. Hawk shot to notice contracts there in the tri-brush. Shopify is hanging around, but nobody's making a move towards this. So, all right, I'm going to get
They're
pissed
doing
off
good so
about
far.
this
I know
because
they are,
you have
which is
TP
why I
advantage,
don't think it's
and you're
easy for them
hanging
either.
people around the Herald, but where's the play?
You do. Well, the play was to make Thanatos run up. I'm actually okay with them at least letting Fudge get a plate here, because Fudge has a gold advantage off of that play. He got a plate bottom, he got a full weight because Thanatos walked up just in case it was going to be
we got a Rob
I think,
Moore
like,
fan
that was
in
the play,
chat.
was just wasting C9's time with 5 people while Fudge gets gold. It's something.
Okay.
Something.
I guess my problem with it is the game is so far in C9's
I mean, Zen's look
favor.
good so far.
I feel like even
So
if it's
far, the split
something,
Zen has
you've
looked
gotta
pretty
find
good.
something more than
I know they're
something.
1 and 2 in the LCS, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Do
They've also
something.
played tough teams, and I think they're about to be 1 and 3 as well.
Factor your advantage.
But the back end of their schedule is
And you know what?
pretty
You know
nice.
what factor it has to be exactly.
I really
Or
should
no.
have prepped
Are they
math
2?
puns if we were going to go down this route, because I've got nothing.
Yeah,
I didn't
because
know we were
they
gonna do
beat
this either,
FlyQuest.
we need to get Freak on the phone. I'm sure he's.
But then who'd
with
they
how much
lose
he
to?
loves puns and math. True. That would be the true expert here. But hey, this is the 7th.
They beat
deathless
FlyQuest. They
of
lost to
Vulcan's
C9
career thus
2-1.
far. And remember,
And then
the
they
6th
lost to
one was last
DSG
week.
2-1.
If
Okay.
he's able to stay deathless once again, it'll be 8.
So they've got
weeks.
Team Liquid, Alienware, and Lion back-to-back.
He just gets burned down. That Nautilus isn't going anywhere. Those stats are looking better and better.
Very deathless. What a vessel that was.
Same when the
B-Boys
EWC
MF
qualifier, then they go to-
totally
yep, then they're
useless
guaranteed
as the
a slot.
Seraphine ult flies through and interrupts it.
Now Sven just feels empowered to step up, put the damage into the turret. The Void Grubs actually end up helping a lot there. I think the Void Grubs are the difference between that dying or not. I think it hangs on by a thread to just minion damage.
Zinni might be dead here.
Now trying to get far enough away from Blabber, who's just creating space for the Rift Herald and APA to take down the tier 1 turret.
Oh, Contracts, are you going for it? Oh, no.
Potentially find an angle for a big impale. But
Kasante
all
coming.
he's going to
Oh,
find
no.
is the Eternal CC from Seraphine and Ashe. Thanatos arrives just to make sure. And because everybody's paying attention to
well,
the mid lane, the top lane
that
takes
was a
that much
choice.
more damage. APA just waits for Zinni to show up, pops out of the brush, barrages him with 5 or 6 Twin Fangs.
Oh, they
But
might get a
now-
kill here, though.
Okay.
TP coming in from Rumble.
Shopify sending it. It's a 4-man play.
There's a
after
flash from APA ready.
Well, Morp only brings Zinni. APA, there's no way he lives this. It's just who do you give the kill to? Petrifying Gaze.
That's
there.
fine.
Shut down credit over to Zinni.
They wasted
job.
everything on that.
They got it.
Chill. Dragons in
Nice
34. Congrats. You got
Everyone on
nothing left.
C9 was back in base. APA was very greedy, trying to ego on the rise a little bit when everyone else was back in base. So a good punish that costs Shopify basically nothing, as they're all able to reset without losing any time.
They get their time. Never
Works
mind.
out.
That's
Shopify,
fine.
they get their pick. At least they get some more money onto their rise. Zinni 2 stacks away.
Yeah, I don't need to
from
see
the full
Faker
10
crush
there on the Rod of
Impact
Ages, which
again
will give him
for the
another nice
billionth time.
immediate power spike, but still also building towards that Archangels, which will immediately evolve into a Seraph's Embrace as soon as the tier is fully stacked. The team deciding they are going to go for the Dragon now. It's a 1-to-1 Dragon race so far. C9's not going to let him take this without a fight.
Okay, APA. Oh my god, he got that on the B-Boy. You're kidding.
Ready to jump in right behind him. It's a C9 dog pile. Blabber goes on a killing spree.
They didn't lose
Shopify
anybody.
Rebellion
Oh.
are dead before they even know it. Zinni's the only one left, and Blabber is about
Just-
to remedy
can we
that
end the
real
game?
quick. Vulcan following here, wants to provide a little bit of help over the wall. Blabber still needs a little more damage. and
Like,
he
it's
finds it.
legitimately a
It's an
forfeit
ace
angle.
For nothing. C9 wipe him off the rip.
That was actually just beautiful. Everything went perfectly for C9 in that fight. I'm thinking, okay, Shopify is on the Drake. They're
Whoa.
hoping that maybe C9 overcommit. But then when C9 does commit, it's instantly over because they're grouped up. Ambessa just presses R in the general vicinity, and then Seraphine ult hits
Wait,
4.
watch
I mean,
the blast code.
The space here is the width of the Seraphine ultimate. So if you're in this space,
Missed the hook.
you are getting hit by the Seraphine ultimate. Flash
Oh,
R for
doesn't
Vulcan
matter.
kills him, and we have to come out of replay because
B-Boy
Sven
gets hit by
landed
an
a
arrow.
headshot.
Yep, it's another enchanted crystal. Whatever he enchanted these with.
Bro, don't let
that is
Sven
some
play Ashe.
pain
He's legit
stuff,
good
man.
at this
Those
champ.
things are not missing. It's just about bare in a clock. 20
Like,
minutes
Sven's
and
actually
30
good at
seconds
Ashe. Like,
on
let's
this
not
one.
let him play
C9's
it.
going to start it up, and there's nobody from Shopify Rebellion in the same zip code.
High chance that Vulcan stays deathless for 2 weeks in a row, which would be
Crazy.
very impressive.
That's wild.
Yeah, especially with game 1. This game, not so much. Like, they're stomping them. I understand you're playing an Enchanter. They're not necessarily playing super aggressively in lane, but that's when the game is in
repeat.
such a good
It
state.
very much
Top
is a
lane was
lot of the
smashing.
time.
Jungle was going 20,
Especially
30
when you're
CSL,
trying
so they
to
know
like
as soon as
hope
we get
for an
into team
upset.
fights,
It's a lot
this
of
front line is
oh-nos.
going to be unstoppable, and we can just throw Seraphine through the front line.
Noshiax, thank you for the follow.
Man. C9's been so good these last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's really impressive stuff. Shopify finally secure their first turret of the game with this bottom lane tier 1 take. Sales flashes
no.
into the dredge line on APA, and that is exactly what happens when Nautilus goes in, when his team is 10,000
Please
gold
end the game
behind.
here.
Shopify,
Please end the game
they're
here.
just trying stuff at this point, because what else are you going to do? It's a 10,000 gold lead, 21 minutes.
Please end the game here.
C9
Just like
already
push
got
it
the
down.
Baron. They have that
End the
Red
game.
Bull power play for the next 2 minutes. They kill 3 for free.
We don't.
Right there.
We literally
And now
don't
Zinni and
need to watch
Contracts
any
have
more
to
of
try to
this.
defend this alone.
I
Silver
feel
linings,
bad for
the
Shopify. I have
levels
nothing
are low enough
positive
on
to say,
Shopify. Seos is only
and I'd
level
rather
9,
make
so
sure
he's about
this
to
ends
respawn
so that I
already,
don't have
so
to
it's
see
at
it.
least not a 5v2 that much longer.
Can we keep going? They can't wave clear, guys. We can still end. Like,
They're going to try and end.
Yeah,
They're
I
going to try and
love
end.
that,
Even if they're
actually.
alive,
Good.
they can't wave clear. Blabber wants to end it.
They've
Good.
got a
End the game.
Nautilus and a Rise and a Skarner. That's not the most effective way to deal with a big Baroned up push. APA is going to be your target here for the start. Flashes up the way of the Impale. Thanatos putting the pressure onto B-Boy, so the bullet time does not get much value.
And
C9
here's
have
next
their
wave.
next wave already here.
Yeah, that's bullet time. They can't use it again. The next wave is here. At the very least, they can get low on this turret.
Seos tries to step forward, but a double knockback on a Tofu
Oh
strikes coming
my
out from
God.
Thanatos. Sets up Blabber and the rest of C9 to dive straight in. Blabber is shut down, though. Those Nexus turrets providing as
There
much
it
supporting
is.
fire as they can. With
Zinni's
Blabber out
slowed.
for the next 45 seconds.
Bye-bye.
Can Shopify hold this? Zinni tries to get away, but Thanatos
Just-
is all out, all over him. As C9 continue their 4.
Somebody want to remind me how
push.
Lion lost in
50 seconds
16
still
minutes?
on this bear, and they're going to stick around.
Okay, slam into the wall there from APA. The Eastall's impact locks him up, but Thanatos is down to about 20% HP. Sven and Vulcan still trying to cover here for the front line. Fudge rooted up. Sven DPSing. Focus fire on the
Sven
bubble.
might
Seos
actually
in
die
the
here.
front Yet again,
Wait.
Pathmaker from Thanatos towards B-Boy again, just
Never
creating
mind.
space. Seos down again. The Nautilus. 0, 6, and
my
1
God.
in this one. He just has to throw
Do it,
himself
go
into
for
the
it.
meat grinder as Fudge goes in for the TP, just for the extra shield, just for the flank, wants to try to kill Sven.
In the game. Hit the Nexus. Hit the Nexus.
The Nexus at death's door. GG 21-5. C9 sweep the series.
I love the adrenaline
over.
that C9 gave us at the
It's
end of
over,
that
thank God.
incredibly stompy
Thank
game.
Christ.
Could they actually
Oh.
end, or were they soft throwing? Nope. They managed to close it. Vulcan stays deathless, another 2-0-18. Him and Thanatos, the two alive at the end, which is so fitting as how I feel like they're their two carries today.
Those two have played so well. I really liked what we got from Blabber in this series alongside them. I feel like in this game, he knew that he was stronger in the 1v1 against the Skarner. He controlled the jungle
Ladies and
early.
gentlemen,
He was the one flying
made
in,
it through
like you said, to be
a
that
stomp
vessel
day.
for those big Vulcan Seraphine ultis,
Nice
to
slice
always hit multiple
strawberry.
targets, to always guarantee wins in the team
Strawberry
fight.
cheesecake
And it just
ice
felt like Shopify, they never had an answer.
They had one of those games where everything went wrong.
Yep.
Every Ash arrow landed, the hooks were narrowly missing, and then the game got out of control fast. Player of the game's hard to pick. Chat can spam, whether it's Vulcan, Blabber, or Thanatos. Raz,
Let's just enjoy some cheesecake
What's
while we listen to some interviews, shall we?
Great question. In fact, he kind of just threw it up in the air. Who do you who gets player of the game? Who do you think deserves to get player of the game this one, especially from the fan votes? You get to sway a little bit.
Me.
There it is, guys. Start typing. Start typing Vulcan. Vulcan, Vika. I was gonna go Sven. Start typing Vulcan. Question for you. You guys so far undefeated in the split, and on top of that, this is your second
so good.
deathless week in a row and 7th overall in your career. How have you felt about your guys' run so far, and how, if you guys feel like you need anything to improve upon?
I mean, I think it's been a little bit shaky to begin with. Like at the start, it was pretty shaky. Our wins, even though we won, it was not very convincing. But then I think this weekend and the past one, we are playing a lot better, and the games are a lot more convincing. And I think even game
You want to
one,
address what happened at EWC, my friend?
It felt like if you ignore a couple early game mishaps, it felt like we were in control the whole time. And I think we're improving. Obviously, we were playing DSG last week and Shopify this week, so weaker opponents, but it's nice to get those wins and ramp up going into playoffs.
Quick question was actually about the level 1 going into game 2, because that was very creative. You guys had like a 3-man
Just
run into the
so
blue side
good.
jungle. Meanwhile, Blabber was going for a Raptor start on the other side. I mean, you don't have to tell me on the concept about it. It felt like it was basically to make it so Blabber was undetected going for Raptors, while you guys got a lot out of it. Could you talk me through that and some of the preparation you guys go into some of these games?
Well, getting active is like a big motto we have right now, and getting active is pretty broken on this patch. And also, ever since the change of the game starting faster and the minions spawning earlier, all the teams and players.
It's going to be Team Liquid versus FlyQuest on Tuesday, and then the winner of that plays Sentinels and Finals on Wednesday.
To be careful about level 1 champions, and when
Finals is a best of 5.
One of the strongest champs in the game at running someone down and chasing someone, and so it's kind of like the flavor of the month now to go and get active level 1, try to get a kill, try to get a ward, get a flash or something like that. So we saw a bunch of people do it in scrims. And
is it being streamed? I believe this week is actually being streamed by like an official thing, but Chamada will also have
the team fights were a major focus.
The co-stream.
Game 1, great team fighting around Dragon. Felt like it was the same case around game 2 as well. Is that something that you guys have been focusing on within practice, or is it just something that you felt you guys were already strong at?
I mean, we had a bunch of struggles in like the past couple of weeks, so we had a couple of like big team talks, I guess, and we were kind of coming to the conclusion that we need to play to our identity more, and we're not the kind of team that likes to sit back and do nothing. We're kind of just better players if we have options of sending it and making plays, diving people, stuff like that. And we're just trying to lean into that a little bit more and find ways in the game to do more stuff and make the team be more afraid of.
Start time is 2 o'clock Eastern time.
There. So yeah, we're pushing for that right now.
Sweet. Appreciate the talk. Congratulations one more time, Vulcan. And for everybody in the chat before we go to the lounge, that's a Vulcan vote. That's a Vulcan vote in the chat for player of the game. Lounge, take it away.
Raz trying to game the vote. Vulcan trying to game the vote for himself. I would do the same.
I was close. I was really close to voting for him.
I mean, the mic's still hot, guys.
Hater, though, you know.
Well,
wrong champ.
Yeah, it does.
I do want to bring up something that they brought up in the interview, just because I think it's really impressive. Vulcan now has the highest K+8
I got you.
game
I got
deathless
you.
streak in Tier 1 history.
Wow.
Oh, right, because of the content end of the day. True.
Kind of
Well,
good.
those are definitely support numbers.
Kind of good.
But second of all, yeah, this is his 8th
Yeah, I
deathless
think maybe
streak
because
in
Ben.
LCS tie per second. With
Think that's
Ben,
what it is? Yeah.
he's been,
Oh, yeah,
it's
my bad.
weird, because I feel like he's,
I'm running.
neither of us voted for him. We both
They
voted
need
for
to turn
Blabber,
off Raz's
but,
mic.
He's been consistently, in my opinion, even in their shaky performances, the one kind of holding the team.
Before a hot mic moment happens.
Especially, I feel like, in the shaky ones. You know, when you can point at other people and like, well, you know, they fell off. They played bad this game. They played. Vulcan has been carrying. Vulcan has been creating plays. And even in their wins, it's like, ooh,
Yeah, remember when people said that I was crazy for putting Vulcan
right
second
there
in
with
support right now in the LCS?
But the POG for the last game is indeed Blabber. Congratulations.
People are going to be disappointed.
I mean, he just started out with so much jungle control. He went to the Raptors immediately. He won the smite fight on the very first one. He cycles. He farms. He is
Wow,
the biggest
went to
gold lead
Blabber?
individually on the team for the first like 15 minutes.
I mean, that's player of the game. I wouldn't say Thanatos was not player of this game.
Best ult and best ult and best ult.
He definitely was not.
Of course, were after an Ashe.
I mean, the Cassante play was cool, but like at the same time, like there was just outplays from everywhere all the time.
Though, right? Like you set up the public execution.
Only 2.5 for Blabber.
Vulcan did game the vote for himself. Another thing I did like that he brought up that really benefited Blabber in this game were the level 1s. I am super excited to see more LCS teams trying some of these more aggressive level 1s.
Man,
having
this
seen them
cheesecake
kind
is
of
just so
tried,
good.
succeed and fail in LPL, kind of all in split one, and then BLG brought that to first stand, and now we've seen that going through. Here are today's players of the game.
I think that makes
Gapgos,
sense.
Quad, Thanatos, and Blabber. I want to call out
Player of the
Gapgos
week
because
might be
I
Thanatos
feel
though,
like
as of right now.
When we talk about FlyQuest, he kind of flies under the radar, even in some of his carry performances. I know you guys on cast brought up the difference between.
It definitely feels like
tanks
that's gonna
and,
be.
You know, like Bruiser, more carry type champions.
That's gonna be
that
it.
He's more want to play. However, I thought his Scion game, even though Quad.
Depending on how tomorrow goes.
I thought his Scion game was really good today too.
Yeah, he had that one really.
And the
inside ult
cheesecake
down the
already
river,
done.
Right into two people. I will say, interesting, 2 of those players of the games from today.
Oh, that was good. That was needed and good.
Something with this champion, it is, if you're good with this champion, you can definitely get the spotlight and get a lot of votes.
I think Griffin has also won it for playing Mbessa, so we'll see.
A lot of play in the games go to
conspiracy theory to look
Mbessa users.
into. Vulcan needs to play support Mbessa.
Yeah! There we go. I'm in.
Lock it in.
Lock it in. I'll vote for you regardless.
All right, we need a 2-0 from Team Liquid Alienware tomorrow. Need a 2-0.
9 Kia at the top of our standings, 4-0, and then 8-2 in game win-loss. And unfortunately, this
Shopify's
does
game
drop
record is just
Shopify
atrocious.
Down to 1-3 with 2-6 in games. They still have not had a series go 3 games in either direction.
Yeah, and their only win was the one
over
Dignitas as well, right off the bat, which gave a lot of people hope for this split for them. But it does seem to really be collapsing.
All right, tomorrow should be fun. TL versus Sentinels is, or T-Law versus Sentinels is actually gonna be really, really fun.
And then this is the series I
Lion
really
DSG is on upset watch.
Because I think Sentinels, when they're at the top of their game, are really, really good. However, they're not always at the top of their game.
That's fine. You can root for Sentinels. You can root for your own downfall. I ain't gonna stop you.
Has shown
That's fine. It is what it is.
At times in series still. However, they are doing a lot better consistently than they did in Split.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that match, especially as well. I I think should be.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be close personally, but.
So that's going to
Yes.
be a fun
Fantasy points for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I have so many Team Liquid.
Let's see how my
members on
fantasy did today.
That is it for us. We will now be rating Meteos' stream.
Oh, hey,
Get out of here!
Whoa, what the? Raz is rating us.
I know.
Bro, he is
away.
Raz is chucking those at point blank range.
We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific for Lion versus DSG. I gotta watch out.
26 points.
Play on Mbessa.
30 points game 1, 22 in the second game. That's a good start to the week. All right, folks. All right, that's going to be it for me. Now, I did get the text confirmation that golf is going to be on for tomorrow, which means that I will wrap up around 4 o'clock there. So right as my day ends, I will be starting to... or LCS will be starting, which means I'm going to try my best to be back by the Team Liquid series. I should be back by 6, as long as trains and everything are in my favor. It shouldn't take too long. But I am going to have to let the dogs out when I come home, and it will be kind of like a busier time, so to speak. But I should be live for the TL versus Sentinels series tomorrow. Beyond that, I don't think anything else to add. We got a few minutes. I don't have any YouTube videos that are going out today. That'll be tomorrow. I might put all the Palafox clips into a short, but that's about it. Any questions you all got? Any because I know we talked about a lot today. Is there anything you want to chat about? Anything that you think is either unresolved or I just want to put the feelers out there, see how everybody feels. If you got nothing, that's fine. We will set up a raid TikTok chat. Thank you for stopping by. I am going to end it over on TikTok and just focus on YouTube and Twitch. But there we go. We ended that. Stop that virtual camera. My only question is what the hell Palafox is doing today. That I don't know. But yeah, something just seemed up. Good luck, NLR. Yeah, I don't have confirmation on our match day yet. I'm waiting to figure that one out. But hopefully I'll have an answer sometime in the next few days. That's the goal. But beyond that, that's pretty much it. Just double checking. All right, nothing else. They rated Double Lift over on his stream. You know what? I'm curious to see something real quick. They talk a lot about what co-streamers do between the games. What did they were they just they were on the broadcast the entire time and they never clicked away. When did Double Lift click out of it? So the second C9 won. Second C9 won to close out. Didn't watch like the end of the broadcast or anything else. Why the New York jersey? Just felt like New York. Felt like the right jersey for today. I don't know. Okay, let's raid somebody. Let's raid somebody. Raid. Electro's live. Might raid him. Jamada's live. I don't know what Jamada's playing. Yeah, we'll raid Jamada. Show him some love. Alright, y'all have a great night. I will catch you tomorrow, okay?
This is a funny ass clip. I miss Raspberry. Rez is a funny ass guy.
Alright, sending the raid over now. Y'all have a great night, okay?
Okay. Well, LCS is done.
Oh, wait.
YouTube stream, I'm going to end now. So, bye-bye, YouTube stream. Bye-bye.
Is he ending?
At least one of you.
Never mind. We're not going to, because he's ending his stream. Shit. Alright, we'll raid Electro. I think Electro is going to be the one to go with. Yeah, we'll just go with Electro. Oh, well, whoops. I think it still did Jamada.
Look at him.